There it is.
Is it on?
Yeah.
What's up, bitches?
Hey.
What up?
There we go, demonetized.
Oh, I think bitch is okay. It's a female dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's like medical, right?
No.
It's medical.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming back.
Yes.
It's your third podcast, but you've wanted to do one with somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
But this is not my podcast. This is actually Craig's podcast.
Yeah. Look at me.
This is his podcast now.
I knew I shouldn't have fucking brought him.
It's my podcast.
I am the guest now.
Yeah, so why the fuck is Craig even on here?
Oh, it's a campy thingy.
Announce.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think everybody knows about
Everybody's going to leave in like 5 minutes, so you might as well get all the details out now.
Yeah.
Down South Campout. November 5th through 7th. Is that right? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
November 5th through 7th. We're all meeting up at
So what's the plan this year? Are we going to do the same thing we did last year and meet up in Jackson again?
No. Well, I'm leaving from home, and
Okay.
I'm going to ride to Alabama and meet y'all at Floribama.
Okay.
So, however y'all want to get there,
Well,
that's
the
usually
Jackson to
Jaden's
Florida
deal.
Bama was the best part of the trip.
Yeah, it was fun as shit.
And the camp out was cool.
Oh, no. The ride from there,
Close
like,
third. Close
Yeah.
third.
When we started getting close to your
Edit
camp
that
out,
out.
I was just like,
But no, I think Jaden will probably take care of that part he did last year.
Yeah.
With the pre-trip to the Floribama. But yeah, we're meeting up at Floribama Thursday night on the 4th, staying at the Holiday Inn. Book your hotels before they're sold out. I think we're pretty close. And then going over to the Floribama bar for that night.
That night was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
I had a good
I got a
time.
picture of you laying in the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were the only people. That bar was huge. What was that?
Floribama. It's a fucking
Floribama
It's
bar.
in the fucking title. But we were the only ones there.
Yeah.
I feel like for the most part, until upstairs, the little.
It got packed after a while, like probably after 11 or some shit.
We were there early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got there like 8 or something, but after a while it did get pretty busy. And then that's the first time I saw Justin touch his hat.
Dude, that's
and
his
dance.
move.
Yeah, that's the
He
first
even
time I
does his
saw it.
fingers like that.
Yeah, touch his hat. And
It's like
I
like
got
a
2
gang
moves.
sign.
That's one of them.
yeah. Show me the other one later. You know what I'm saying?
But no, that place was fun as shit, and it's kind of like where even the guys that did not ride to Jackson, Mississippi to meet up originally, we all finally linked up all together there. And there was a lot of people that just
the
met
guys
us
that
at the
came from
campsite.
Southern
But
Texas. Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to the camp out, to the down south camp out, you should go to Floribama first, no matter where you're coming from.
So your camp out and Steve's are usually 3 days.
Yeah,
Mine's 3
4
days,
days.
but there's different.
ours is 4 days, bitch.
When?
It's been 4
You
days.
don't count Sunday. Nobody counts Sunday.
Is Sunday a day?
No.
Were you there?
No. Not mentally.
You left on Sunday.
Everybody leaves on Sunday.
His girlfriend was there.
Oh yeah.
She left on Sunday before me.
And then you finally showed up.
Yeah. I seen you twice. I said hi, and then you brought pizza. That's it.
Girls ruin everything.
You're welcome.
Dude. They ruin everything. All the best friends.
I had that last camp out was my best. I had a blast.
Oh,
It
we
was a good
saw.
time.
Dude, we all saw.
I come to
Between
We
you
didn't
and Sit
think
Down
so.
Steve, y'all were probably the highlight
MVPs,
of the
yeah.
fucking event.
I was
Between you thrashing the fuck out of his bike for a whole
that
day.
bike's a piece of shit. Deserved every bit of it.
Rude.
True story.
It took the abuse. I think that says something.
But no, like my thing is, I think that if anybody's coming to your camp out, even if you're already close to it, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not going to the Floribama party. Yeah, that's really there's a lot of fucking built up rage ready to let out and party at that place. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, there's a bunch of us riding from Florida. We're only about hour and a half from Scooter Haven, where the campout's held. But we're going to ride 500 miles to Alabama to party that night with everybody. We're going to have probably the same amount of miles y'all. And then
probably not, but okay.
And more probably, yeah. And then we're going to go.
So from Floribama to Scooter Haven,
It's like 400 miles.
I thought it was 14,000 miles. It took us 18 million hours.
Yeah,
to
we're
get
not
there.
going that way again.
Whose idea was that?
Me and Jaden were like, hey, let's ride the coast down.
That-
Bad idea.
From the
FYI,
moment-
that's 35 miles an hour the whole trip.
From the moment once we got out of Panama, and we were on the back roads, I enjoyed it. Right before we got to the lunch spot that day.
Yeah, I felt like 3 days earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After lunch got full, and then that ride all the way there.
That shit got.
Yeah, this year we're just putting it in the GPS and going the fastest way to the camp out because we got there at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
It was already dark,
and people were already partying, and then we had to set up tents, so we didn't get to party right away, and that part sucked. I just kind of wanted, but this year a lot of people got cabins, so we didn't even have to do that. Oh, this guy had a cabin this year too. He couldn't get his red shoes dirty.
I literally pulled in. Mark walked up. My dad. Popped up, and he was like, "Hey, I got extra bed," and I was like, "Sold." I'd never unpacked any of my shit.
I just want to let you know, you offered it to me first. I turned it down.
Ouch! Fuck.
No,
Jesus.
they had another one.
It had air conditioner, a bed. It was amazing.
Yeah, there's 30 cabins. We sold out all the cabins a month ago.
How was it?
It's fucking awesome. Apparently, the camping there was. It's not really. Let's just be real. It's not the best place to camp.
Well, I thought that sawdust made for a good pad on the ground.
Well, that part, but it wasn't.
I don't know what it was. I was drunk the whole time.
Like, what makes your camp out and this campsite the shit is the bar.
Yeah.
Right?
And the food. They have pretty much everything you want.
It's not that it's great food. It's just that it's their food.
Yeah, that fried bologna is fucking dope. I went back for my birthday for that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't great food, but it was
bologna?
food. And everything was cheap. There's not a price really for anything.
No, can I get a beer? It's donations.
Yeah.
So I know there's one motherfucker just being like 50 cents. There you go.
I think I spent more money donating because I felt bad. I'm like,
That's what I said. I think they make out with a lot of people. Well, that was weird. I think they make out in the long run doing the donations because you're going to give $5 a beer. And if that was a bar, they'd only be $2. Maybe $2.50, and you give them $3 for a beer instead of $5. So it's like,
well, it's like what was happening is like Justin or I or Big Trouble or somebody that was like in the group.
Big ballers, yeah.
We feel like, hey,
how you fly?
Basically, we'll go to the bar and then we'll just say who needs one, and then we'll come back with 5 beers. But
and just give them a 10. That's great.
10.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's like in the long run.
Well, see, Mark gave me 20. I paid 10. So every trip I made 10. But I came out of there like $3,000.
Yeah, I give him like $4 or $5 a shot.
That's at any rate.
You notice I bought a new bike and all that shit after I left there. Yeah.
Shit.
Did you get a new bike?
No, I'm just talking shit. All my shit's
FXR?
old.
You already had the FXR.
It was done.
I forgot you had your bagger when we showed up there. It's like, that's gonna be badass. Like Justin's gonna have his FXR here, and then I showed up. We met up at the Jackson spot.
This piece of shit.
And he's like, he's on his. Oh yeah, he has a bagger. That's right. Because we had just painted it for Sturgis, and then you rode it to Sturgis, and I don't think I saw you from that moment till the camp out. So
that bike would have been the weakest link on fuel. That would have been less than Tony's, I think.
Tony's bike's always been pretty shit. So,
but that FXR was like 100 to the point, 100 miles, and it was like putting.
There's a couple things I'm starting to.
We stopped a lot on the way home from Sturgis.
Yeah, I think that I don't want to ride with people that have 2 things now: Sportster tanks
and herpes.
3 things. Spoke wheels.
Oh yeah, because
Matt's not here.
Matt's not here. But dude, like spoked wheels are just shit. Like when things go wrong with a spoke wheel, it goes massively wrong. If one spoke is loose and you ride like 50, 60 miles, you don't notice it. Then when you finally notice it, there's like 60 spokes that are loose. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no. Then you got to find a tube. You can't plug it if you have a flat.
Right.
So it just becomes a shit show.
I never had spokes. I had them on my dirt bike when I was a kid, but that's about it. I'd never tighten those fuckers.
No, it is.
I don't know how to work it, you know? I traded my spokes on my bicycle for mags like a man.
Mags? Oh, yeah, like the 5-spoke ones.
GT Performer, baby.
Hell yeah.
And then Justin put them on his FXR. Neck.
Do what?
Then Justin put those same mags on his FXR. When he
pretty much.
No shit.
Like that bike's so sick, it's set from the back.
I know.
Looks like
I wanted to run the 18 so bad, which I did. And then once I went to a 16 with the fatter tire, it was a day and night difference. Yeah. Such a better bike. And I geared it different too, so I actually got better mileage to your camp out.
Yeah.
That was the last hoorah.
I thought you trailered it. Oh, no, your wife drove.
I left it in the back of the truck because broke exhaust bracket on the way out.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and then
It was a carburetor
Tony's-
bracket going to Sturgis, right?
3 of them.
Yep. That's I remember that.
And then Tony's, something happened with his transmission or something was leaking. So we put both of them back in the truck and drove back.
Do you think that's like a thing that we're all, because
Leaning towards.
we're all leaning towards trailering more? Like I don't like that aspect of our.
Well, y'all are getting
I
old
don't
as
either
fuck.
because,
Y'all are getting old as fuck. You're almost 40, both of you.
Yeah. What are
So-
you?
Like 31.
Rough 31. Rough.
I'm 30. I'm
You should have said
34.
41, bro.
Yeah.
You said 41. We're like, yeah,
Not too
okay.
bad for 41. You're only 31?
No, I'm 34. I thought I was 35 all year. My girlfriend
Are
corrected
you
me.
happy
It's
with where
beyond
you're
that.
at in life at this point?
They don't know. What?
Are you happy with where you're at in life at this point?
Yeah.
You got a pretty badass life if you think about it.
Yeah, no, I got no complaints.
Like following you online is basically like seeing like you get to hang out with everybody in the scene all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like there's this weird like jealousy that it's not a animosity type jealousy. It's just more like fuck, man. Like Craig's in North Carolina right now. They're like having so much fun,
I like it.
You hit a stream for me, like Pennsylvania and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
It was every night somewhere different.
And then I'll get stuck on like a Canada to Baltimore back and forth. For
They
like
just
2
don't hang
weeks.
out in Canada, do they?
No.
No, they got.
Especially one particular.
I was talking to Daniel up there, and he said that they have a vaccine card that
Yeah.
you have to go into bars in Montreal. So we
like
didn't
New York.
do anything up there.
How do you say I don't want to hang out with you in Canada?
I think
Canadian.
You, tell them that you don't have a vaccine, so I'm not hanging out with your fat ass.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's good times then, huh? Should have went to Sturgis like every other adult.
Oh, yeah. How come you didn't go?
Well, I was like
He has a
hurting
girlfriend, bro.
money wise because of truck breakdowns.
And by the way, you're out of girlfriend terms for the new. You can't say girlfriend again.
They don't know her name.
You just can't say it, though.
I don't remember her name. Why are you gonna call me out? Okay, I'll get your beer. I have my girlfriend Justin over here. There you go, babe. What was I saying?
Something about some poor ass excuse why you couldn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
to Sturgis.
Why didn't you go to Sturgis?
Oh yeah, I had
We missed you this year.
$10,000
We missed you.
in truck repairs, and it broke me for the rest of the year.
Do you not have a credit card?
And then right before Sturgis, I made up all the money back, and I'm like, I could totally go now. But then I already made plans. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go.
With who?
You were on vacation the whole time at the same time.
Say her name.
It was a good time, though. Sturgis almost felt like work this year, though. Like I felt
Dude,
it was like
welcome-
so many boom, 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 boom.
From here on out. That's what it is.
And my wife was like, this is like, we have to go now. I'm like, we got to go now. We got to go. Got to go. Yeah. She's like, fuck. I'm like, yeah, welcome.
Yeah. It sucks because when you start doing more work related things, you start having these relationships and these connections where you do get a little bit of an angle and love to do places. Like you get to ride your bike into certain areas that you probably wouldn't get to normally or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it does come with the whole, you're not here on your time. You're here on the time of when things are taking place. So, yeah, my wife doesn't really like that shit. She doesn't like where you get up and like, hey, we overslept. We need to be on the bike in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for you guys, it's a work trip.
Everything motorcycle related is a work trip.
Right.
It's a delicate balance of trying to.
No, it has to. It's
And
for-
don't throw that tax write-off shit in my face, please.
I'm just saying this for your PO, so because that's the only way you could drive there.
That's a whole nother story.
So it just becomes a delicate balance of when you're trying to like. At some point, for some people that are in it, it's also become a nice escape once we're all finally together and hanging out. And I'm still with what I love, which is motorcycles, but I'm around people where I don't feel like I have to be a business guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it will get to that for if it hasn't already for you, but for me, it's like I cherish like my circle of friends because I don't have to be the Fast Life Garage or the podcast or anybody like that. I just get to go and be somebody that gets made fun of and vice versa, and I just get to be normal, but still around bikers and bike related shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I was really sad to miss it this year. I had some pretty bad FOMO.
I did make the decision. I think that was the last time I ever sleep in a tent. I'm over it.
What are you going to do for Sturgis? Big money?
I think we're going to do a house. All of us. The only downfall with the house is that fucking bar is amazing right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Am I wrong?
And the house is not right there. It's like
I think that
a little
I
ways,
think
right?
that
Or is it in
this
that
year.
neighborhood behind the campground.
No. All the houses we were kind of looking at is probably like in between Sturgis and Deadwood.
Yeah, fuck that. You want to be down. We want to be able to
Why can't we
stumble
get it,
home.
like, you know those little like shitholes that everybody's at, like off of Sturgis?
How are we going to get home if we're downtown at closing time?
Here's the
now?
deal.
We walk.
Here's the deal.
A bunch of people walked.
I walked.
You walked?
Yeah, well, I was at a closer campground.
I think that it's one of those things you got to kind of call it, because to get a decent house, you're doing a big trade off. If you do the house, then you lose the bar and you lose the potential good time at a campsite. But at the same time, if you do a house, then you have a lot more amenities. But it's a much more. The house is a lot more responsibility, because then when you get there, you want to go to the grocery store and put shit in the house for everybody. Yeah. It just becomes
you almost seclude yourself. Because when we were at
Winton's house,
I felt like I was missing shit just those few hours.
Yeah,
I had a great time and I appreciate everything that they did, but you're so far away.
I feel the same
from
way.
the campsite,
from the campsite and the parties.
And
but that's the reason I
downtown.
wanted to see if we get like a house closer to fucking downtown.
Not in the next probably 2 years.
Yeah, they get. I mean,
just booked.
People book it when they're checking out.
Yeah.
When they're leaving.
I'm not saying that I don't want to do the house thing, but I feel like
When are we going to adult and just buy
even
campers?
that fucking trailer park on that back road. I don't give a damn.
I think that like if you bring a decent tent, like our tent was fucking dialed. Don't get me wrong, it was hot, but the year that me and my brother went in 2017, it was fucking freezing. It was 50 degrees every day.
Yeah.
Right?
Holy shit.
So you never know what weather you're going to get in Sturgis. And so the one year that we do decide to get a house will probably be the weather where it's like perfect fucking all day long. You know what I mean? So it's.
You can't predict that though.
The house
can't.
is so
So
expensive.
my fat ass on the air mattress, I have yet to woke up on an air mattress.
Buy a real
why
one.
does that always
I
happen?
bought even like this last one was an expensive one.
For real.
That happened to me at your
From
camp.
Target or
I threw
Walmart?
it away.
From
Amazon.
Dick's.
That's where I get my toothbrushes.
I don't know, but the camp thing is like you said it just now. It when you're doing these camping events or campouts or even camping at Sturgis, it's like you can check out when you want, but it's not like a hotel. It's not like
How about this?
a house.
We get a house. We find a decent house. 'Cause it's gonna be expensive no matter what.
Yeah.
You're looking at what, 10 grand probably. And then
Goddamn.
one with the, I mean, you have a big group of people.
Yeah, but you're going to need a lot of groups of people. You're going to need 20 couples because everybody's going to have their girlfriends. You're going to 500 apiece for 20 couples,
That'd be
Well,
20.
we did-
20
which
couples.
is-
is manageable, but you're
Not-
not
you
putting
gotta
20
up your-
couples in
You
one
can't put
house.
40 house. You can't put
Okay,
40.
okay, 10 couples.
$1,000 a couple.
Okay, that's a
$1,000
lot
a
of money.
That's not
That's
terrible.
not too bad. How
Huh?
long? A week?
Yeah, whatever.
So
We-
the
Yeah, but
we-
now you got
have
20
to get them
people.
for a certain amount of time.
Can you
No,
fit
so we
20
looked
people
into
in a
it. So we
$10,000
can,
house, though?
in certain ones, we can do odd days. So we can do a Thursday to Thursday.
Yeah.
Which would probably be perfect.
Yeah.
Like say Winton's house, the ones we went and partied at, he said that one was 13 grand, and they did it Friday to Saturday.
Will it fit 10 couples?
And it holds 26 people,
So that's 20.
but not 20 couples.
What I was getting at though,
Oh,
find
'cause
one
of
with
bunk
some
beds
type of
and
yard, some type of layout, and instead of our
They won't let
meeting
you all
point-
camp out there, though.
It
Is that what
ruins
you're trying to talk
grass.
about?
Yeah,
Like, if you
like,
rent a
so
house-
like when Joe and all them pulled up like randomly one night.
Yeah, they
and
won't
then
let
set
you
up,
do that. They
Why
have-
can't they do that at the house?
Some of the houses in downtown Sturgis, they will let you do that.
Yeah.
But those are houses that are kind of more
Trashier,
trashier, and
Yeah.
the people are kind of more like
trashier.
yeah. So those nice houses in the
No,
hills,
they don't listen.
they have people driving around like, yo,
But
like
I don't
you
care
pay.
about that. I know those houses are super nice. That part didn't bother me. I mean, it's nice to have, but having a shittier house is okay. Just like a legit bed. air
As long as
conditioning.
yeah, but the thing is, if you have a shittier house, you still need decent bathrooms because now we have fucking 10 couples that need to take a fucking shower.
Right.
You know what I mean? And 10 chicks that need to take extra long in the fucking vanity area or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Especially for 10 grand. I mean,
Yeah, it's like if I'm paying $1,000 to be somewhere, I better be able to shit as peacefully as I was at that campsite.
$1,000 for a week ain't bad though.
It's not bad. I'm not saying it is.
It's not.
But then again, it's also not just like I can pay that, you can pay that, you can pay that. but all our whole group might not be able to pay that.
Well,
so that next thing you know,
we
we
need
have
10 couples.
I
That
can
shouldn't
see
be hard.
James right now just like cussing me.
Yeah, James won't pay. James, he's probably the most qualified to pay for that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I can see him right now, just you motherfucker.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, he's holding the calculator right now as we speak.
If I put interest right now in $1,000, I can make $3,000.
They're forgetting the cleaning fee. Talk about the cleaning fee.
That is true though. There's like
I know the one
If
we
a
just
house
got in
is 10
Florida.
grand,
The
So
cleaning
this is
fee
the other
was
thing. It's like if
crazy.
you get a house, let's just say it's $1,000 a piece, right, per couple.
Yeah.
$500 per individual, right? Well, then it's like, okay, well,
What couples get to pay individually? I want to be in
if
that
you came by
relationship.
yourself without your, then you pay $500.
Tell them.
yeah. So now you have, okay, let's just say there's 20 people.
Yeah.
Now we got to fill the house because all the chicks are going to want to fill the house with snacks and food and all this shit. So next thing you know,
That's my wife.
it's another 150 or $200 a person to get enough shit for 20 people to eat for a week.
So what's the next step?
Huh?
What's the next solution?
Well, let the girls
Fucking try
cover
to like.
the snacks.
What about all those cabins right there by the bars?
Let the girls cover the snacks. We're gonna
You can
be
get them,
paying
but
for
they're a
everything
lot
else.
more. You don't spend more than $1,000 to stay there for a week.
Really?
Yeah, they're like Aaron had bought one for a couple of days. It was like
The ones at the campground.
$200 or $300 a night or some shit, or $200 a night or
More
something.
than that.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Just get a fucking big just get a big ass tent like we did. We had a whole
The tent wasn't my problem.
yeah.
Well, I'll take that back. The tent is kind of the problem. The tent sucks when you wake up. You're not sleeping past 7. Period.
Yeah, the sun
Which is
fucking
good.
Wakes you up.
Which is good.
Eh.
You're in
Not
Sturgis.
when you go to bed at 4.
really?
True. We can't go to bed at 9 like you. We actually go out and hang out.
Really? I get up at 6 every day.
I was really into
Get
it
12
myself.
hours of sleep.
I was going through some things. I don't know what it is. I've had a hard time like just letting loose at Sturgis and just partying.
Yeah.
I always have a good time at that bar.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. I haven't
wall bar?
like. I feel like the only time I get to let loose is a podcast now. I feel
That
like
is
at your
sad.
camp out last year,
That is sad.
I had fun.
You're letting loose this year, and then next week you're letting loose.
Told y'all.
Nope.
You're getting. Can I say
Nope.
that? I can't say that.
Well, who else is going to drive the boat? Not him.
I'm right here. That's too soon, bro.
No, it's like the camp out this
Let's
year.
put on record. Jason said he's going to drive a boat.
What would you do?
Well, we just like
I mean, how
close
else
one
would-
eye every time. We
No,
get
how
it.
would you? Is there a different word than drive
So,
a boat?
hold on. Let me get this
No,
straight.
no, because you're so against boats all the time. It's great.
He's
You're just talking
riding
about
legends,
Oh, and
looking at new trailers.
a boat
and
person.
driving
Looking
a
at
boat.
trailers.
A boat person.
It's kind of
I'm not a boat person. I said I'll
you're about
drive
to be.
somebody's boat.
You're going to Florida to get on
This
a
is
boat.
the first time. Okay, so for
He's
y'all
looking at
listening,
26-inch wheels too, by the way.
ooh, I came from that place.
Yeah, me too.
So for you guys listening, us three, James and Big Will Cody, and all of our old ladies, we're all going to Florida next week. We're flying out there to party with Craig
In Tarpon Springs?
Springs. And this is like my first ever vacation other than my honeymoon.
Besides, without a
Dude,
motorcycle.
Stop.
Without a motorcycle.
Seriously,
Without a motorcycle.
Yeah.
without anything to
forgot
do with
about that.
motorcycle related or business related.
You're going with all your bikers.
Even
then.
when I would go, me and my wife would go to California, I would do podcasts or something.
So we got sick Airbnb, and I told my other Florida friends, like, hey, we got this sick Airbnb with a pool and stuff. You guys want to come party one day? And he knows, like, my biker friends are going down because they're not bikers or anything. And he sent me that.
Which you're not either, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
He sent me that meme from Super Troopers where he shows up in the bicycle suit and he goes, oh, bikers. That would be so great if he pulled up like that.
That's cool. I didn't know
I
you
think
had
he's
other friends.
expecting you guys to all be in leather.
So when you say friends, it's one person.
I paid them.
Okay.
They're actually her friends.
Let's be real. You're marrying into it.
Yeah.
Is there a due date?
When are you
I'm
selling your
not
bike?
pregnant. Oh, God. Which one?
Hold on. You're not a,
Don't say nothing about the other bike. It's embarrassing.
That bike is beautiful. It has 18-inch ape hangers. Never get pit sweat on that bike, ever. Dries right out.
that's a thing. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to be like my first time ever like doing something for, especially that many days where it's like nothing work related. You
I'm
know what
so
I mean?
excited for that.
I am excited. But I've had a hard time just being out somewhere and just partying and letting loose. I think maybe a little bit the first night on our trip to Maine when we met up with you, I kind of partied a little bit hard. And the third night, I went hard.
So I don't mind if I have like a good plate, like the bar at the Sturgis.
Yeah.
I know I can get hammered and walk to my tent.
Yep.
But if I'm like somewhere and I have to ride back or drive back.
I feel like if we were in a house, though, we'd just be doing that in the garage.
Yeah.
And we'd all get sick of having the same conversation after a week.
I feel like that's going to happen in Florida. Is going to be a little bit more of partying at the house because we have so much amenities
it's a different
there.
situation, though. There's nothing else going on.
Trying to finger my chick.
No, we got a lot of places to go. Yeah, it's good.
So
People probably don't.
maybe I just need to suck it up next year and just get a fucking better air mattress.
Just bring a fucking mattress.
Yeah.
No
Straight
shit.
up.
So
Well,
this
it's
year
one
I
like a
did have to
vacuum
drive. I had to drive my truck with my bike in the back to Sturgis.
Just fucking inhaled your
Yeah,
burp.
it's amazing. And no shit, that it wasn't that bad. I miss riding. Like I'm still debating. I think I'm gonna ride the Smokies no matter what. And
For V-twin? Or
It's
No,
the
it's like
Smokies
the-
is more of
the,
a hangout with all the guys in the performance bagger scene.
yeah, so
during
last year
the
was so
V-twin
much
Smoky
fun.
Mountains
Yeah.
were-
We all stayed in one house. Same thing with this house. I think we have like 40 motherfuckers
Damn,
in this house.
39?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know I'm
Oh,
getting
hey,
the
Alex.
second biggest room there.
Did you pay the second biggest fee?
I'm not paying anything.
I got to talk to my dad about that because
Yeah. So he invited me, and
invites is there's like a PayPal at the end. Did you scroll down?
no. So I'm not on. I'm a different level of friend.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have to pay for that.
we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, he just got me an Airbnb for free in St. Augustine. It was badass.
Yeah. So maybe one day, your dad will start taking care of you the way he takes care of me.
Oh, he does.
And me.
This is the only house I've paid for.
I
thus
feel like your
far.
dad treats you like mine treats me.
He got cigarettes 12 years ago, bro.
What? You got what?
He left to go get cigarettes 12 years ago.
I miss him so much.
No, but I missed out on the Smokies last year.
So much fun, and I didn't know.
We were here doing the podcast
I didn't
during
think so,
the
yeah, yeah.
Smokies. Yeah, that weekend.
I just knew just a couple of them, but that was the fun part. You know, going in kind of blind. I
Yeah.
rode up by myself. The show, it was okay.
Yeah.
Our parking lot was amazing.
That was a sick looking parking lot.
Yeah.
So many black road glides.
Can y'all put a street glide in here for me?
There wasn't one street glide
Because nobody wants them.
because they're fucking sick.
Oh man.
So, anyways, to camp out.
Oh, yeah. So there's like a camp out thing going on.
Is this a street glides only?
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the camp out.
It's like farmersonly.com.
We got a bunch of shirts sold. Deadline's in a couple weeks, about 2 weeks for the shirts. Get those while you can. We're going to have hats for sale there.
What do you think? Have you like talked with the campground? Are they expecting us?
Oh, yeah.
Are they stoked?
They got a band for us.
Sweet.
I don't know what
Can't
the
wait.
fuck.
So we have to sit further away from the band.
I actually told them not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's annoying as fuck.
So what to the band, blah, blah. I'm like, do you have any bands that play like 90s, like punk or something? Like anything? Like, they're going to bring some Leonard Skinner shit. But half of our
That
crew
was
will
literally
be
like
that.
what was there. So the same band that was there last year will be there.
Yeah, but there will be a
that
band.
does camp
I
out.
think-
It's the same fucking people.
I think it will be like the band was good. Nobody watched the band, but it was better than a silent room of people drinking.
It wasn't a room. It was more outside.
But you can go inside and do karaoke.
that was that's fun. When
Well,
we're all
remember the
drunk.
magic lady? She was walking around doing magic for
With
everybody.
their fake pinky. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Weird
yeah.
as fuck. Bro.
Everybody just kept calling her out on her bullshit magic. But a couple of them, she got me.
She
I
got
was
me the first
hammered.
couple times.
She got me.
She got
I
me.
think the first night until the second night.
Yeah. That was my first time doing mushrooms.
Which
Well,
also-
enough mushrooms to feel it. That was good.
The magic lady is the karaoke lady, right?
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah, when we went for my birthday, she like went out for a smoke break, and the songs just kept playing because she just gets them off YouTube, like something with lyrics, and it pops up on YouTube, and that's her karaoke machine on a cell phone, and it holds her cell phone, and it just kept playing, and she like left, and I was up there for like an hour by myself. Everybody left. It was good.
Yeah, nobody was
Not
there.
at my camp out for my birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do it this year for the camp. Everybody would love it.
Yeah, I don't know. What else do you like? You got so we got the camp out, and then
ice loud?
Saturday.
Is the ice loud?
So Saturday we're going to that same bar again, where we went last
Yeah,
year.
we're going to Loft Yep.
Is that
I'm
what
gonna
it was
make sure
called?
they staff up.
That place was pretty cool.
Yeah,
was.
and they have like good-looking girls that they bring in. It's like
That's not why
it's like a
I'm going.
redneck Hooters. Oh, your wife does not watch this shit.
Yeah, but snitches do.
That'll be fun. There's a bunch of bars. A lot of people do their own thing on Saturday, but I go with
There's
the majority,
nothing
and
to
I
do
just
on
go.
your own
No, there's
Saturday.
nothing to do. You can go. Somebody
You'll
saw
see the manatees.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but somebody
the
saw
riding
a-
down there is obsolete.
right.
You're going to this camp out to get some clout. That's what you're doing.
It's for the ride there and the ride back.
It's
Once
just
we're
a
there,
big party
there's no
at
riding.
at the campground.
But
You're
that's
not
all-
going there to ride.
That's also the reason I don't make it 3 days at Scooter Haven because that's a little, redundant.
Two is kind of.
The right here. This is supposed to be promoting it.
It's a great. Everybody should come.
I love it. It's my
thought we were
second
in the-
favorite.
Even your
The
girlfriend.
tree of trust with the
You just killed everything right there.
fuck. But yeah, that's why I don't do 3 days because there's no riding there. So crash in there on Friday night, party your ass off, wake up hungover, drink some mimosas and Bloody Marys, and eat some breakfast at the
Dude,
thing.
I'm into
and
Bloody
then we all
Marys
get
now.
together by like
I'm
11,
new to
haul
mimosas.
ass 11 miles to the
What were
bar.
you drinking before?
I thought.
I like how we're having our own
Yeah.
conversation.
Keep going, buddy. You're doing great. Anyway, so like the last campground or the camp, whatever the fuck it is.
Sturgis?
James, no.
Oh, last
Oklahoma.
camp out. Yeah.
James hooked me up with something. I was like, I thought they were super gay. They're amazing.
Mimosas?
Amazing.
Fuck
Fucking
yeah, they're
delicious.
badass.
I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah. I'm hip to Bloody Marys, but not mimosa.
Yeah. So I've been on
So I got
mimosas for a long,
hammered.
Yeah.
and I've just got into Bloody Marys over the last like month and a half, 2 months. Actually, in Sturgis. Did you go with us that day we went to that fucking spot right across from the Harley dealership?
Mm-mm.
Good ass Bloody Mary. Probably some of the best ones I've ever had so far.
The whole time I was there, I never sat down at like a restaurant and like ate or like at a bar or nothing.
Where was
I know.
that? In Sturgis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because
You didn't get there till Friday, right?
No shit. Yeah. So I went to, I pulled into Mitchell on Thursday, unloaded my bike, rode in with like Jeremy,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Jamie,
You're extra.
all that. Yeah, extra. And
Trying
then
to
my
make new friends.
no, those are actually real
Didn't
friends.
Drake have a song like "No New Friends"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a pull-in
Cue it.
helmet.
I know, right? Fuck me.
I did not take that.
That was such like a snitch move right there.
It was like he was holding it and he's got a helmet.
It's okay. I'm gonna take care of you on that one, bud.
That was my ace.
I was waiting. This close, I was thinking about wearing it in, but
Dude, he's like my favorite painter, man.
no,
so
he's great. He's
I'll
actually
probably
a really good
steal it
Drake
from
guy.
you. What
I love
helmet?
it. I love that helmet. I hadn't worn it yet, but I love it.
Calm down.
All right. Anyway, I even forgot what I was talking about now.
Oh shit.
So yeah, Saturday.
You go to
Wait.
the bar, get drunk, and it's a race back to the campground.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yo, doesn't race?
You.
Motherfucker, I was trying to race Big Trouble the entire time. He wouldn't budge. He was scared as shit.
I don't know. We
Can't
couldn't
see.
see y'all back there.
He can't see, bless his heart.
He can't see?
No.
Well, here's the deal. So if you can just be on his bike so I can finally race whatever he
Yes.
has, then we'll
Yes.
do that.
What's in that bike?
Your,
124.
your bike's fast. I'll give you that. Like
Little Ting Ting got a whole row. Poor little Ting Ting.
That's what I call my wiener.
His road glide is pretty fucking fast for the
What
age.
it is.
Yeah. You know
Let's
what
be
I mean?
honest. It's not built hardly at all.
Eh,
James is a king of V-rods and mimosas.
yeah.
Don't start reading shit.
I'm not. I just came up with that on my own.
You do not interact with them. They are not a part of this podcast.
Steve Chamberlain said that your beard dye is looking good.
Thank you.
Thank
dark.
you. I was actually thinking I didn't have enough, but I was thinking of like just right before he got here, like just going to get just for men and just
Dude, if you would have did like a
doing
goatee.
it and
Oh
just
my God. You would have won. You would've
pretending
at least got
to
2
like
followers.
like, what do you mean? I just this is me. I'm always like this.
Which that started at your camp out
Yeah.
last year.
Because you,
Dude,
I'm like over in
I
the
was
corner
sitting- I'll
partying.
tell you exactly
Such
how
a
it happened.
slide joke. I'm like, haha, and then it turned into like, fuck. I think it's
I
a
was
big
sitting-
life now.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the other side of the bar, and I ordered. I remember it like it was yesterday. I ordered a club sandwich.
That's a good bar. You can
It's
get
a good
club
bar for a club
sandwich and
sandwich
whiskey for like $1.
Yeah, it was really, really delicious. And I think Dump Truck was sitting next to you, actually.
Name drop.
And fucking he came to your camp, but he never came to mine.
Yeah, mine's cooler.
He paid him.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Do you pay your fucking influencers?
Yes.
Of course I do.
God
What am
damn,
I, a
dude.
rookie?
Yeah.
And I think I was sitting with Big Trouble, and somebody else was sitting next to me. It was a couple of us, and I
Probably
just
Jesse James. He was there.
I just reached over. I was like, "There's no way Justin's beard is that fucking dark. He's the same age range as I am, and I have so much pepper in my beard. Like, there's no way." And then from a distance, it's black as fuck. But if you get up on it, you can see some
Not right
different color.
now? Oh, yeah.
Like I said, if you're right here, but if across the, he looks like fucking like he was on like,
Yeah.
what was that pirate TV show that was on like Stars for a while or
Oh,
something?
Pirates. Yeah, good porn.
Yeah. I got that DVD actually.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
Yeah.
a good one.
That was the last porn DVD I had. I bought it for,
Yeah, it's so sad he retired, that guy.
I'm so lost.
no, there was like this TV show that was like about pirates and shit for a while. It was like
Black Sails?
Black Sails, yeah. And like all the dudes in there, like they were like porn stars basically, and the lots of titties in it. Lots of those.
Oh, I should watch that. It
Yeah, it's pretty good.
sounds good.
What's the point of the story?
I was in
beard.
the corner.
oh, hey.
I was in the corner talking to somebody, and Jace is like, "Hey, Craig." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Look at Justin's beard. It looks like he dyes it. He dyes it, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it does look like he dyes it." I never thought it would blow up to where it went.
It's so fucked up. My son's on the joke. So like people that come on, and my son comes on, he's like, he does beard. And my son's like, he does his beard. I'm like, listen here, little fucker.
then
I pay for everything of yours. Like,
You brought Rachel to
Hey,
the anniversary
we get
party.
it.
A couple months later, you brought Rachel to the anniversary party. That was the first time I seen her since the camp out. And like you came in, started saying hi to everybody, and I was the only one she knew at the time. So she's like, "Oh, like bring me to get a beer." I'm like, "So like he like, wow, how do you help him do that? Do you help him do that with the beard? It looks so
Does she
good."
play
I can't.
along?
And I was trying to get her to be like, "Oh yeah, he does it like once a week," but she wouldn't like. She's like, "No."
so
he
actually, like I'll be driving that bitch just like pluck them out on the road, like little.
yeah. And
rays.
he started telling her not to touch him anymore because it's like, no, people think I died. Leave him in.
Dude, and people I don't know,
Yeah.
like randomly, I'll be in Sturgis, like, so, bro. I'm like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I'm like, what? They're like constantly like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
You don't know me.
We're not friends. You can't do that.
Only my close friends can say that. You don't say that.
It's funny. It's been a long ass joke though. Jesus Christ.
Dude, like what? That is everything. It's always about like those little nuanced like sayings or conversations, because basically like the whole "we get it" shit came from you. Actually, you from
Through him, yeah.
Yeah. So you came
Because
in
on
it-
the podcast,
That was
I was
the
like,
podcast
Justin does
we-
this thing. He's like, "Oh, we get it." So like everything you say, you just feel stupid after, and you're like, it's the worst. Perfect.
when people are talking, you just shut them down. With
yeah,
that.
and you're like, "Ah,
We get it.
Yeah, we get it.
I went to McDonald's yesterday and got 2 double cheeseburgers. Like,
get it.
whoa, we
Yeah.
get it, money bags. They're like, what the? They're like $1. I'm like,
But yeah, that was like this camp out. This my camp out was all that because you had came like a month before or something, and you were in town for your birthday.
that's
Remember
right.
we
And
did the
a
fucking Patreon
Yeah,
podcast.
drunk as shit. We got drunk.
That was a good one. That
before-
was when I don't know if you ever heard it, but that was
Patreon.
Do you have to
Jaden.
pay for it?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you won
I'm
a
joking.
boosted Brad thing once. So when did you cancel?
I did have
it's-
it.
okay, I was
That
gonna
was so
say, I was
funny. I
gonna let
forgot
you
all
know.
about that.
Podcast.
Yeah.
We got
Actually,
drunk
I
at-
won something on Patreon. Which
Dude,
was
I
for Brad.
wanted to do the whole like giveaway shit like Danger Dan does on the Patreon, but it's such a fucking
Can we get a
clusterfuck.
knife by Nick and then you rig it and I can have it?
that. It's a full time job to do all that shit.
Well, because you're trying to connect with the sponsors that are giving away shit. Like, hey, this guy won. This is, and then like I think someone still didn't get election right now that won one. I just feel like, you know what, if we just do exclusive content on there, maybe people will fucking pay for that. So
yeah. I
mean,
pay no matter what.
Especially when you
You pay
cut
for
off the
cable?
podcast, like, hey, we're getting too drunk. Let's save this for the Patreon people. And then you go over to the Patreon. It's just like
the last like
buttholes
8
and-
of those we've done, we've not been able to release.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they go hard. I mean, you get Cody drunk. He doesn't have a filter.
Jaden times like 6 more beers.
Yeah.
You know, Dragon gets out there and just fucking
He don't give a fuck.
lets it go. He's got some really good points. I really think he should do like something like some kind of like YouTube or
personality.
some kind of
but
shit.
he can't cuss unless he wants to make money.
You
Fuck,
can
I'll
cuss.
sponsor that motherfucker.
You can cuss.
Yeah, you can cuss.
Monetized, I thought.
You can cuss, but you can't.
You have to select. I just asked the same question last week, and like you have to select.
For kids or not kids?
Right.
Yeah.
If you say any F words within the first X amount of minutes in your video.
Do you make any money off YouTube yet?
No, nothing.
We can't because we cuss way too much.
No,
I think we
still can.
We still can, but it's like it's not as.
I thought that was why Steve was clean because he couldn't make money. He couldn't monetize it if he
can
wasn't.
select for all though.
And you make more if it's
so now like your kid can watch it. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Not from the abortion clinic.
God damn.
Not from Texas, huh? Oh man, you're ruthless.
Yeah.
That's all good.
The best part about me is I don't have a business to get ruined, so I can just say whatever.
But you're self-employed for what trucking company?
I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah,
Tripping trucking.
This became grow a beard, and he's talking so much shit right now. I'm like,
he had a beard for a while, and it looked pretty good. I was like, oh,
well, that was when I could put a face mask on everywhere I went, so nobody caught me without
He
shaving.
loved the face
how the
mask.
fuck are you self-employed and you still have rules?
Yeah, it sucks.
You can have a beard, but you can have all that shit on your hands.
It's my compensator.
And it makes no sense.
Remember we were doing the podcast with fucking Oliver last week or this week, whenever it was.
He
were
come
talking
twice when you talked about him.
You're like,
Yeah.
Craig's that
told
one
you
that
that
like
confidence.
literally did his hands first and then worked his way up.
No, I didn't. Everything
I'm like-
done.
You're talking directly to him.
My last tattoo was my fingers. I already had everything else.
Sax has his hands in
Yeah,
his
who are we
a
talking
hand
about? Oh, Sax has a hand and that's it.
Is your neck
No,
done too?
I got neck and
But what was first?
Didn't you get the
my chest and
Craig? You got the Harley fuckboy tattoo though, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I want one so bad. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Mine's
can't
like
do it.
Kenny, but I have an ear.
That's too soon.
No, it's not.
His buddies are ripping on him. It's so hard.
Yeah, dude.
No,
It's not
they seem like they like already the same shit. If you lost an ear,
I feel like
that's how
he's
they're
like,
treating him. So I'm
you
like,
know,
I feel like it's
he's
fair
probably
game.
like, man, losing an ear really did a lot for me. Like it's like got me a lot more followers and blah blah blah. So I would like to. I want
Have
to
you
do a
seen those
podcast.
videos from St. Louis? Like recently?
Fucking hardcore.
yeah.
Dude. Y'all need to
I'm
settle down.
Well, no, we need those people to do that type of shit. So
those guys are my favorite.
without
Instagram.
Steve and fucking Junkyard Kenny and all these dudes
No,
just doing
all
that.
that shit was amazing, but the guns and shooting shit.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh, I
needs
didn't
to
see
settle
that one.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I don't. Yeah, I didn't see
Did you
that.
see
We're
Either.
not allowed
that?
to
Yeah.
do that?
All the other shit was amazing. So much fun.
I did a desk pop at the second FASTLIFE camp out on top of that Talamina Parkway.
Okay,
Remember that?
You did.
that's really
Remember that?
that's
Yeah.
really bold of you.
I'm kind of an outlaw.
That probably killed somebody down there.
I hope so.
Get
my street cred up.
Meth heads around there.
You actually have to kill somebody to get finger tattoos.
So dumb.
Fuck yeah. Oh man. So yeah, is there gonna be anything cool at your camp out?
Yeah, these nuts. And fried
funny.
bologna sandwiches.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny.
No.
It's funny. Just admit it. It's funny. It's going to be a good time. Come out. Or don't. If you don't, we don't really want to be your friend anyway.
We gotta say this. Like, if you're gonna show up for the day, just don't.
That'd be hard to show up there for the day.
Well,
Wait,
there were people that
What
showed
about
up.
the Gump Award this year? Should we put more rules on it? You have to stay at
Yeah.
least one night.
So explain the Gump Award, what you did,
The
and
furthest traveled to the camp out, not the one who lives the furthest away, the one who did the most. The guy who won was from Georgia, Levi. He went to Key West first and came back, so therefore he had the most miles on the way there.
Adam was
Mark
second.
and Adam were second.
Mark.
Mark
Mark had the
Matthews.
more
Mark's
T-Bar
was
Jesus.
awesome. I really want to give it to Mark because he rode 500
Houston?
miles.
He rode every bike he had on the way there.
He rode 500 miles, broke down, trailered home, got another bike, and came and did it
I would say
again.
fuck that if I was him. but
I
he
would have been
did
like,
it.
it's
Yeah.
not meant, and he did, and I really wanted to give it to him. But the rule was who does the most amount of miles, and then my buddy Adam thought the rule was whoever does the most amount of miles in a day. So he did like 1,100 miles in a day from Ohio to Virginia Beach or something, and then down to the camp out.
He pulled
And
up
he's
like
like,
3
I
o'clock
made
in the
it.
morning.
I did it all in one
pretty
day. I go,
badass, though.
nobody said one day though. And the rule was this is the most miles. And the guy who won, Levi, he showed up one day and then he got the trophy and then he left. And people were like, I kind of feel ripped off. So maybe we should make it, you have to stay one night.
Well,
Levi's bike's he's redoing it right now. It's going to be sick.
I think that the vibe should be like, come be a part of the camp out. Don't just show up for a minute. Like,
right.
It felt like Saturday, a lot of people showed up to it and hung out for a while. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, I just live down the street. I'm going to go home. It's like,
I saw a lot of the grouping thing, like,
Yeah.
especially in the bar area. Like, we should all just hang out. And there's a lot of like separate groups because I go to get a beer and like see people that I hadn't seen all weekend. I didn't even know they were there.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a
we
lot
are
of people there.
We're the cool kids table. So
What do you think? 80 people last year? I know I sold 80 shirts.
I feel like there was a good group there last year.
I would say 80's fair.
80's probably, but nobody was in one spot at the same time. If the bar was full, there was 30
Inside and
people
outside of the bar.
in by the tents. And then there was an inside of the bar, there was an outside bar. So like a lot of people are like, was it like 30 people? I'm like, no, man, maybe 30 people outside the bar. Like if I sold 80 shirts and they were all gone except for like
And the way
5,
you did the shirts thing was the same way that I got that from you. Like
Right.
you had to show up to get a shirt.
you got to earn it. Yeah.
Yeah. So-
People have already, a lot of people try to buy them and mail them, and just I don't live at home, so I'm not mailing stuff because I got to go home and get it, and I want people to show up for the thing and get the shirt. And if you have the shirt, you did something.
Well, it's like if you see now, maybe when it's a small group like what your camp out is, or even mine in a sense, like, you know, let's just say 500 or less people show up to something, and then like 10 years down the line, not that our shirts are going to be around that long, but maybe. You know, how dope would it be if like 15 years, like we're at a stoplight and some
And you
homeless
see the
guys wearing our
shirt?
shirt?
Yeah.
I'd be like,
That would be awesome.
that would be pretty fucking badass. I'm like, well, you just got a fucking meal ticket. Let's go, buddy. But you want that kind of vibe of like, just, oh, fuck, you were at that camp out. I heard about that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially the first shirt. I actually like the first shirt colors better.
I feel like it's the same.
Do you have the design
No,
for
they're
this year?
completely different.
Yeah, it's on the it's the actual cover of the podcast, but I don't think they can see it right now.
Is it up there?
Right here. It's like the same
yeah.
shit, but it's got a little bit more
But it's
orange.
Jaden up top, humping the dragon, and then it's
That shit was
Steve
hilarious.
Yokin doing the wheelie.
Yeah.
Steve motherfucking Youngkin.
Scuba Steve.
That's funny. Is this the back or the front?
That's a back. The front has like a 2021
Okay.
Down South Campout or whatever.
Yeah.
I had him do a separate logo for the front. That's the guy who does like Rusty Butcher's shit, all of his drawings.
Oh.
Are you doing the same? Don't name drop. Are you doing the same
Steve Butcher.
quality shirts?
No, we are doing. If anybody
better.
has a Rebels Den shirt, it's going to be those
It's better.
Bella
Those are
Canvas
nice
3001
shirts,
shirts, and those are my favorite
If
shirts.
anybody
I wear.
wants a Down South Camp Out 1 shirt, I have a fresh one. I've never worn it.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate the
No,
support.
dude. As far as like buffing with them,
I give you free shirts and you don't even wear them. Such a jerk.
Dude, they fucking feel like goddamn sandbag. I feel like I'm wearing a Scotch Brite.
It's a Gildan. Everybody has Gildan. This is a Gildan. Sorry,
no, it's not.
Thundermax.
It's not a Gildan.
Nobody.
That is not a
knows
Gildan. I
What
think
is
it's
this?
Soft. Next level or some shit.
It's Gildan.
It's fucking a different one though.
No, it's a Gildan.
It's not a straight up. Well, maybe it's only in 3X.
You just hate me.
He just wears shitty shirts.
No, I don't like I don't like Gildans.
If you don't have
But-
your fucking logo fucking printed in the T-shirt, quit.
I don't like Gildans, but
If it doesn't say Down South Camp Out 2 XL, just don't do shirts, bro.
oh, you mean in the tag?
Yeah, in the tag, man. Grow up.
I'm not.
All mine had the rip away tags. Nobody wants to tag after you wear it.
His shirts look like you can just iron them on.
Gabber.
Soft too.
I gotta pee.
Oh, fuck, I was about to go pee.
Well, you guys gonna have to talk a little.
It looks more like a shit walk than a pee walk.
Oh, man.
So now that he's gone,
Yeah. Fuck that camp out, right?
yeah. No, actually, none of us are going. We're just talking shit. We just set this up to just make
Yeah.
fun of him.
He's like your retard friend, you know? Like, yeah, man.
That's so mean.
He's so sweet. But you're not even riding to the camp out, I heard.
I don't know if I can.
Don't put that on yourself.
legally, I don't know if I can. Like, literally, that's the reason I didn't ride to Sturgis. I was supposed to ride to Smoky Mountains, which I really want to. The ride there is the best part. And then the down south.
Just do it.
It's scary.
But I heard that Big Trouble, you were going to ride one of his bikes, or what's his deal with it? Did he ever do the raffle thing with the Dyna yet?
Didn't have to.
Sold it?
Sold the Dyna.
Where'd he go
Don't come
to?
in
Sold
talking.
the Dyna. I know things.
So he sold
I'm
the Dyna.
actually pissed now that he didn't tell me because I had 3 people trying to buy it.
Sold the Dyna for good money, but you couldn't have built that bike for that.
Oh, for sure. The prices he was telling me that he was
Yeah.
willing to let it go for.
Yeah.
You couldn't build that bike for that.
It
for
was
sure.
just shy of that number he wanted. The bike is insane. I want that fucking bike so bad. But so he bought
You got to ride it in Daytona.
he bought another Road Glide, right?
Yeah, I saw the new Road Glide he bought.
The silver one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you paying attention to that? What are you doing?
I'm
you doing,
interacting with
Saxon?
people. I'm doing my job.
So, where'd the Dyna go?
Shocker.
What are we looking at?
Snapback hat backwards, performance bagger digs 101. Sweet, hell yeah. Thanks, bud.
Black and white checker Vans.
Did y'all wear y'all's checkered Vans? Oh shit, that's just me.
We have show shoes.
just me.
Who's this guy?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Bagger trash.
Is he trolling or is he?
I
I
mean,
don't fucking know.
he's got bagger in his name, so.
Yeah, bagger trash.
It's better than FLHTCL fee.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's better than like saying I'm fucking so and so glide.
God damn.
Yeah.
I want to start selling people fucking Instagram names. Just like
It's
help
true.
them
We
out.
came up with
Dude.
Call Me Dragon.
Yeah,
during
on the
our
podcast,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please put your name somewhere on your handle. Like not even your handle. Like where I can look up your name.
In your
That's
bio?
the hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Because like if you buy something, like I try to go back to you because
Yeah.
of your name. I cannot
For
do it.
shipping.
Yeah,
No.
or just like questions or anything. It's a pain in the ass to go back to them.
Yeah, and you go back, it's like, oh, so and so's fucking bagger 6969 dripping wet
Yeah.
is fucking really Josh Thompson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
give out my email like that.
Yeah. I forgot what we were saying before we.
we were talking about Big Trouble's Dyna. So
So the Dyna sold
where'd it go?
Vegas.
Vegas. Okay.
Yeah. I was coming like this close to go to like ship it for them because I think they're having a hard time finding a shipper quick. So yeah, he sold that. I don't know. I don't think it's left yet though. And then he bought a
Oh
silver.
yeah, because he put it in group chat. Who wants to bring this thing cross country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was being funny and shot out a huge number, and he's like, "That's about right." I'm like, "Oh, it's not a bad idea." Anyways,
Welcome to trucking.
yeah.
You don't go across the Rockies. Calm down.
Of course I do.
You don't
been
know
to
how to
every
drive in
state.
that kind of train, dude. Just be real. You
I
only
got more
drive
miles
on-
on chains than you do on your road glide.
Okay. Probably do, but all right.
Anyways, he bought a Road Glide while his other Road Glide's down at Kyle's getting rebuilt for Daytona. And then so I think this bike should be done for Smoky Mountains.
With the one he's doing. This
Yeah,
kind of
so
one?
he like did like my trees, risers.
Wait until you
gauge
see that
Yeah.
color scheme they're doing. It's gonna be dope.
on the new one.
No, on his gray one,
What color scheme?
they're doing
On
a
the carbon
color
one?
scheme. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's paint. It's gonna be painted carbon.
Yeah, it's supposed
It's gonna
to.
be
Jeremy's supposed to paint all that.
Fucking dope.
On his old one, not the new one. You're getting confused.
I said the gray one. I didn't say the.
Well, he's
new one.
talking about the gray
Oh.
CVO.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
his
yeah.
other one. I'm
Yeah.
talking about his CVO.
Yeah, that one's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
All I know
I'm
is
excited.
I'm putting my whole dick into this bike. This next one,
Ooh.
Yours?
not a lot. Just all I got though.
Yours?
Yeah,
You should.
yeah. I haven't done a
Do some
full
fucking-
frame off build since the.
Are you going
FXR.
to?
Yeah.
With parts, move your fucking gauges, take some factory shit off there. Yes.
Look at him trying to sell gauge relocation
I'm not even trying to
kits.
sell you. I'm not even saying buy mine.
No, I
do
would love to work with you on doing things. I don't want to do.
AKA give him some free
There's certain
shit.
there's certain things that doesn't.
I'm not
The
saying
gauge
me.
relocation doesn't work for me because of my current setup. So The gauge relocation only
you
works
can't see
out
over them.
Yeah, I can't. So why do I need them? And I have a Thundermax screen that tells me more information than the gauges do.
Power
So.
Man. I'm sorry.
You're wearing the shirt, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm
And
sponsored.
so, my thing is like finding
bought me
things
lunch.
that like I want to work with you as much as possible on the bike, but I want to find things that you can
Literally,
do.
I'm not saying me.
Yeah.
I'm being like, I want to see a full build.
Yeah, I want to do one. You know, it's been. I have resources and connections now that I can do more shit on a bike than I ever did previous. And after his camp out, my bike is coming back here and it's going to the frame. And then the goal from that point on is to
Are
basically
we allowed
spend,
to say what you're getting before they camp out?
Yeah, I'm doing a 131.
Boom.
House of Harley. Holla at your boy.
They got a twofer going on?
Well,
Yeah. 2 for
with my high
14
level
grand.
of influencer,
That's a pretty good deal.
You're not going to do
14.
the 131R?
no. That's a high compression motor. It's probably not going to
super
be.
hot for the
It's
street.
probably not. I'm just assuming. I'm not a motor nerd like everybody on Facebook is. So I don't really know. I know the 131 works for what I want to do. My last one, I did 7 iron butt rides on there. You know, I rode it zigzag cross country multiple times and could still whoop most people's ass with a stock crate motor. So everybody's like, the walls are so thin and blah 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 and everything doesn't work. It's like I know everybody that's bought every kit that they've never been able to put the miles I put down and ride the way I ride. So fuck with me. You know what I mean?
Dang. Okay.
He barely got little ting ting. He barely got little ting ting in Florida.
Dude,
Oh, that's great. I saw that.
From stop.
No.
From stop. Give me stoplight.
dude,
Give me stoplight.
Wait,
to,
I was there.
I was like playing with you.
Top end. Yeah, you fucked me up.
No, I'll fuck you up everywhere once I get the new motor.
Done. We'll put money on it. So when you have it done, Daytona.
No, I'll have it
Next
done for the
camp
camp out.
You will.
Yeah.
Mine will be down in the frame and camp out. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, so you driving there?
Oh, he's flying into Jacksonville probably.
Oh, okay, yeah. Riding the back with your dad?
Hey, you never know.
Hey. Y'all talk about something
Hey.
So how's your dad?
My dad.
Yeah.
He's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while. When he was in Sturgis,
My stepbrother's being a dick though.
why?
I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
David?
No, Monty.
Oh. What's up with you, Sax?
Not a whole lot.
No.
So
What?
is your bike back up?
Fuck no, it's gone.
Like sold
What? You
or
sold it or
insurance?
wrecked
No, it's fucking gone. Like,
If anybody didn't know, he wrecked it on the way to Sturgis. 4 hours out, all the way from Texas, wrecked it.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
So, I
What
think I
were
already
you
talked about this last podcast, but my insurance pulled out a year's worth to cover a full year of insurance out of nowhere. I'm usually paying month to month, and they pulled out $1,400. So I called them and told them to fucking put it back and just keep doing month to month like I've been doing. And from what I understood, everything was good. It was just going to continue to come out of my account.
So you lapsed.
Yeah. And
So you didn't have insurance?
I didn't have insurance whenever I wrecked.
So
God.
was the bike totaled?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was. He said
Did you ever see the bike after you wrecked?
no.
So whoever has it after you wrecked still has it?
Yeah.
Is that the
Did
tow
they
truck
write you-
company?
Do they write you
Tow
a
truck
check?
company got it?
They didn't. You got something out of it.
Wait, no. Tow Trunk Company has it. I never got anything for it.
They didn't write you a check.
No.
Nobody did.
So you owe
Go get the
towing and
fucking
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, he's got to go pay for
At
towing and
the,
impound
at this
stuff.
point, it's
the
not
impound's
even
probably
worth
going to be
it.
fucking thousands of dollars.
The
yeah,
bike
and then
isn't
trailering
worth
it
that.
down.
And then fixing it on top of that.
So what's next? Go buy another.
I gotta get a
Go-kart.
fucking
Go
vehicle.
finance a bike.
I gotta get a good vehicle before I can get another bike. Because my car's a piece of shit.
The grandma. Don't talk about Grandma Keys that way.
Goddamn Sax.
Yeah.
How old are you, Sax?
28.
He's got time. He's got time.
Dude, my early 20s, that was a shit show.
You got bourbon blood
Shut
over
the
here.
fuck up.
Jesus.
A shit show.
I'll get my shit together one day.
28's when I started
I
driving
think whenever
truck.
when I was in my late 20s, I probably felt like every time something like that would happen to me, it was like, fuck, like, how am I going to bounce
End
back?
of the world type of deal.
You know, but when I think about my 20s now, 10 years ago almost, you know what I'm saying? It's like so much has happened since then. It's like the perspective you don't have. I think that's the thing you don't have in your 20s is perspective of how much time you have to right bad shit that happens to you or to correct wrong turns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My grandma always said, if you don't make it by 30, you're not going to make it. So I
You
always
gotta
had
think
this.
the life
this-
expectancy back then was 40.
Yeah. I always, well, she had 10 kids, so she knows her experience. Like, oh, I figured it out. If you ain't making it by 30, you ain't making it. So I always had this ticking time clock in my head, be like, I better figure something out. And I always had decent jobs, but I was like, not making it yet. So I made a drastic change, and it was probably
You know what I
the
think
best thing I ever did.
probably the hardest thing for people in their 20s to figure out is what they want to put all their eggs in a basket in.
Yeah,
and,
you don't know what direction you want to go.
And the realistically, like maybe to make that a more complicated matter, if you spread yourself thin, you can't really
Never been
progress in like any one thing to become professional at it, right? So when did you start doing machine work?
Almost 20 years ago.
All right, so almost 20 years ago. So you're almost 20 years into what you do. Same thing with me. I have been in the paint industry for over 20 years, but as a custom painter, 20 years. I'm about 17 years into that, right? So
after
when
3
people
years,
see,
you start doing custom paint?
well, I grew up in a body shop, so I used to sand as a kid in my dad's shop, and then I did custom paint. I got a job at a place that doing what he was doing, which was sanding and things like that.
Prep work shit.
And then, you know, I evolved into custom paint, right? But
Yeah.
so I think so many people see your Instagram, see your business, my business, and many other people's, Jeremy, Lucky Strike, Poland, all these other people, and they don't realize that there's almost 20 years of experience to be here, right?
And don't act like here is fucking
Yeah,
we're
it's
sitting back
not-
buying shit all the time.
Yeah, it's not like we're not. I wouldn't say that we're successful. Like, okay, we've made it.
It's
like,
a different stress.
yeah,
It's a different stress.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like comparing myself, not money wise, but everybody going on trips and
Yeah.
going to every
And I
event.
couldn't do
and
that
I'm just
shit
like,
very
God
much
damn,
when I
I
was your age
can
either.
never do that
I
shit.
Yeah.
couldn't do it until the last couple of years, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
no, when
Because
I was your age, I wasn't doing
especially in
many.
my 20s, you know, I had 2 kids,
Herpes.
a wife, herpes,
I don't stop nobody.
a house. Like, we were like before paycheck to paycheck for a long time. I mean, we just recently got comfortable where we could like enjoy ourselves more. It gets better, but it's a
Oh, yeah.
bitch, dude.
I know.
And so I was raised like poor, on the poor side. So we didn't go on vacations
We could tell.
and all that shit. Yeah?
we could tell.
Yeah? Yeah. Fucking time will come, dude.
No, that's the weird. That's the thing that's it doesn't make sense, but it's true. Is it like if you stay at a job or stay at a career path, then things become better for you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? In most aspects, like
But pick one.
yeah, pick one and
to
stick with it.
And,
like
and when you pick one, see how much that career makes.
Don't
well,
say that.
if you're looking at a career, like say I'm going to go fucking unload
why
trucks.
would you date a
like,
girl if you're not gonna marry her? It's like the same thing with the work. If you're not gonna make a career out of it, you're wasting your time.
I mean,
you have
Yeah.
to find a way to make like every career, every job and every career has
A step-
subsidiary things.
I was doing pest control for years, and the top pest control guy I've ever met wasn't making where I wanted to be in the future.
What'd
So
the
I'm
owner
like,
make?
okay, I need to
What'd the owner make?
quite a bit.
So that's your goal.
So your goal is to be the owner of a company, not be an employee. See,
That's
some
the way
of,
I always looked
hey,
at things.
Justin, some of us are fucking wolves and some of us are cheap sheep, right?
Bless your heart. So anyways,
We're all self-employed
while you're,
here.
while you're filling out applications, we'll be accepting them later. So anyways,
Why did I
Open his
have
beer
him
for him,
on?
peasant.
I'll put extra on your check. Don't worry.
I was
go, babe.
explaining this to. I was talking to my brother a couple days ago because my brother's doing like
Working out.
He's working out.
Is he? He should post about it. I didn't even see it.
But he's pursuing a career as a personal trainer, right? And
What happened to music then? Is it done?
well,
no, he's still doing it.
he's
There you
still
go.
doing it.
A personal trainer that's self-employed still don't make shit.
True.
What?
Perfect example.
Unless
you have
you-
to
I thought
own
they-
the gym to make the money.
I thought they actually do.
Yeah, they make $50 an hour, 5 hours a day.
Why are you only working 5 hours?
I mean, unless
Because
you're doing like
there's
rich
time
people.
in between clients, and
Well,
that takes 10
all I'm gonna
hours
say
to
is
do,
this:
and
like, I think with any career that
you're not
like
gonna get rich. Off
he's
that.
gonna have a hard time for the next couple of years to get his name in the belt. But once he continues to work himself out and he continues to build a clientele, then he will get to a
I'm
point
not
where.
shitting on your brother. at
No,
all. I
I'm
was
just saying
giving
like
an
this is.
example of something
I'm saying
you
this
can't
is
get
what
rich.
happens. Period for anybody that's pursuing a career is that we're so used to short-term like results, and that's not how this works. Like short-term results.
Our generation with the instant gratification shit.
I don't want to go take it that far. I think that people in general are always looking for short-term results. That's why they pursue things, right? The thing is, like when you're trying to make a career and you're trying to be a professional at it, you need to put time into it. And when you put time into it, there's two things when you do like what he does, what I do. I could imagine with you being a truck driver, your reputation at some point will be your resume, right? And over time, like when you're 27 years old or 25 years old, and you might try to act like you got your shit together to the public, but grown-ups can kind of, they can feel that vibe like, oh, this dude ain't got his shit together. I'm going to take advantage of this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I know what
You
you're
know?
talking about there, yeah.
And then at some point, you get in your 30s when you're like, when you can literally be like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in this project. Then motherfuckers will be like, well, how much? Okay, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like it changes when people.
When you get a backbone is when people start respecting.
Yeah,
you.
and
That's kinda what
sometimes
you're
your
saying.
backbone is because of your skill. You know what I mean? You can get a backbone and still
because
be
your knowledge.
you can get a backbone and still be a shitty painter,
Right.
right? But if you're a good painter or you're good at what you do, and you have a backbone, then people will pay for what you provide.
No.
And that takes time to create. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, how you look at how much somebody makes, like in the end of whatever career path you choose. Mm-hmm. I have no clue what people make doing video, but I fucking love it, and that's what I'm.
There's a guy named Tarantino, I think, was his. He does pretty well.
Not doing like movies,
Well, I mean, start somewhere.
but
I'm sure you started short films, and
Is that your thing, like editing
oh yeah,
videos?
I think
Which
that's
the last ones are
that you
dope.
could. The sky's the limit with that. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, commercials. Yeah, people get paid a lot to do that. And
There's
then
a
you can
lot.
get
There's a
into
lot
short
of areas
films
in what he is interested in where he can make money. It's just that probably I don't know if he's noticed this, and I don't want to speak for you, but when you get into the video aspect of the world, the money is not in the glam, right? The money is in the shit that's boring. Right? The money's going to be going to this fucking insurance company and doing some weird ass walk around a car as they do a. Did you get hit by a car? You know what I mean? That shit. That's where the money's at. It's not in the glam on Instagram with transitions and
But
fucking.
you got to do that shit.
and then you could even get into like editing commercials or then editing movies or whatever you want.
I mean, I would like to do
as long as you get
music
that like
videos and
skill
shit.
down, and if you learn something
Who
like
watches music
Final
videos?
Cut
I was
Pro
just
or
about to
stuff
say,
like
is that still a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Is it still a thing?
I don't know.
YouTube.
Well, I'm gonna stop making
Do
them.
they
Then.
still?
Yeah,
I'm being like dead serious. They still make music videos.
yeah.
I haven't
YouTube.
seen like a legit.
Like, have you
I've
watched
seen music videos for like low end bands, but I've never seen like a Kanye West video recently.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when they used to get
There's-
fucking like
still-
all major like people you hear
Where
on
do
the
they play
radio.
on?
They all do on
MTV
YouTube.
too? Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, this whole TV show's on YouTube now, like YouTube originals, like and like an Amazon or Hulu original.
I got to piss. Fuck off.
Oh, you know what was a YouTube original show? I don't know if it was original, but it was released first.
Yeah, it was
the Karate Kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra
Yeah.
Kai. That was on YouTube like a year and a half before it hit Netflix. And everybody's like, "Oh," I'm like, "No,
That's
I
a
bought the
good-ass fucking
YouTube
show. I
Red
like it.
just to watch that show and then cancel it right after, like most white trash do."
I like that show.
That's the way to do it.
I actually like Coors Banquet too. It's pretty good beer.
Oh, because what's his name? Johnny
that
drinks
shit
it.
heavy,
Yeah. I can only
I
have
think-
like 4 and I'm stuffed.
I haven't drank many of them. I've had like one, be like, this is tasty. This is a tasty beer.
It is a one beer, like we're going to dinner, have a beer with dinner kind of beer, but it's not like I'm
I
going
like
to drink
those
30
bottles.
of these today.
It's
How
like
many of those
the
fucking
root beer
twisted
bottles.
teas are you gonna drink though?
I mean,
It's true, but they don't fill me up for some reason. There's actually a Twisted Tea Light they sell in Maine. I haven't found it anywhere else, and is the most delicious shit ever. But when you put ice in Twisted Tea, it kind of tastes like Twisted Tea Light. It takes out the syrupy like aftertaste. I love it.
Okay.
I thought we were talking, and that's just the tree of trust here. What's that, people?
So, what's the happenings on the world of performance bagger Facebookdom?
Oh man!
So everybody, Craig runs. What is it? Performance bagger or baggers?
You should know you named it.
Oh, I don't remember.
We started it together. And then you backed out on me. I created, when that guy kicked us out, I was like, let's take the name. And I made Performance Baggers. Okay. And you're like, dude, take out the S. So I had to make a separate page that said Performance Baggers without the S.
Bagger.
I don't know why. I want to say the S again, but I'm like, that's wrong.
You need to cut this dude off.
I'm getting hammered over here.
He's on number 3.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Well, my fourth tall boy. Fucking child.
Oh my God, you're gonna eat your words next week so bad,
dude. I'm your adult. I'm your elder. That's what I'm looking for.
Have you drank
wheeling your ass around
out on a boat, like in the middle of the water?
Yeah, on the middle of the ocean, on an island.
I'm an adult. I've done many things.
Like Andy Samberg.
I've done a lot, dude. I was thinking about the other day all the fucked up things and the wild shit I've done in my life.
Going on a boat, that's crazy.
You ever seen like those? You ever seen like those things on Facebook where it's like, what do you say? Like, have you ever done this? And yes or no, and you add up your score
points,
shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
always get 0.
I've done a lot. I've had a lot of crazy shit happen to me. Like, even like recently, like with
you had a kid at like 17, didn't you?
Yeah, I was married at 18.
Crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's even crazier.
It was a bad idea.
Married,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was married. I was still in high school.
What?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. I've done it.
Wow. Shouldn't do that.
How long did it last?
2 years.
That's when you graduated. It's at 20.
No, yeah. I mean, it was a shit show, but I had a crazy child. I had a crazy high school life. My dad went to jail. My mom was she got a felony.
I remember you told me.
And then my brother was just born when I was kind of going into high school. So,
and your brother got good mom.
Yeah, my brother got not crackhead mom. I got fucking crackhead mom, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that was the drug of the 90s. So, yeah, I fucking had a full-time job and an apartment in high school, and I still graduated. So
yeah, I had a pretty cushy life, and I dropped out.
You dropped out of high school?
Fuck yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of high school.
I got kicked out of our technical school, the P-Tech.
Yeah.
They said, is there any good riding where you do the camp out? And the answer to that is
no. We ride to the bar. Most of the riding is on the way there. It's 11 miles, so
but you're going there for the people. You're not going for the riding.
We do the riding on the way there. It's like Florida, 500 miles to the camp out, or 400 and something.
Yeah. All shit riding.
It's a party. And if you know me in person, I party. And so if I'm going to throw out an event, it's going to be surrounded by partying.
It is a good party. It's a good time.
It's a party.
It's fun. It's like the end of the year hoorah, though, right?
Yeah. I'd say it's the last event of the year. I don't think there's anything after it. Besides like the Florida show with Jason and them. But
that's after it?
That's a event, but I don't think it's a ride-in event. As camp out wise and things you ride to, because everything in the Northeast, we do have quite a bit of people come from Pennsylvania and New England, and no, that guy didn't come from New Hampshire. What's his name? Who rode in the blizzard on the way to the south?
Don't put me on the spot.
I can't remember his name right now.
The guys that hung out with us while we were up there, right?
No,
not
they
us,
came to your
not
camp
you,
out.
but us.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
I have no idea.
Jaden knows all their handles real well. I don't know.
That's why we need Jaden here.
How he
Wish he
keeps
would have
up
came.
with that shit.
Jaden,
he does.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's my Rolodex for Instagram names. Yeah, that's the thing is like when people, maybe not look at everything motorcycle related as it has to be a good ride. I think that so many people do not factor in the fact that some things about motorcycling is about the people and it's about the friends you make. Because realistically, I would say the most. realistically, you can ride your bike anywhere you want to ride your bike. So why don't you? Why does it yeah, go fucking ride every badass ride in America and go have fun. But
you need a
motorcycling
to ride to where you need to ride to.
Oh, can I have another one?
Oh my God.
My goodness.
You're going to have to machine me a table. I want a big skull with a
It's
Reaper.
gotta
With a big hammer and shit.
Do a whole Sons of Anarchy table for him.
Okay.
He's so funny.
You have to make it in 40 pieces and then bolt it together. It'll probably fall apart.
Yeah, it's my machinist.
Yeah, like, can I get a kickstand block for this table real quick? Get any gauge relocation?
That's his go-to is kickstand block.
I want more from you.
Open your eyes.
To what?
The other things.
I saw that. Did you just
Well,
come
coming
out
from the
with
guy,
that?
there's 20 helmets in this room painted. We want more from you.
Paint a bagger beside yourself.
Well, save your money.
Did you just come out with that screen your replacement
Yes.
for the gauges?
The
Yes.
infotainment.
Like this week. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I saw somebody had one of those on bike already, didn't they?
Some other guy 3D prints one.
Oh, okay. So you copied it.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was, the way he asked it, I go, this is going to happen. Something's going to happen here.
No, I get that. Like, no shit. I've got that question several times a week. A lot. And then finally, fuck it, I'll make one.
It makes sense to make one.
It's
I would
crazy to
would
me,
rather
though.
put my gauges in my radio slot
Do you not-
than as a gauge relocation thing.
So I don't have a new bagger.
You want to plug your
Do y'all
company?
not use anything on
MJK.com?
there?
No, well, Thundermax has a screen,
I get that. But
and I have everything I need on that screen. Other than
I'm talking about does everything suck on the infotainment center? Like GPS?
I don't know. I can't see mine.
You don't use yours?
I can't see it. The T-bars are in the way.
his is different. I can see mine, and
What do you use it for?
I have used it for
Temperature?
the gauges. I have used it for the gauge or the navigation
Radio.
before.
Oh, yeah. That's
I don't
See,
like-
I heard it's tough.
It's horrible.
It is tough. It is tough compared to Google Maps,
It's
right?
horrible.
But I don't like running phone mounts anymore. I feel like if I'm riding a bike, I want to ride a bike, not be seeing fucking Instagram messages. And
I
shit
use
pop
my
up.
phone mount for the GPS. When I had
I
ape
don't have any
hangers,
phone mounts either.
I tried to use that GPS.
I stopped doing the
once,
phone
and it was
mounts.
the
I
worst thing I've ever tried.
I haven't ridden across country with a phone mount at all this year. So when I went to California earlier, I would put the place in the fucking radio GPS and just let it take me.
He just
to
had
it.
a sticker on his handlebars that said "Stay on I-10."
You don't like with the Lexan though. You can have it in your pocket. You can have radio.
Yeah,
on.
that's
It's
what
gonna
I do.
tell
Yeah,
you
I
just listen to
left
it.
or right when you
Same
need
with
it.
the
So
Senna,
yeah.
the Superior Project Alexa.
You're in the wrong.
Hey, you don't say
place.
that.
Get a rope.
But-
it's
Kinky.
yeah. No,
So
I
guess
just
you don't need it.
well.
That was my big confusion. I'm like, I feel like there's a lot going on in that screen, but if
There
fucking-
there could be if Harley would really open up the capabilities of that infotainment center to where plugging in your phone could do more of like an Apple Play thing. There is the fucking
Yeah.
Core Performance has a little plug-in deal that you can put in there and make it happen.
Make it Google Maps.
Yeah, you
So
can. So
whatever's
I
on
have
your
that
phone
on.
is-
I have that.
That'd be great.
I have that on this bike, right? And it does work, but my phone. This is almost 2 years old now, and so my connection isn't great. So
you physically, there's not like a Bluetooth thing.
not for Apple Play.
there
Apple
should
Play
be.
has to be plugged in.
Oh, okay.
So even on my Jeep and shit, you have to plug it in your phone and it'll do Apple CarPlay, which is badass because then you got Google Maps, you got everything on there,
And
so
it charges your phone.
and it charges your phone. But so because my connection isn't good, it'll go in and out, and
yeah.
so I don't even fuck with it. And it's not. It's just. It's just because my phone's old and I need to
I'm
replace
surprised
it.
there's not an aftermarket infotainment you can buy and
Well, the
replace
Core Performance
Harley
thing
one.
is not a bad
Yeah,
deal. It's
called
like $20.
Pioneer, Sony.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you could do those things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
will they?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So if you have an older Road Glide that had the buttons, or the older screen, do you have the special on yours, right?
With a CD player.
no, the
Well, no, the older specials had buttons on the side, but it still was a touchscreen.
yeah, I have that.
And then
one.
you have-
So
So
the 18 and down had the buttons.
The one that dude sent me has the buttons on the side with the smaller screen in the middle.
That's 18 and down.
Yeah, that's the
mine was
shitty,
the last
shitty
year of it.
18 down.
Okay.
Did
why I
do
blocked
you have
it. I didn't want to
navigation on
see it.
yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Yours is the better one. There's a shittier one that just has like an LCD screen on it.
Oh, you're talking. Those came on the standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4-inch or 3-inch screen or whatever it is.
So on Thunder Max, the screen normally.
First time we talked about motorcycles.
The screen normally is just for iRide.
Yeah, but it does, because of the way the CAN bus system works, you can get all this information through the wiring.
But they don't sell it by itself yet.
I'm working with them. I'm trying to get them.
I've actually heard just recently that is coming up, like a Power Vision.
But we've had ours for like 3 years.
You're not getting anything for free, so shut the fuck up.
Of course I am. I'm wearing this shirt.
No, like a Power Vision mount, you get a tune, you get the screen. Or you can, right? It's an add-on.
Yeah.
But Thunder Max, if you get the tune, there is no option to get the screen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Other than iRide.
No, you can buy
Unless
the
you get
screen. They'll
iRide.
sell it to you. But
Nope.
yeah, they will.
They won't.
That's what I heard too. They
won't.
won't. But I heard now they're coming out
Guess
with
you
one,
just got to put the offer code in.
which is what
Oh,
my
I see
mission
what he's
is.
doing
Fast
now.
Life.
I see what he's doing now.
They will sell you the
Turbo
fucking screen.
Fucks is the offer code.
It's just kind of more of a. They don't want to blast it, advertise it, like, and then 500
They won't
people.
sell it to you.
Dude, they sell it to people all the time.
If they drop a name or know somebody, but if they don't,
How else does the world work? Like, networking is how people get places. Like,
go on the Thundermax forum, and it's a bunch of people who are like, "Hey, when's the screen you're gonna release?" And everybody's like, "Can't get them."
who the fuck wants to Who wants to take care of a forum?
Who has
The worst people in the world.
Oh, you're still on Facebook.
Yeah. Hey guys, we got 30,000 followers on Facebook. 34,000. I don't stand by anything any of them say.
I don't even read them. I just
do.
approve or disapprove, but I don't like see them afterwards. Oh, let's go back to that.
Okay.
So we had a conversation about it earlier. We didn't really get into it, but we were like talking about just dumping the page. We're like,
Yeah,
fuck this page. It's a pain in the ass. Everybody's getting mad at
Everybody.
the admins
That's Facebook.
about
I've never had one.
I'm not getting approved. Not yeah, I
get
know.
it.
I'm on there
get
fighting
it.
your fucking battles all the time.
Yeah.
I have to screenshot shit and send it to his Instagram and be like,
No.
this guy said this.
That's what Facebook is.
You remember? You remember the guy was like,
I do see your.
No. I go, he's like, oh yeah, this guy fucked over this and that. I go, you're thinking of the wrong guy. And he's like,
my
no,
God.
no.
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
He's like, no,
Tell
no,
that
no.
story real quick. Tell the story.
So this guy was on there, and I think I posted. I have to do all Justin's fucking posting on there, a whole My Machinist advertisement, and then
do you
guys
get a
like,
Power Vision mount or anything?
No.
Your fucking kickstand block?
Damn.
he picked me up from the airport once, and now he thinks I fucking owe him forever. And so this guy was like, "Oh, I wouldn't do business with him. He's shady and garbage." I'm like, "What?" This is the first time I've ever heard
What?
of this.
What?
So I'm like, "Hey, what are you talking about? What? Tell me your situation." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I heard he just fucked over a bunch of people and he stole fucking." No, he didn't tell me the wheel part. He didn't tell me the wheel part.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing.
And I was
with you.
like, "Dude,
You're
you're
being
wrong."
tweaky right now. You
I
need
go,
to calm down.
I go, send
It's
me
funny.
proof. Send me proof right now.
Yeah.
Send me proof of what happened. He's like, oh, I can't find it, but like a lot of people talk shit about him,
The
and
funny
they don't. I
part
go,
about
send
it-
me the proof, and then I'm screenshotting everything and sending it to his Instagram because he didn't have fucking Facebook, and so I'm
And
like,
that dude has an Instagram too, which was funny is
so he did buy some stuff off of him, and he got
No.
him confused.
didn't buy it from me, and he wasn't even talking about me at all.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So Justin's like, dude, I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, and starts like cussing him out. And then he's like, yeah, bro. What did he say about the wheels?
Yeah, he was like, "You sent wheels that were fucked up. Just admit to it." I'm like, "I don't make wheels." And I'm like, "Oh,
Talking about old Dale.
you're talking about MJK." I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, learn who you're talking about before you're talking shit." And all this had nothing to do with him, anyways.
Yeah.
It was just about
Just
somebody else.
Him
But it-
regurgitating shit that he heard.
Right. And
He thought
really didn't
MJK
know
was
what
My
he was talking-
Machinist
Yeah.
through a friend, and is blasting My Machinist
A
on
game of
my
telephone,
page.
right?
So I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm like, people got.
I'm not gonna let that. You know, I talk shit to his face, but I'm not gonna let other people do it.
Yeah.
That's my punching bag.
I mean, I see people mention you all the time when someone's looking for.
I feel like
parts.
more people buy his fucking hats and
you
shirts
had
than
the,
actually buy his kickstand block.
Extra amounts of the extra amounts of swing arm inquiries recently.
Dude, insane.
That's because on that page
I fucking
I put
posted.
you on those pages you can put something at the top as a bulletin.
Yeah.
I put it up as a bulletin a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that's exactly when you started blowing
I
up.
still get-
You're welcome.
So I get messages because on that thread when I
you
was
were
selling his,
it, and then you sold it, and people can't read well.
and so I get fucking messages like 2 or 3 a week.
Hey man,
now.
where can I get that? Can
Hey,
I
you
get
still
that swing
selling
arm?
the swing arm that you
It
had
says
posted
sold
3
in
months
big
ago?
letters on it, and I'm like, dude.
So there will be.
Yeah, I
more
heard.
arms
I heard
coming
your
up.
torque.
So that page does have a lot of benefits
But
when it comes
let
to
me
selling
see what
shit.
you're doing before you finish it. Just
Oh, I
let me
need
get-
your approval.
Yes,
Okay.
I got your best interest is in my thoughts.
He got a Poland helmet.
It's already played out now.
No, it's not. It still feels good.
Dude, I want a fucking Poland helmet.
I told him
I
I
want a
can't get a
Jace
Poland helmet. I told him I can't get a Poland helmet. I was like, I'm too close with Jace. If it wasn't for Jace, I wouldn't know anybody. So I'm like, I have to stick with Jace. Jace is my helmet guy.
I
now.
just want everybody to rich so that they can spend their money with all of us equally.
Oh yeah, we're recorded. I get it.
I will try Simpson at one point. Just
No, you
not-
won't. He's
I'm
always hating on
trying my
Simpson.
ass off to work with Bell. It's not that I don't want to do bells. It's just that they don't understand what I'm trying to help them create.
You did do
They're
a
on a-
sweet bell back in the day.
different level. Geez, that thing looks old, bro.
Dude, this thing's so fucking tight. I do like the shape of the bell.
I
I don't like this. You shouldn't have done that.
That was going to be my vlogger helmet.
so
Breaking Bad, motherfuckers.
And how come you don't paint your Lexans like I did? So,
Oh,
anyways,
see? Oh my god, here we go.
When you did that, because I half-assed thought about doing it one time, and I
you
just
can't take
like,
partial credit from a long time ago.
no, I'm not trying to take any credit. I'm just trying to give you the full amount of credit.
Okay.
But let me finish. I half-assed looked at one, and I like it. I was like, it ain't coming apart. I'm done with it.
The new ones or the old one?
The old one. So
Hey, the new one?
this one. New one falls apart. Is that what you're saying?
Not falls apart.
Whoa,
but it comes
whoa,
apart.
that's a sponsor.
It comes apart.
He's
very-
talking shit about it.
Oh
like
my God.
they should
I'm
definitely
actually
not work
very
with him.
appreciative.
Mark, you got this?
Mark takes care of me, so settle down.
Hey, he tried to take care of me.
Yeah, he tried to send you a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Did he send it to you?
No.
He asked me. He
You
hit me
didn't
up.
give him my address.
I did give him your address. You gave it to me.
His address.
So we all went to Houston for the Elite Stunt Riders event. That was a good
Are
weekend.
you going to tell him the
That was a-
spicy
so much
story?
FOMO. That looked like a good
That
time.
was
was
a
a
good
lot
time.
of fun. We got
Yes, yeah.
fucked up. Me,
That was a
sit
good
down,
time.
Steve, you.
So it was like
Smack
all
out.
of us, King
was
Tony,
there.
Tony,
Sit
Mark
down,
from
Steve.
Lexington.
and you were just busting fucking Mark from Lexington's balls the whole time.
Dude, there was this spicy sauce, and Steve took a little bit with something, and he was like dying. And Mark's like, I'll try some. So Mark takes a big old bite of it, and I steal his water. And he's like, it's hot. And I'm like, say Sun is a superior product, I'll give you your water back.
What a dick.
He wouldn't say it. I was like, give him that. And he
Yeah.
stuck to his guns.
Yeah, Pete, I tried to like do like this solo podcast where I like talked about a lot of the shit that I did on my bike and stuff like that, and I tried to explain to people why it's not a fair review. Like I use these handlebars because they have tensile strength or some shit like that, right? It's like, man, some of these products that we put on our bikes, whether it's got your logo on it or mine or Lexans or Simpsons, it's because of like a relationship that we build with people.
Absolutely.
Where it's like, I can't, like, no matter if I try to do like this is my full review of the My Machinist kickstand block, it's like, I don't give a shit if
Bike
it,
falls over.
If I hear kicks in,
I still love my guy. You know what I mean?
it's great. Cost me $10,000.
Yeah. It's like,
Loyal to the end.
they're so bad that when you get insurance, they want to make sure you don't have one of those.
It's like when you get house
insurance
insurance, they
company-
literally ask if you have a trampoline or whatever.
Yeah.
You have a trampoline in the backyard? You have a My Machinist on your kickstand?
We can't cover that.
No, but I understand what you're saying. And, like, to be honest,
Oh,
what
like-
Mark's doing right now on the new bike, same thing. Like, all his buddies.
At the
Yep.
camp out, when you guys are hating on Simpson helmets again, like just normal argue we do all the time. And Scott from Simpson was there with his pop-up tent. And he was like,
High
well,
on mushrooms.
I don't think you can
call
say
him out on
that.
that?
You're going to get him in trouble.
It's already
he's
been
not.
on here.
I know I heard it the first time. But he brought a pop-up tent, and it was pouring rain, and they said something about Simpsons being less than Bell, and I'm like, oh, yeah, did Bell keep you out of the rain all night? And I'm like, that's a good mic drop at the time.
I
don't
can't
remember
talk shit about Simpson. I literally never even.
They show up to the campouts. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Well,
I mean, I invited him to mine. He didn't say anything back. But Thundermax is coming. They're right here.
But, Bell does a lot for the industry. So, you know what I mean? Like Bell Brawl, what they do for the stunt scene, and a few key influencers. That's it. But it's all good.
Lexington's doing a good thing, sponsoring all like the guys with the huge followings. That's a good. It's a good. It's a good idea right there. What's so funny about that? That's a good marketing thing is to get all the guys with the huge. What the fuck is so funny? I got something in my nose. Y'all suck.
Oh, we can't help it, man.
And again, I don't have nothing to compare it to. I've had Lexington since day one.
Yeah, you should get a Santa. They're dope. You can handle them with your gloves. It's got a big reel on it, so you can turn up and turn down.
Who did you buy the Santa from?
Cycle Gear.
Full retail, son.
No.
Amazon.
Yeah. So when you call him, did you talk to him?
Why didn't you talk to him? I just buy it and it works forever. I just bought a 2-pack off of Kyle too, Drive Ass Honky, because he was selling them.
Yeah.
Because they suck?
No, they're still in the box. I just wanted 4, so we have 2 backups. So
Why
when
do
one
you need
dies,
backups?
you just take it off and put it
That's
on.
funny. So because the whole time it's Sturgis.
Do you remember when I was at your house and mine was?
Charge one.
You remember when I was at your house and mine
Fast
was
Life
dead?
offer code, Fast Life, one word.
You remember when I was at your house
15%
and
off
my
Lexan
Santa was dead and I popped it off and then threw the
lexan-moto.com.
full one on and you go, see, my Santa doesn't do that. I wish it would. I mean, my Lexa
Santa
doesn't do that. I wish it would.
I don't have to because that battery lasts.
No, you didn't say it like that.
Lasts.
Oh, mine was like 2 years ago model, by the way. So I'm sure they have other ones out. They have one with a camera now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not doing good at getting sponsored.
No.
No. I don't really like them as people. I ran into them at Sturgis and they're very dismissive. I'm like, y'all can fuck off, but I like your product.
So good.
I don't get it.
I tried to get the upgraded speakers that they have. I'm like, can I just have the speakers and not like the unit? And he was like, no, we don't sell them. I'm like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, I was going to say, did you tell them that you have a camp out eventually?
I have a camp out eventually. People are going to show up.
It's like a cabin out.
Well, now it's a cabin out. Dude, last year, 3 people at cabin?
And
now we sold 30.
I'm not saying cabin. It's actually a advertising tarp over some PVC.
So again, we went for my birthday.
Took everybody's license plates and they built a room out of it.
Yeah, they're like FEMA cabins.
Yes.
Like I said, we went for my birthday, and my cousin stayed in one, and it was a big McDonald's billboard.
Yeah,
it's like folded over, and it had a couch
is,
inside and stuff. It was pretty dope.
I was like, "Hey, man, tarps are that thick." Like, I was from advertising, tarps.
I was like, "Hey, man, how you liking your cabin?" He said, "I'm loving it."
How come you don't have kids?
What?
You got all the dad jokes.
Yeah, that's so good. So good.
He wouldn't be there.
Just like my dad.
Oh, so terrible.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, are you late for something?
Yes.
I got an Apple Watch just so I can make sure I keep track of these fucking things. So we're at 1.5 hours right now.
Oh, that's it?
You say so here. This is the fucking trick, right? No, 1.5 hours, right? Mm-hmm. Once you hit 1.5 hours, the next 2 hours slide. It's like you're climbing up the ladder for the fucking water slide, and then you hit 1.5 hours. You're like, cool, we're good, we're good.
I can't believe we've been above 40 the whole time. 40 listeners.
Well,
that's more than Torque got all week. Oh yeah, those are your friends.
You can't say that.
Yeah, especially when with Justin on it.
You're an ass.
It just went to 47.
They fucking logged off. Like, I'm over it.
No, it went up.
Yeah. People watch for a second, like, these guys are gay.
There's a lot of people who've been consistently at 40 the whole time.
I don't know. Who cares?
That's the whole platform of getting paid.
No, I
The
don't.
live things.
Do I get
The
my
live
royalty
thing doesn't
checks
pay
like
us.
in the mail?
No, you don't get shit.
I mean, I think 4 now. I
The
need
average
one for
watch
each.
time is 14 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. Oh, yeah, it does say that.
Yeah, they get tired of your bullshit.
I'd love to see the analytics to see what the
See, when
average
I do
watch
it at
time
home,
is
like,
across
I'll
the
turn on the
board.
TV and then like come and go as I.
Fuck it.
You're
I'm
not
over it.
helping.
How many times? I think he's been on the podcast more as like we
On the
called him.
phone? Yeah. I'm watching right now.
Hey, fag! I wasn't supposed to say that anymore.
You can't.
I was trying not to. I haven't done it in a while.
Why? You're not going to get demonetized.
Oh
I
shit!
swear to
Remember
God,
when we
no matter
talked
what,
earlier,
He
I
catches
think-
me at the worst time
50.
on my end. Besides the last one, Sit Down Steve was funny. I was actually like literally
Watching that
watching
one?
in the garage.
I was watching that one live, too. That was pretty funny.
That was a fun one.
That was fun.
That was a
Have you
shit
been
show.
sending him 25 cents every
yeah.
month
I think
now?
yeah.
You got it down to $18 now?
I love
That
him.
podcast, yeah, dude. Sit Down Steve is,
Because I can talk shit to him and he gets it.
and he does it. He's good.
He doesn't take it to heart.
So he's like a
No, he
Sit Down
hates
Steve.
you. He really...
No.
No, we're best
Sit Down
friends.
Steve is like he's got his foot in that whole stunt world, and there's a lot. You know, he does a lot for the stunt industry, 100%. But at the same time, he is one of us through and through, 100%.
Yeah, no, for sure.
like
ROC is him.
that is him. Yeah.
No,
for
the
sure.
night we went and partied with him, I had
That was
fun with
fun.
him.
Your whole
Crazy,
life, you
too.
couldn't get that many people to your town.
What? I got 10 coming next week.
10?
Yeah.
10,
Oh.
and they're old ladies. Yeah. But
No, that's all.
No, with old lady.
no, but Sit Down Steve, it was crazy because I honestly didn't know if I liked the motherfucker at first. You know what I mean? That first podcast, it was like we never really got to talk. There was so many people here. There was 4 people. There was me, Rusty, Lot Lizard, Sit Down Steve,
Zach.
and then my brother was here running the cameras, and then there was 5 people
Has your
downstairs
brother
waiting.
been lifting?
You can't have a real conversation with him.
We literally just talked about this.
So literally, if you just talk to me as a
Yeah,
human
okay.
and then let the kids play.
Yeah.
He should post if he's lifting because I need to see it.
Anyways, please.
Nobody can
finish your
find
story.
my brother anymore because he changed.
He's at the
his
gym
name. Yeah.
working on my fitness. You my witness.
Okay. We get it. You're from Florida. Y'all rhyme things.
Mixing girls on hot.
But Sit Down Steve, like that first podcast that we did, and there was so much going on that I never really got a connection with the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it was a fun podcast. We flew a drone in here. He pissed in the fucking corner.
A lot.
A lot. There was a lot of shit that took place. It was just, but I like the fact that me and his relationship, just like me and Big Trouble's relationship, started on as soon as we see each other's face, we're talking shit to each other.
Dude,
And it's fun.
literally every day with Mark. I
Every
talk shit
day.
every day. Yeah. And the same thing with Steve. I didn't know him at all before your camp out. But I took it as, hey, you can talk shit, I can talk shit. And we just meshed that way. It was
Exactly.
great. It was a good
And then
time.
you stole his motorcycle for like 3 hours.
By stealing that, hey, can I ride your bike over here and get something from this other camp? Yeah.
Yeah. And then 3 hours later, you still.
Oh, so if he does it, it's okay, but if I do, it's not.
It's his bike. Yeah, I'd say that's the way the rules work.
No, it's not.
I never to give
I
you
didn't
my
mean
keys.
to mess up his Fosgate speakers and shit. That was the only thing he was mad about.
Yeah,
What,
because
that you cranked it or something?
You opened his lids and just let them hang because they didn't
No,
have
the
flap.
straps are gone, so they just
Yeah.
like flip all the way over.
Yeah, and the wires fucking came off.
Yeah, it's so gay.
I love that dude. Like that second pot. So him at the camp out, he made our camp out a lot better this last year.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? And I mean, like I said, it was all the antics that went on between all the different people, whether it was Justin, because at the same time, we were doing that whole little photo shoot deal. Steve, you, everybody was there
Some
fucking,
great photos came out of all of that.
I think
That
so.
one with you drinking the wine with Rachel was awesome. That was one of
Ben?
the best photos. Oh,
The one with
yeah.
Ben-
Ben and your wife,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Actually made it in the magazine.
It was in the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I'll see you when I get home.
It was such a good time.
It's a small picture, but.
And then some asshole did a burnout on your tent, right?
Oh, yeah, that was fucking Justin's old faggot ass.
Thanks, X.
I'm like literally, I'm trying to get Scott at the Simpson dude, fucking like booked in there, and then I'm standing.
At 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because he got there late.
So listen,
The rain night.
This is what happened. I pull up drenched on Steve's bagger to the stage. I'm like, hey, where's Jace? And everybody, all 365 people on that fucking stage, were like, he's in bed on his tent. I'm like, no. So that's why I immediately went over there. I think your wife got more pissed than anybody.
She was pissed.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Because we still use that tent. We had just bought it for that camp out.
Are you done?
Almost.
So I sit there for a while and just blew dirt on it. And I was like, oh, I figured you'd come out by now, but I guess you weren't even in there. Yeah. It was a good time.
But
it made for a good story.
I was in the clubhouse, if that's what they call it. Helping
office.
Office.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not 1%ers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like a golf course, a clubhouse. You know.
Did they have a table with a Reaper in the middle?
Maybe Adam Sandler
How do
was
you turn
pretty.
this off?
I'm still using it.
I'm still using it. But no, I was literally
It's my podcast.
Scott just got this. So I was trying to help him get him checked in and get him set up, and then because when it started raining, I was walking around just taking pictures of everybody.
Yeah.
I was just constantly in a loop. I would be at the stage, then I would be at Monty's roach coach.
And that was my go back and
Yeah.
forth. Yeah.
So I was just walking around doing all that shit. And
via
then,
Steve's bagger. Got the shit
Yeah.
in the stick.
this is your podcast, though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So
I may have pissed
November
on his bike,
5th
though.
to 7th.
You did
Oh,
piss
you
on
did
his
piss
bike.
on his bike. Yeah, I do remember that.
The only reason I pissed on his bike,
There's no reason. There's no good reason.
I was
He
told-
said because
I was told to.
yeah.
You pissed all.
Well, Mark Matthews, T-Bar Jesus, was like, you should piss on his bike.
That sounds like Mark.
He had
Mark
good reason.
didn't sleep the whole fucking time.
We don't need to talk about that.
He did not sleep.
Mark's a good time. But, yeah. So the piston in here, he was like, hey, it just goes hand in hand. So,
Pissed on his bike.
piss on his bike.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you pee on his seat?
He peed all over.
I
the
think I
grips.
pissed all over it and
The
then literally
grips
got
and
on it
everything.
and rode it back down there.
I showed him,
Fucking idiot.
and
I
then
was
he ate.
hammered,
Then he
dude.
ate pizzas with the same hands.
Was that Saturday night?
Yep.
No, Friday night was the rain night.
It was?
Yeah.
Saturday was the.
Saturday, I woke up
right.
and immediately. Like,
So
when
it was
mimosas
Friday
with
night. I
James-
got the pizzas.
That was Friday. Was mimosas.
Yeah, and I got the pieces. Pizzas.
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 There's Z's in there.
I know. I'm trying to find
of
them. No,
Um,
I'm not believing that.
Are you
So
sure?
we show up Thursday night. Thursday.
That was
Thursday
my
night.
big party. Was Thursday night. That's when I got fucked up hard Thursday night.
With who?
With who? Like nobody
Everybody
saw
got
you.
fucked up Thursday night.
Nobody remembers you from the camp out this year.
Like, I didn't even know you were there unless the pizzas didn't show up.
Oh yeah, Craig brought a chick. He's in a tent trying to
Yeah.
get sex.
His girlfriend.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I brought you to Oklahoma.
Trying, you know, I'm stronger than her.
No,
So Friday morning was mimosas?
yes. So
That was
Not
every
it didn't.
morning.
It did not start
yeah, It
raining.
was Friday morning because
It did not start raining.
And mid mimosa, she showed up.
We had mimosas Sunday morning. It was like every morning
Well,
we had mimosas.
I
no,
got
but
heavy
James
on
bought
it.
like 22
It
bottles.
didn't start
of
raining
champagne.
until Saturday or Friday evening. So the whole you on the back of the bike with Steve.
That was Saturday.
That was Friday.
It was rain night.
Yeah, all the pictures
you were
happened
riding
before
around
it
rain
rained,
night.
right?
No,
Or no, that was Saturday.
Saturday was the pictures.
Okay,
and-
Saturday I got fucking hammered early. That's what
I was
it
gonna
was.
say I thought every night you got
Because
pretty
everybody
lit.
went to ride, and
Good
then
thing there was no boats there, right?
I'm right here. I feel like I have
I
to
need
tell the
some water.
story. Why are you drinking water, dude?
I'm fucking.
It's
an
pretty
adult.
short. It's one sentence. You can tell the story.
My boat.
You've interrupted my podcast enough.
My boat story.
Yeah.
If you wonder why there's a price increase on fucking kickstands,
I gotta pay some lawyer fees.
You sold an FXR for a boat day.
That hurts. 'Cause that's true.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
It was a hell of a day, though.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They were playing Trick Daddy all day.
Yo, no, nanny.
You can't say that.
I didn't say. I slurred it. I slurred it. Rather than me.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm over it.
Yeah, who cares? Everybody gets DWIs
Yeah.
on cars.
BWI. On cars. Oh, look at you.
I'm over
My
you.
little boy's growing
Who's
up.
winning right now? You got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 4, 5, and you're on.
16 ounce, 12 ounce.
Oh, we're doing good.
Don't try to get a bonus.
It's
I mean, I
to
only have
break
3.
down.
I only have 3 White Claws.
White
over here,
Claws.
so.
Calm down.
Let's warm it up for a shotgun.
I have to be like the right mindset to drink White
You
Claw.
want to do a shotgun with me after we warm them up?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want yours
But
fucking freezing cold or?
I don't care, yeah.
I don't like it freezing cold
But-
shotgun.
No pain.
It helps
no
if you
fucking,
sit
like,
on it.
all that shit.
It helps if you put it in you.
Yeah.
You know nanny? I almost came out my nose.
No shit. I was playing that in my son's car, and I'm like, and he goes, no.
His son's the funniest.
Dude, he's the smallest adult you ever met in your life.
Dude, he'll be like with his son and it'd be raining and he'd be like, burnouts. He'd be like, really? Really?
Well, you know, someone's got to be an adult.
He's got your daughter's, what, 18?
17.
17, and your son's.
11.
And I was like, he's like, well, I gotta get somebody to watch your kids when I come to Florida. I'm like, have your son watch your daughter. Because he is a fucking adult.
He is adult. He's probably watching now. He's probably messaging right now.
Oh, is he watching?
Was that a Grom you had?
Little
him on?
Machinist, you out there?
You got him a Grom?
It's a
Shotgun a Montucky and I'll buy a kickstand block.
What are you gonna
Thanks,
buy
Zach.
for me?
Fucking Zach.
A Z125, the Kawasaki Grom
Okay.
version, same thing. It's dope though.
That's
Got a fucking hell of a deal on it at the Rebels Den party.
Yeah, I did. I lucked
Fuck
out.
yeah.
Dude, I feel so bad because that.
You're a dick.
We partied hard that night.
You're
Justin
a dick.
broke his foot in half
You're a dick. Can I keep saying that?
when we were jumping a fence.
Keep saying it.
Oh, okay.
I was.
As long as you don't say
I was
faggot.
heat
I'm
exhausted.
not allowed to say that on a podcast.
That's why we went and we all went and got a room and got a hotel with the pool.
I didn't get a room. I just did.
You brought your room to the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
don't
actually
know.
had a great time at the pool. You missed out.
I
You're being
wanted-
a real twat though. Actually, the whole time since you pulled up
Being a real
at
twat
my
cunt.
house, from the time you
I hope that was a
literally-
good movie.
literally pulled in till when you left at Tony's shop.
You're not bringing your tablet
It was
to
like
Florida, are
a
you?
whole. It was like a menstrual
tablet?
cycle.
Yeah.
So the whole thing
down.
was like,
Menstrual cycle.
yes, just like you were bleeding the whole
Yeah.
time, like big tampon you were,
I showed up.
Yeah.
He was watching a movie on his laptop.
and was
See?
so
No, it was tablet. I thought.
Oh, it's
serious about the fucking
tablet.
movie.
Tablet.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, this is my last night. I'm like, here's $5. You can have it for the next week too. Wouldn't having it. Do you have excuses?
I was out of it, man. I was over it. I was over the trip.
My wife
We weren't over
got
you.
a whole fucking smorgasbord of Moe's.
I
Everything
love
you
Moe's.
can make from Moe's.
But it wasn't from Moe's.
It was
from
literally came
Moe's.
from Moe's.
It wasn't fresh.
Literally came from Moe's. And then Tampon shows up and goes, I want Moe's from Moe's.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sunshine, I'll take you.
What is this from yesterday?
First off, you didn't take me anywhere, motherfucker. I drove you in your own fucking truck because you ain't allowed to drive. So thank you for
Same
letting
thing.
me take you to Moe's in your truck.
Same thing. Who went with us?
Scott.
I stayed at your house.
In Sierra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She met us there, I think. I think Scott and his chick met us.
I stayed at the house with the girls.
You always do.
Dude,
Flip-flop.
I love Moe's. We don't have that here in Dallas. So especially when I'm in Arkansas, especially Little Rock, they're everywhere. So I fucking eat them. But
Did they welcome you when you walk in?
yeah, welcome to Moe's.
Oh, wow. Wow, mine does too. It's a good fact.
Everybody.
Just seeing if they're doing their job. I don't know.
Yeah.
The kids
But no,
eat for free on Thursday night.
the thing, so that day I showed up to your house, like that was a shit show night and morning, right?
previous night. So that's the night that Cody.
Oh, the night before I made a bet with you. I bet.
This isn't about you, Craig. It's not about you.
Remember that?
It's not about you, Craig. This is about Cody right now.
Oh,
Let him have his.
I will say one thing. Larry beat you. As far as tamponness.
Yeah.
oh,
Larry
he went home.
Larry went home.
He went from, was it Nashville straight home?
Yeah.
And
He had a
bought
girlfriend at the time.
He bought a Pan American at the same time.
He
was
rushed home to get
very-
broken up with.
That was.
I love you, Larry.
Dude, I love Larry, but that's what happened.
Did it happen right then?
Within
Plus or minus.
plus or minus.
Within what?
A few days.
Within
a
reason?
day or within?
Wasn't
like
none
a
of your
year?
fucking business.
Well, I didn't know what happened.
Let's
All of a
not
sudden, you had a
dwell on the
girlfriend, they never
fact.
had a girlfriend.
I'm drunk and I just put Larry's business out and I don't feel like dragging that out
No.
for more.
What was
Larry's
it?
amazing.
Larry don't listen to shit,
He's gonna text me right now.
right?
Dog.
No.
Larry's the shit.
His
But
his diner's looking good though.
Smooth, huh? Never tried it. I don't think.
Dude,
I got warm ones.
what?
I was
been
saying that
drinking
his
them all night.
Dyna's looking good.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
a Dynas. He sold a good looking bike for a fucking fad, and now that fad's dying out, and now he's
The Pan America is dying out.
it's a fad.
Just
a
because
fad.
they like dicks in their mouth doesn't make
So-
them fags.
I'm not going to say it's a fad.
It is.
It's fad a little bit. They're amazing. But I rode one actually 2 weeks ago. It's not a Harley. So, hands down, it's not a Harley. It's a
It's
badass
that whole
bike.
motorcycles are fun, but Harleys are cooler. It's kind of like, oh, I'm on a motorcycle. It's still fun.
And I've started
it's
using
not-
your saying, like, people race fucking lawnmowers, right? People
Yeah,
spend
when
thousands
people
of dollars.
make fun of performance baggers, I go, people race lawnmowers. Remember
And
that.
there's, like, some sense behind it. Like, it's not, oh, yeah, I can
You
go
can
buy
race anything.
I can go buy a fucking used Busa and beat everything that we own right now.
Yeah.
That's not the point. And same thing with they took the performance bagger,
Fuck, that's
touring, and where did that go?
His prison pocket.
I lost my whole train of thought.
Why do you think I got the
Pan Americans
skinny
are made,
bottles,
but
the skinny
fucking
cans?
like it would have to be my second bike.
Yeah.
If I ever had one, it would have to be my second bike, and then you'd have to have like-minded people.
You know what I'd
'Cause
have before that?
When Larry
is
showed
my
up on
podcast.
his, it's weird.
You invited him.
I don't know why. He invited himself.
Bullshit.
He said, I always do podcasts by myself.
Don't
I
you
wanna
owe
do
him
it
for the
with you."
kickstand block that you got?
No, I paid full price. Paid in full. Paid in full.
Did you though? Did you get a
yeah.
hat with it?
I mean, maybe not full price. I paid, though.
Did you get a free hat? Did you get a
No,
sticker?
I bought all my hats.
Did you get a sticker?
I got some free stickers.
So that's what it
Did you
is.
stay at my house?
A couple times.
Anyway,
Free rides from the airport.
I know what you're saying. It's a weird vibe where it's like I do get it that the bikes are badass that they're come out, but it doesn't
I love
replace a Harley.
BMW, the GS 1250. They're
Yeah.
amazing bikes, I'm sure. I never rode one of those, but
You know
I'm
that-
sure they're amazing. But it's we have to
When I
stick
see
together.
a dude doing a wheelie on a Pan America, I'm like,
Cool.
oh
I have a
yeah,
dirt bike, too.
it's so easier.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Oh, you can ride off road. Yeah, that's what it's for. Don't ride on the fucking concrete, faggot.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that Indian
Stop there.
FX. What is
No,
it
Why'd
called?
you say that?
What is it called? The
I'm not going to answer
the,
the
Hey,
question. I know what you're
the
talking
fun looking Indian.
Slide his shit
I don't
down.
even know
That
which-
thing looks way more fun.
I think it's 2.
I got
Pan
it.
America looks cool, but that Indian looks.
We turn your
so
mic off,
much
dude.
fun.
Calm down. Your mic is off right now.
He did turn it off.
about. As soon as you said Indian, he's like, nope.
This
What
is
is it
not
called?
an Indian
That-
podcast.
Fuck. What is it called now?
Say Harley, I love Harley again, and we'll fucking
make
turn
me
it
do
back
it.
on.
Oh, it's
Say I
on.
love Harley, and we'll turn it back on.
The guy without a motorcycle gets to control it.
Yeah.
That's how life is. It's not fair.
No, but
Actually, you can get all your Harleys at House of Harley. If you
Yeah.
call Tommy direct, he will give you the best deal. That you
Oh,
could
he
possibly-
name dropped on his YouTube video. I saw that.
He's actually.
I like how he put
Great
that
guy.
bike in front of the racks behind him that matched the bike perfectly.
That was a cool
That was planned. No, that was planned. That would look good.
So he's talking about Ben does the Get Bent Moto
Yeah.
spotlights.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
So that dude's badass.
Ben?
Ben. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's the brother of Grady, who I met through Lucky Dave's.
I just found that out.
I think I remember him from the podcast. Was he on the podcast?
He hung out.
Lucky
He
Dave?
was there in the room with
Right.
us when we did the podcast.
I think I remember the name because Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
No, not that.
Yep.
Grady just moved to Texas, so he lives out there in East Texas now.
Y'all
He's a
barely
fucking
beat the
cowboy.
Cowboys.
He is.
Oh,
He's a cowboy that likes Harleys. He's not a Harley guy that likes.
So Ben
cowboys.
actually is out of Nashville area, right?
Yes.
But he does photography and videography, and he's been going around and doing a lot of.
Him and his wife.
He did something with you, right? Recently,
This last
and then he
weekend,
did
yeah.
stuff with House of Harley and fucking Thundermax and all that shit. So
Thundermax and I always forget his name. I feel
oh, the
bad.
videos you're saying?
The sickest chopper with the twin cam chopper. It's like a grayish blue with the.
Paul
Leafers,
Senior.
Leafer Sackos.
What number was this? 2.
Don't.
Leafers, yes.
My podcast.
And
Dude's
when he-
badass. Yeah.
Yeah, that bike's sick. But yeah, he did one with him as well. A bunch of them.
FTR. I knew it was an F. That thing's dope.
Oh, calm down.
I have ridden one and it is pretty good.
Thank you, East
It's
Coast
pretty
Timmy.
cool.
You ridden
Timmy.
one?
So
It looks
roller
fun. I'm way
coasters,
too
but what the
big
fuck are we
for it,
talking
but
about?
We're talking about motorcycles, but more
this is a
importantly,
motorcycle podcast.
you were trying to church this podcast up today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like we've actually lived up to the expectation that we were
No. I was hoping she didn't watch
This
it.
is the #1 Harley Davidson podcast in America.
Oh, backstory. I was trying to get him a guest on the show, and they're like, can we just do it over the phone? I'm like, no, there's like a studio and a whole thing.
You probably blew for everybody.
No, I think I worded it well, and he complimented me on it. He
I was
said,
gonna
why
like,
can't
hey,
Saxon do it that way?
He did not say that.
He didn't say that. I'm just
I
kidding.
did not say that.
He didn't say that. I'm
I
just
didn't say that.
Oh, we're dropping. We're down to 43. Still above 40, though. I'm pretty impressed with that.
No, that's
That's
good.
more pistols
We're
than
at
I
40.
know.
We're at 40.
Yeah. Oh, connected. What's the other
Dude,
one?
who
Current?
gives-
You're worried about numbers
What's a
too much.
concurrent?
Come on, dude. Do you are you counting how many followers you have on Instagram? You're
To
probably
the T.
Thousands.
No, to the T. Give me a number right now. To the T.
Let's see.
1798.
It's true.
We're
Isn't
talking
it?
about my Facebook page, or
It's not your Facebook.
yeah, it is. I started it. That's all.
He was close.
I knew it was 17.
He was a little bit off. A little bit off. He was like over exaggerating
He
a
shot
little
high.
bit.
Tarpon Turbo. Can you go follow Tarpon Turbo right now?
Can y'all please follow this motherfucker?
I don't put that
You
many
gonna piss?
buttholes in your.
You want to go?
Yeah, kinda.
Don't just leave me here with Sax. I heard him with fucking Oliver over there. Bro, you were talking.
I didn't.
You were like on the spot, and you're like,
It cut out.
and I'm like, talk.
No, it cut out, and I'm like,
I don't even remember.
He just blacked out.
hey, I am so excited about, I guess, Born Free 2 or Born Free 0.5 or whatever you want to call it is coming here. Mm-hmm. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I didn't go to that location.
I haven't been yet either. How far is Yellow Rose from here?
I don't know.
It's by Cody, like an hour south
Yeah,
of
it's
Cody.
East Texas. So
So 2.
But it's
from
like
here?
off an interstate, so you have to take like back roads once you get to like Longview, Kilgore area. If you go that way, I mean, you could probably go directly.
Dude, I got pulled over for the dumbest shit leaving Cody's house 2 weeks ago.
For
Or
what?
Cody's, whoever that house was.
Was it drinking again?
Dude, so I was at a stoplight literally for like 5 minutes, so I kept like inching forward, like, oh, where it picks me up. Cop gets behind me. The light turns green. We turn. Pulls me over for stopping over the white line for the
Oh, that son of a
stoplight.
bitch.
I'm like, get the fuck out of town, dude.
small town
First
cops.
TWI?
Yeah, that's never going away, is it?
They're making me feel like an alcoholic. Like, I don't even drink that much.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's
What's with
vodka.
the water?
Eric
Healthy.
said he never heard of you.
Huh? Who's Tarpon Turbo? I never heard of him. Should have said her. It would have been funnier.
So
He met me in Maine. We went out drinking in Maine.
Jerk him off?
I don't remember. It's a possibility. It was one of those nights that we hugged at the end.
Oh, hell yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah, those are good nights.
When your followers become your friends?
He's not my father. He's my friend.
Okay.
No.
I hate saying that follower. It just feels fucking gross.
It's
right?
degrading. Yeah. It's degrading for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
this is one of my followers.
Because
I don't have followers. Because I have like the normal amount of friends on
when
Instagram.
you say followers, I think like, oh, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
See Steve with the OnlyVans sticker on it?
Yeah.
That's great.
I see what they did there.
It's like OnlyFans,
Yeah.
but with different letters.
Like one word, one letter is
One
different.
letter.
right, right.
Yeah.
Right. Just like that.
What were you saying with?
We just dropped to our all-time low of 38
Yeah. They're,
like, yeah, that's
or
lame.
32. I can't remember.
should we dance?
I don't know. If we get to 50 followers, we're shotgunning. Did you even get that? Oh, we're only at 2 hours.
You're saying with Oliver, it like went silent.
You were like, so he went piss, and then you were like, you're like, Saxon asked him some questions. So you left the room, and it was like, so like, how?
No,
And then,
I didn't.
And I was going, say something, say something. And I talked to Justin later. He goes, I did the same thing. But
Dude, I
turns
don't know
out
what the fuck to
the
say.
podcast froze right when you're like, so, and then it froze for like 5 seconds, and we're like, like panicking for you. I think you said like, I don't know, man, I'm kind of high. It was funny, but
No, but now when that happens, like when he leaves, like
I was like,
sitting
I
here,
feel like Saxon just gets in his nerves. And
yeah,
he's like,
I'm sitting here listening to the
know what to do.
conversation most of the time, like
and you get
especially
thrown right in.
when it's somebody that I don't know personally, like
Yeah.
y'all.
You don't have to
Like
be.
it's-
I mean, I'm a big deal, but I don't want you to feel intimidated.
But I don't know what to say because I'm too busy listening the whole time.
Yeah.
And
You should like
usually
come
I'll-
up with questions.
That's
like,
what I'm trying.
and, like,
Tell
write
him
them
to shut the
down.
fuck up and let me finish the sentence.
yeah,
This is
I'm
he is
helping him.
I'm
No, you're
turning-
not. You're over. You're,
turning your mic off.
Don't do it.
don't do that.
Don't do it.
You don't say that.
Can we talk about something important?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're losing fucking viewers.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh,
we're back up.
We gained a
35.
couple back.
Yep.
Let's talk about Daytona.
Let's talk about it.
I'm excited about Daytona.
Super excited. 100%. I'm going.
It's like one of the best
And
events
the-
in Florida.
It's the only event in Florida. The hardcore cycle show. Have you ever been?
You ever
Is this the Daytona podcast?
Yes.
Didn't this motherfucker skip Daytona and he's from Florida?
Yes.
I broke down
Don't use that fucking excuse. You got a brand new truck.
with
Yeah.
500,000 miles.
Hey, Uber once in a while, bro.
Where are you staying at? Where are you staying at?
Y'all's house.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I don't like to flex my influencer muscle, but when I do, it's gonna be for a fucking place to stay. 100%.
I don't have to. People like really just like reach
They
out
like
to me.
you. They
Yeah.
like you. Yeah. It's weird how they just beg me to come to places, and I turn them down a couple times, so that then the urge is there, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll take your offer.
Yeah.
I should be good. I should be good.
I hope your bike matches your confidence.
Yeah.
Will it?
I'm not really. Let's put it. Let's talk about bike builds and performance baggers. Y'all want to? Y'all want to talk about
You mean
this?
bolt-ons?
Yes. What is the difference? Like what could somebody do building a performance bagger that is going to be
Outside the box.
outside the box for Daytona to set a bar?
I got
I
it.
have a one.
Carbon fiber frame.
No, I mean like it was FXR Division. Who was that built that sheet metal frame, which was insane.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at it again the other day.
Yeah.
Insane.
sheet metal frame.
Is a plate metal.
I'm not saying like sheet metal. Yeah, it was
Okay.
thick metal, but it all welded together. Like they built the whole fucking frame.
Yeah, this whole thing. It was
was
kind of like it's pretty dope.
Insane.
I think it was a connection between FXR Division and Big Joe from Sodak.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah. So what's your goals?
Well, I'm a painter, so visually, I will.
What do you paint?
Don't you fucking.
What do you paint?
Calm down. Dude.
Murals.
Is this a new hobby?
No. So So
I am really curious what you want to do.
Basically, it's tough. It's what builders, air quotes, what these builders that kind of laugh at our industry, what they don't understand is how hard it is to try to create within such a fine, with such a narrow box, right?
Yeah,
because
barriers.
There's nothing we can customize that won't do better than
we
as bike owners.
No, you're a customer.
I'll check my DM later. Settle down.
Builders. This is a builders meeting right now.
Oh,
I'm just like
the Bolter Honor meeting.
I do have like on mine, and mine's an old bagger, so it's nothing special. I have one thing I really want to do, and I'm excited about.
Okay.
So I'm not. Gonna
It's a 143.
It's not. After that, it's just like knick-knack parts and shit like that.
that's what makes the difference. Is honestly,
it has to work together.
it's the finite details, right? So in my opinion, what really is going to separate baggers, the performance bagger people that show up to us, first off, I'm not talking shit, but calm down with the carbon fiber. That does not make a goddamn difference between anything. If you can have carbon fiber everything and a wallet to go with it, it doesn't transfer. It's like everybody has a carbon fiber fender.
Flex? Painted carbon fiber. We talked about that before. So that's a serious flex.
I don't know if you
It is a flex in a sense.
Kyron, out of Illinois, he has a lot of carbon.
Yeah.
Flat black.
Ooh, see, that's dope. That's a flex.
That's fuck you.
You're like, I'm rich, but I don't even care.
That's fuck.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's a flex.
I was talking about in Sturgis too. I'm like, he's got like that's fuck you.
I
like that.
I get it. I agree.
Yeah.
So-
So you're actually worried about the weight, not the look.
Yeah.
So what it's going to boil down to, in my opinion, what's really going to shape performance baggers is the parts, the billet parts that are being created by guys like you and other people in the industry, and the paint. That's it.
Is performance baggers a cringy word to you also
For
nowadays?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't like saying it.
I don't like saying it either because I feel like it's too encompassing.
If I meet an old man who has a regular Harley
Because
with ape hangers,
every
and
word or phrase you need a definition, right?
Yeah.
So what's the definition for performance bagger? That's where the sketchy part comes in.
a bike that everything you put on it benefits the handling and mostly the handling of the
You're
rider
getting into
bike.
a
It sounds
sketchy
good,
area.
but like everybody's going to debate that.
Yep.
You have a Facebook page, you know what that's like.
Yeah.
So
don't say T-bars.
If
don't
you
say big
put
motor,
if
don't
you
say
put
this.
anything on your bike that
just stop.
is
Just stop.
for looks and not for handling, then it's defeating the purpose of a performance bagger
Okay, then why
But
don't you
then
buy
that-
carbon fiber bags?
because of lighter.
Take a shit.
That's the thing. Why would I do that? I can just buy carbon fiber bags. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, not talking shit about carbon fiber. I love
And
it.
I
It's a
think-
great look.
Yeah, but I agree. I think it can go too far. I like carbon fiber front
There's
fenders.
not
I like
too
dashes,
far.
little stuff, but
look,
not the whole
all
fucking
these things,
bike.
all these options are ways that everybody can become a part of this, right? So without carbon fiber dashes or the parts that you make or the parts that a lot of people make, that people that only have X amount of dollars, like I got $1,000 I can spend this month. I want to get closer to my goal, right? That's there's a certain build, there's a certain class of that, right? So there's a lot of those builds out there. But when we're talking about, okay, we're going to go to Daytona, we're going to go to the Hardcore Cycle Show next year, and everybody's going to bring their best version of performance bagger. So when we're talking about that, like we started this conversation, like where do you focus the energy? Like
To me personally,
first off, if you didn't ride it there, I don't give a fuck what you have.
I call bullshit.
I don't.
I call bullshit. Yeah.
If your bike, if you have a,
These motherfuckers
if you have
are
a two, like Ben's bike, so Ben
Mace.
Mace, I never gave a fuck about turbos until Ben rode the fuck out of the damn trash
I said that
bikes.
1,000 times. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
I was anti-turbo, even from back in like Hayabusa days, right? They weren't reliable.
Yeah.
He's proven me wrong.
Yeah, no,
I
he's
don't
done a
know
lot
if
of miles on that bike.
Trask or whatever, they got this combination down.
If you
fucking
get the
tight.
Shout out,
assault,
Ben.
if you get an assault Trask, then I think that you get like a
warranty?
Trask built.
You do.
Trask built that thing through and through. Therefore, it
And that's
fucking
not
holds
just
up.
like a
He's got that
it's
sick-
a 128 plus
A huge turbo, not a basic turbo.
It's like, I want to say 210 plus to the rear wheel.
Yeah.
On a Harley.
I'll beat him.
Holy fuck.
Don't worry, Ben. He won't.
Shout out to my cunt.
Yeah, which we just did. We bought your FXR to start that
Go
for
for
Sturgis. God damn.
But so, how do you? If people that want to build a performance bagger to go
that's what
to,
I would say combinations. Your combination is key, right? You can throw fuck you money at it, and it doesn't work always. That cocaine fucking Dyna, insane. The combination was right, and it's got so much fucking like respect from it.
okay,
You don't think so?
what bike are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fuck, what is the name of the bike? I know his Instagram.
Oh, we're back up. 38's on? Y'all better get off your phones. We're about to lose them.
It's the white Cocaine Queen is what he calls it, I think. It's white. It's got like a little bit of like blue and pink. It is insane.
Sonny Barger called his bike Sweet Cocaine.
You were a motherfucker in class, weren't you?
No, what class?
So the Dyna with the solid white paint job with pinstripes.
Don't downsize it.
He
No,
is.
I'm
He
not.
Just
No.
did. He
me
just
see.
did.
Yes.
All right. So what am I looking at?
Sonny's was an FXR.
The combination. The combination. I know you're looking at it as a painter, and you're like, why? You could do more. More's not always better. Sometimes simplicity is amazing.
More good.
The bike combo, the colors, the motor, the suspension, the wheels, the power vision mount. I'm just fucking with you.
No, it's a good looking bike.
It
Gives
is a
you
great
location.
looking bike, and
It really
did great.
is.
Again, Mark's Dyna. Not crazy.
And I don't like claiming.
Not crazy.
It's not crazy. It really
Oh,
is.
you're talking about the paint.
And that,
Oh, I
that's
thought you were talking
even
about the whole
liking it.
bike. I was like,
Pisses me off.
that bike
He
is
doesn't-
fucking nuts.
He painted it, and he like, I swear to God, he doesn't even claim he painted it.
I don't like it because it was a paint
All
job
time high.
that.
Oh, we hit 40 and went back down.
Will you stop looking at the fucking numbers?
Dude,
You stop looking
you're
at
not that
numbers.
important, man. Calm
No.
down.
It says my name.
There's
on it.
something bigger than you right
I
now.
feel like they come in and then they see Justin and leave.
well, they're like, why
41.
is this?
Boom.
Stop. I get it. Like, so at the end of the day, if everybody bought a fucking, so a 143 doesn't look any different than a 124 or a
wouldn't-
111.
if you didn't know, you
right?
wouldn't know.
You don't know, right? So what is the difference if you put any of those motors in a bike?
The combination, right?
You ready?
God.
Why did it blow up?
I'm dealing with a child.
Your turn. Dude, it hasn't been shooken or anything. I'm soaked in beer. You're driving.
We were having a serious conversation about serious shit.
It was boring. Do your beer.
Anyways,
Anyway,
so like
I hope you're off camera.
Mark's Dyna. I am. I hope I am.
You're not doing it with me?
No, go ahead. You got it. You're good.
all right, Steve.
I thought he got his out to do it too.
You mean Venmo you something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Everybody named Steve always comes out here trying to Venmo some motherfuckers and shit. Don't put it back where
Doesn't even count. Half of it went.
Half, it's empty.
It's an ultra, bro.
Did you hear that? Why am I so soaked? What were you guys talking about?
He can't touch that. He's a felon.
No switchblades for you.
I'm a pro. Is that what you said?
Said you're a felon.
I'm not a felon.
Justin has to drive home.
No, he doesn't. He can stay on my bed.
I'm Ubering.
So yeah, I don't really know what it looks like next year. The hard part, the challenge. What I'm getting at is the challenge in building one of these bikes or customizing one of these bikes is how to really pull all these parts together and all these different things together, and what is the overall vibe when you walk up and see this bike.
Like I said, the combination, right?
Yeah.
It's how you put your combination together. No matter what you do, you can buy all the carbon, you can buy all the baddest parts, but if it doesn't work, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes down to you, the buyer, the customer, whatever, is the combination. So that's what I'm excited to see in Daytona is like all the combinations. Am I doing something crazy in mine? No, I'm doing something, just some machine parts that I can do. And I'm trying to make this whole combination come together to work for this older bagger.
I think that this year's Daytona is probably going to be a
Shit show?
No.
I don't think it'll be a shit show. It'll be a shit show in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But at the same time, I think it's going to really I think myself, I know Instab and Kyle, I know Jeremy's bringing heat, I know you're bringing heat. We're all bringing heat to Daytona this year.
So Instab and Kyle goes down to that?
Kyle's not bringing his bike.
I didn't know he's allowed in Florida because he never comes to my camp out.
Yeah. Does he ride? Challengers don't go that far before they need to be rebuilt.
It's true. It's true.
It's weird.
Y'all don't talk. I love Kyle.
We all love
Actually,
Kyle.
He
fucking,
knows if we're
he
fucking
put
with
down
him.
miles on that fucking Challenger.
Sure he did. Sure he did.
After Sturgis, he has Instagram posts to prove it.
Yeah. Sure he does.
I'm with you on the Indian part. It's probably amazing.
Unfortunately,
it probably does everything.
I think it's
better
Native
than-
American in 2021.
fortunately, Indian has a great proponent for their product, which is Kyle. Otherwise, I probably would never.
Which
do
That
that.
is probably the
They should
sickest
fucking pay
Challenger.
Yeah, they're giving
Because-
fucking.
No, really, they
the
should.
The only
Yeah.
time I've ever really looked at it, it's not because of Big B or goddamn,
Carey Hart.
Carey Hart.
Am I the only one that's soaked?
No, you cocksucker.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, Kyle's actually made it look good. Both of their bikes look like shit. Kyle's bikes actually.
He's been the biggest proponent to pair them up with the current trend of performance baggers.
Yeah, in Sturgis, who's Indian that you saw that was done besides Kyle's?
Yeah.
No one.
FTR.
It's like Tourette's.
Every time he speaks, we lose a fucking listener
No, they go up. Watch. 37.
on his own
2,
podcast.
3, 4.
Anyway,
Yeah, so like I'm so stoked on Daytona.
I am.
I had a good time last year. I flew in literally.
You're riding the Dyna.
I rode my dad's bike, yeah. And no shit, whoever bought that
Rest in
bike,
peace.
fucking congratulations, because that is a
I texted him when he got there. I go,
Motherfucker.
how's that Dyna? He just wrote back, oh my God.
it is.
143 in a Dyna is insane.
That's that
Weight
big,
to power
big
is
dick.
insane.
Yeah.
Did
so,
he ever get that thing dynoed? He had to have when he
it was 165, 160
in a
something.
Dyna. That's fucking crazy.
And so we got like the
So
last
does it
time we
Willie?
got on the What'd you say?
Is it Willie?
A little bit.
It was it was slowed down though because of all the coats of paint on the front fairing.
Dude, you not blistered your fender.
So the
first
front
time I got
fender,
on,
the front fender, I had it. There was a.
it was mounted wrong.
So yeah, so it looked like. So when you have a heat issue with the fender rubbing, it'll burn the paint, and so there was like a leaf issue on there that I hit him up. I was like, hey man, send me that fender back. Let me fix it. I don't know what happened because you could see the burnish in the leaf,
Yeah.
and
And
his
so-
lazy ass never did.
Well, obviously nobody rode it.
Yeah.
Because when I got on it, had like 1,200 miles.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
And so immediately when I get on the freeway, I bust up to 120, 130. And
It
then
blows
I
up.
smelt. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I thought it was that diesel in front of me, so I slowed down, got away. And then, we had to go to Harley for something. And I look over, and the fucking paint was blistering up. But luckily, on the front fender. But it settled down. The same shit happened to my Road Glide, too. Because when I went to a different tire on the 21, they'll swell up on the freeway.
Yeah.
And if you don't
I
space your
remember-
fender right,
I remember those tins were here, and I never even met Mark yet. I just knew he was another dude from Florida,
I want to say his tins were here when you were helping us build this place
possibly.
because I think that I had
tell
his
everybody
tins.
you love those.
What, the tins?
Yeah.
No, I
Every time we mention
this
that
is
bike,
what this is what
you do. Hold
I
on.
fucking hate, right?
Hold on.
I
Every
took
time
some,
you mention that bike, this is what you do.
I
This-
barely
this
put
is-
my even heart into it. And
this
people
is the
love that
truth.
paint job.
This is the truth. Big Trouble is a balance to my vision. He's a balance. He's a perfect balance.
A balance?
A balance.
Or is he holding you back?
No, he's a balance.
No, because he wants to go crazy. Big Trouble wants to go simple. But
he
together
balances
they
my
do
shit,
good.
right?
Okay.
So
Because
that bike,
that was one of my favorite paint jobs you've ever done on the bike. But that's probably my
And
favorite.
you see, don't say
Minus
that to
the
him.
skulls,
He
but
hates
that's my favorite.
it. That one?
If that without skulls is my favorite. I'm just not a skull guy.
Justin said that one.
Fuck, that bike was sick.
so doing that bike with Mark, Big Trouble, it was when I first met him, like I literally remember the day that he deposited me on the first helmet we did. I was sitting with Mark at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was the first time he drank in 2 years.
What?
So Mark was having
Where?
T-Bar Jesus was having his first.
Oh, that Mark.
His
We were
first
talking
drink.
about Mark in Florida, and you just switched it up without
There's too many
even telling
fucking
us.
Marks, too many Chris's, there's too many motherfuckers, right?
There's too many Kyles.
So me and
Justin.
Only
T-Bar
2
Jesus.
Justices,
There's too many, Justin. There's only one Craig, baby. That's Turbo.
People, it's like how many Donnas do
Y'all
we know?
just call me
Like,
Turbo.
so, Mark was sending me
Only one
messages. He
street
wanted
guy,
to do
too.
a helmet, and so we did it. And we honestly like,
His first helmet was the same week as my helmet.
yeah. Big Trouble. We ended up talking a lot more, and became pretty good friends before we ever met each other. Which was at your first camp. That was the first time we met.
That's
really?
why we're here. I couldn't remember why we were here. Yes, there's a camp out going on down South Campout, Scooter
I didn't know that was
Haven,
the first time we
Inglis,
met.
Florida. Yeah, first time.
Wasn't
you
the
met him,
first
too.
time we met?
No.
Like
What?
he met him at Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So it was the first time that we actually met
He's
in
my
person.
father.
We had talked quite a bit.
You didn't know it at the time.
But yeah, that bike
I
build,
was the one who started that. Y'all were sitting next to each other at my camp out, and I took a picture of y'all talking with the same length beard, and I put on my Instagram, love to see good father-son moments. And that's where that started.
okay, you done?
I did something. Influencer.
All right. Get you a Sawicki pipe here pretty soon, bud.
I want one. They're sick. I want one. I like them. I like it.
Okay, buddy.
I like it.
I mean, they don't look bad.
They look fucking sick.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying. Like,
I can pick whatever pipe in the world I want, and I think that one's the sickest looking pipe.
No matter what you do, you're slow.
You get it. It's a street glide.
I called Justin out, and he shows up on a fucking FXR. Like, what am I going to do? Beat a retard?
And still faster than you.
It's like, even if I win it, it's not like accomplishing anything. Yeah, he's retarded. Why would you hit him?
That affects our ribs, bro.
Rips at 80 miles, gas station to gas station. Whole way home from fucking
Does
Sturgis.
Joe still have it, or did he get rid of it already?
I think he still has it. It's like the white tins on it.
FXR rips apart.
He sold the tins off of it.
He did the
Some was valuable.
way
on it.
you could burn.
He sold the tins off.
Be funny if you took the swing arm off
Still
too.
raffled it for 25 grand.
I think it looked good in white.
Well,
Those tins were nasty though. Those colors were nasty. That teal with the purple. And
well,
gray.
Justin has his style, which
Purple
I think
and gray.
was
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony.
Justin's flavor is it's something I like myself. I envy the fact that he's not in the paint game, so he can do a solid, great. Honestly, I was thinking about the other day. It's like, would we be friends if you didn't have such a cool fucking bagger that I liked?
Yes, because I'm amazing.
I was there the first time you
Okay.
met him, and you were geeking out about his bike before I even knew who he was.
Yeah.
And I saw him. I go, "You're that dude who lifts the trucks, right?"
Me?
Yeah, Heavy D. I think they call him.
Oh God, yes.
You're
Your
that
jokes are
dude who
still
lifts the
terrible
trucks.
after all these years.
And the first words he ever said to me was, "Fuck you." I was like, "Yeah, that's him."
I like that style. It fucking resonates. I mean, it's so simple. Like, so I
I'm
did
over it, though.
when I did the podcast with Instab and Kyle on the way home with the new bike. All I can think in my mind was a simple solution to going to Sturgis was to paint it like his bike and do a powder coated wheel situation.
It's a sick combination. I mean,
It is.
I'm pissed off he owns it, but now that he owns it, I don't think he should be like, "Well, I'm gonna try like teal and
What would
green."
be
I'm
the
like,
sickest-
own that color and keep it forever.
The sickest thing would be
it's
like
fucking dope.
to take his combination, but overpower him. That way, when people see his bike in public, like,
So-
it's like FASTLIFE Jace.
Right.
So tell me a Dixon flannel, purple and gray, my machinist wouldn't sell. That'd be a dope flannel.
Well, maybe.
All day. All day.
Who the fuck wears Dixon flannel anymore?
People want to make money and make Dixon flannels. It's a no-brainer. It's so much of a cash grab. So great.
You should have a camp out Dixon flannel.
What, sell fucking 80?
There you go.
And you got fucking 17,000
that's-
that I can't get rid of.
That's $80 a piece.
I didn't even break even. That's a big cap, like,
how
like
accurate
initial
do you
investment.
feel? How accurate do you feel like the Dixon flannel is a new affliction?
Oh, man.
I mean, I only said that like 2 years ago, but okay.
So I feel like flannels can't be that gay because flannels are like Al Bundy? Or is that the guy who killed people? No, that's the guy who played football.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy killed people.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? The lumberjack. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Flannels have always been a manly thing, and now they're getting turned into like, this is what I wear for fashion. And I don't like that. Like growing up in Maine where people are lumberjacks, they wear flannels.
They got
And now
trees
it's
in
gay
them.
to be wearing flannels. And now in Florida, luckily, we only have 3 days a year we can wear flannels. So that's a benefit.
Fuck you. Daytona was freezing last year.
I have
Oh, you
more
weren't
flannels.
Daytona was cold.
It
last
was
year.
cold? Yeah.
God damn it.
It's just like it was when I was there last.
Dude, no shit. It was fucking freezing the whole time.
I feel like you're drunk. Do you need some water?
Water. I'm some kind of queer.
You need water?
No.
So yeah. You need
Are
I'm a
those
fucking
those are
rallier.
8%, right? The
Um,
Twisted Tea?
Yeah, give or
so
take
can you
half.
talk about yours? Do you have
What?
any idea
What?
on your bike?
Mine?
I'm curious as fuck.
Doing a 131.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do the 131.
Legend suspension. Things aren't good, huh?
What?
Grab what you
So-
can get.
I haven't been able to build or I haven't been able to tear down a bike long enough because I've had so many trips and things to do. Another problem
Yes.
that people have. So when I built the Gold FXR, it was like I pulled it apart in January, and then come late April, it was nonstop a month and a half of building the bike every day, back and forth to the hardware
Donnie.
store to find chrome bolts, blah, blah,
Dude.
blah. It was just so much work to build it, get it right, and
And do
source the
ARP.
parts. Yeah. So, I busted my ass to build that bike. I have been scared to do that because the problem is when you do that for a customer or even yourself again,
You're not going to get the money back.
you can't get the money back
Right.
because
Don't worry about the money.
it's not. Yeah,
Well, that's not a thing when you're like now he's kind of in the mindset like I'm going to build a bike, trick it out, sell it.
no. I'm gonna build the bike for Daytona and I'm gonna ride it all year.
This real glad you have right now.
Yes.
Build it, trick it out, sell it, start again. And what
Yeah.
you know some
I will
inside
sell
stuff
it.
about the.
But
Are
don't-
we allowed to talk about the
I'm
inside
not
stuff
selling
that's
it.
coming from Harley?
I'm not selling it until after Sturgis next year. So once I finish Sturgis, the bike will go up for sale.
That's only a year of owning the bike, though.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
doing
build
that.
and sell.
Yeah, I'm doing that only because
There's nothing wrong with that.
I
Somebody's
want
gonna get a
to.
hell of a bike.
I want to sell it with low enough miles that people don't feel like they're getting an over-the-top used bike.
Oh, we
I
allowed-
sold my last bike with 60,000 miles on it.
Are we allowed to talk about what Harley's about to do?
Maybe.
I don't know. You're the one who gave me the info. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it.
Well, apparently Harley's trying to release a Revolution motor in the touring chassis.
Bigger than the Pan America, for the record, not a 1250.
Apparently they're trying to do that at the beginning of January 2023, 2013.
Okay,
So, but I'm torn now.
with a monoshock.
I'm torn now though. So I'm stoked about the growth, but now I'm torn between what we talk about when owning a Harley and people
And then
talk
having a
about
liquid cooled bagger
Yeah.
where they
I don't know
revolutionary
if
motor
it resonates the
a
same.
monoshock and
You get to a certain
inverted
point,
front end and the whole
No,
nine
no, no.
yards.
You get to a certain point of, are they trying to be?
They're trying to beat Indian.
No, are they trying to be Honda, Yamaha,
Hey, turn his mic off.
But
BMW?
It's fucking interrupting, like grown ups talking.
I wish we could put like auto tune on here.
Make him sound like some T-Pain.
Yeah.
Shiny.
What are you saying?
I don't even fucking know.
Well, the scary thing is that, like, I rode the Pan America. That's the motor they're planning on putting in the bagger. Bigger displacement, obviously.
Right.
But I don't like the way it feels. And I'm not saying I don't like the progress of, like, a higher horsepower situation with Harley in a water cooler. I'm not saying that
You like the smoothness.
I'm not saying that I don't want Harley to keep doing this. I'm just saying I don't know if I'm sold yet. You know what I mean? And maybe everybody buys a new Harley, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, I should buy one. I don't know yet.
I don't want them to be in the same category as Yamaha, Honda.
Yeah.
So when they're in the, like, liquid-cooled V-twin.
But my understanding is it's not going to take the place of any of those motorcycles we love. It's going to be an additional model.
It is. But I don't know, like...
So you can buy the Road Glide with...
Street Glide, Road Glide.
Air-cooled or...
No. This will be... We'll still be able to get Road Glides and Street Glides, but there's going to be a separate model over here that has liquid-cooled monoshock inverted front end.
Touring.
Probably this.
All rolled in.
CBOs, probably.
Touring. Full bagger. Yeah.
The new BMW that just came out.
Not an adventure bike.
They said
no.
The new touring BMW.
I don't know. I don't follow.
It's got a boxer motor. Sticks out on the side. And you're like... So is that a performance bagger? It's like, you can't fucking lean over without scraping the head.
It says clearly on the page American made only.
All I'm saying is that eventually, I hope that I can convert. But there's something unexplainable. We talked about on the Oliver podcast. There's something about these piece of shit ass Harleys that we ride.
Me and him talked about the same thing when we talked about.
Did you? Because I was still talking.
Because
I feel like it's becoming a shit show.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Well, then explain what you're about to explain. Why
you interrupted me. Make it worth your while.
I don't remember.
Are you scared?
I don't remember.
Scared? You want to arm wrestle?
Oh, I might have to beat somebody in arm wrestling.
Calm down.
Calm down, Jamal.
When has buying a stock bike ever been cool?
Never.
When you pay cash for it.
No.
Don't you work at a Harley dealership? Don't you work at a Harley dealership, Eric? Might not want to tell your customers that.
And that's the part I like is I don't want to buy a stock bike and it be better than any aftermarket part that I could buy. So if you're buying an intercooled fucking badass bike, why do you need cams and a headwork and shit like that?
Because of emissions.
Why do you need an inverted? Huh?
Because of emissions. The reasons they can't make it badass is emissions.
No, they are like a Pan America, right?
Yeah. You can get more horsepower out of a water-cooled motor than you can.
For sure.
Because of tolerances. And why spend all this extra money to make it just a little bit better? But a Harley, out the gate, is a bullshit basket case.
Right.
Then you spend all this money to get it to slightly better basket case. Bullshit.
Yeah. Like stage 2 or whatever they call it.
I don't do the stage. But yeah.
8.
Stage 8.
But that's the fun part, is like making it better and better and better, making nothing what it's not, right?
Yeah, it's like that you're fucking, like everybody likes the aspect of upgrading, right? Like when you buy a car based on the fact that you need some transportation to work. So you don't want to look at your car on your transportation to work like, I need stage 3 on my car to enjoy my trip to work. But when you buy a bike, or you buy a lot of other hobbies, like think about golf, all these other hobbies that a lot of men have, there's always upgrades of things you can buy that is supposed to make your experience doing said hobby better, right?
But when they come out with the best
that you don't have to buy anything for, then that's kind of ass backwards to everything that America is about. Like, you want to make something that makes people...
Yeah, Daniel, America.
If you buy a bike or whatever, like, if my problem is solved by spending more money, then I'm more invested because now I'm saving up money to get to that next problem. I'm throwing money at it. That's where that term comes from. There's nothing wrong with throwing money at things on bikes to make it a better platform for what you want to do with it, but that's what all these industries, that's what his industry is built on. That's what my industry is built on. That's why we're here. That's why this podcast is here.
That's why we're here.
The fun part. That's the fun part, is redoing
You throw money at something and it makes it cooler or more individualized to you, and now you have this like more personalized product of your, like, this Harley is a representation of me and my taste, right? But unfortunately, I would say, unfortunately, that people are too tasteless, and they follow
Coming from
too
two
many
guys
trends.
with road glides.
I see what you're saying. And I always revert back to the sport bike thing.
Yeah.
Right? Back then, I don't know how much they are now, but back then they were 10 grand. They might be 15, 20 grand now. But literally, when you buy a sport bike, what do you need to do? Put exhaust on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking dope from factory.
That's it.
yeah.
Do you want Harley to be that? You want to pull up at the fucking in the park lot and everybody just has different.
Oh,
exhausts?
sweet sticker pack, bro.
Yeah,
So I bought my bike from Harley new.
Nobody cares. Answer this question.
yeah.
It
That's my
was,
question.
it was germane to the question. It was germane.
Jermaine. Who the fuck is Jermaine?
It's a word.
That was the end of the fucking story.
No, I got stopped.
I'm sorry.
The day I bought my bike, I rode it home.
I'm changing hands. Hopefully the vibe will be better with this.
For me, anyway.
Too tight.
I rode it home, and that night we went out to dinner, and I rode my old bike that had accessories done to it.
Right.
And I left the brand new bike in the garage. So I'm like, I'm not fucking riding it until I get at least a seat bars and exhaust. Like, I'm not riding a stock bike.
It's
So I rode a
genius for
brand
Harley as
new
well.
bike home, and I wouldn't ride it until minimum bars. Because I just, I'm not pulling up to a bar like
You think Harley's doing that on purpose?
Oh, for sure.
It's genius,
Who keeps stock bars?
right?
My grandpa on his trike. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
He's old.
We're trying not to talk shit about him.
No,
so
I'm
move on.
waiting.
He's not gonna.
838, bro.
But not to interrupt you, Craig, but Harley's not going to ever come out with a bike that's fully set up with bars, seat, fucking all aftermarket shit. Like, there's always going to be room for
So-
progression.
Right, and that
for
was the
everybody.
point. Is like
Progression
nobody
for
wants to
everything.
ride out stock Harley.
But if you keep minimalizing that progression, Pan America, right? I hear the complaint is
going Pete. Y'all don't need me anyway.
Thank God.
the risers, right? I've actually heard that
Oh my God, he's bald.
as fuck. So like the risers, like people like buy after, which are on back stock for fucking umpteen years, but like the risers and they want some noise exhaust. That's the complaints. You buy a new Road Glide, what's the complaints? Bars, seat, slow, suspension, just like so much room for growth.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun to me. So like what I don't think we should keep going on and on and on and making the Road Glide what it's not. You know what I mean? Make it to you. So you buy like you're buying your fucking plain motorcycle and then you make it yours. Or yours or yours.
Yeah, but I mean, is that what they're doing by adding a liquid cooled motor to it? I
Well,
mean, is
that
it-
eliminates the motor part, right? So right now, instead of buying the 131, the big bore kit, the cams, and all that shit, you buy that fucking. Have you rode the Pan America?
no.
It's insane. It's
Fast, yeah.
It's fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It's amazing. It's fast. It was a bone stock bike, and I was blown away. So you buy a Road Glide?
There's no way you piss that fast.
No.
He's just mad.
Yeah. So you buy a new Road Glide with that same motor in
He
it.
pissed
You
down
don't
the
need all
stairs.
those parts.
Yeah.
Then you're eliminating all these companies.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
And I'm not saying it's all about the companies. I'm
No.
saying like it's all about the personalizing, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
You know, even on a Busa or whatever, you know, there's always room for improvement, but you're eliminating that.
I think that the to your point, the fun and built in a motorcycle is not finding a perfect specimen and buying it, and then that's the end of your journey or relationship with the motorcycle. If you don't customize it, you don't like. Nobody, I've never heard anybody say this, but I'll say it, and I feel like this is a truth. If you cannot find ways to make motorcycling fun to you, then you will give it up.
Right.
So
to me now, it's the people more than the bike.
it is. So if people just buy a bike and the bike is done and they have no reason to spend money, spending money is fun. Unfortunately, people don't think of it as fun because they think of it as a chore. It's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to have to spend money.
The definition of hobby is spending money.
Yeah, I want to spend money on something. I want to feel stoked about taking this hard-earned money that I've made and throwing it at something that I'm interested in doing, and therefore hopefully finding a different result with it, right?
Yes.
So when you have a hobby that doesn't have a money pit, that hobby for most people doesn't last long.
Fact. If you can come out of the gate being the best of the best, what's the point, right? Fucking mini trucking, anything you want. Like, you want to work hard. It's the same hat, bro.
This one's broken. I
is
sweated
true.
in twice. Anyway, but yeah, I know what you mean. So like
You
you
want
want
something
to,
to work all week for. You have a little extra money. You buy a couple of little parts for it. It makes you feel better when you're sitting in the garage looking at it.
and you don't want to go to fucking events and feel like, oh, you got the same carbon fender and the same black Road Glide and the same black fucking this and the same black fucking that.
Yeah. What'd you do different?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I get it. And people don't want to accept that, but that's the thing. It's like the fun about hobbies is spending money.
It's a fact.
Prove me wrong.
No, every hobby I've ever been to, which has always been motorcycles, but like my son plays golf, and I see those motherfuckers pull up in the baddest golf cart.
Ping, huh?
Ping.
Okay, I
Callaway.
get it. Big Berthas.
Right.
I get you. Okay.
But you're topped out real quick.
Then what?
Then what?
Is there
gets
accessories
old
for
more.
golf?
Yeah.
Is there accessories for golf?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They pull up in the fucking big wheel.
You should make those little
golf carts.
T things that put the grass back in the thing they carry around on their little golf cart. You can machine those. I've
He
trusted
has
them.
made it for 15 minutes. He comes back. That's what he provides.
Oh Jesus!
Have you tried making your son a driver or anything?
No.
That's just complicated. The
Ping-
driver is
Ping
not like
does
a.
well,
Yeah.
right? I get these questions all the time. It's like, oh, can you make me this? I'm like, yeah, but so and so does great at it. Buy theirs.
I don't know.
It's not a dick move. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people don't realize the fact that, they don't accept the fact that hobbies are a place to spend money.
Yeah.
It makes you happy. We can all agree on that. Mm-hmm. If I get $1,000, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got $1,000. I want that pipe. I want this fucking air cleaner, this computer, this whatever the fuck, right? It makes you happy. If you have to save money, you're like, I can't wait to fucking put some new grass fucking squares in my yard. Like, it's if
Set it on grass.
oh yeah, I get your house is fucking fancy,
Yeah, he got that good grade.
but
You got to HOA.
I wish Jaden was here because Jaden, Dragon said it best. He's like,
in front of your house once.
I'm butchering what he said, but I fucking love it. It's like, yo, your beard, and I'm not talking about yours. I'm just saying the beard. That's not a fucking that's not an identity.
No.
Your beard and your fucking
People do that shit,
You're
though.
doing this and you're doing that and you fucking selfies all day. That's not a fucking identity, man. Like that. Don't let that be you. Don't let your grass at your fucking house be you. Like do some cooler shit with your life and let that be you. You know what I mean? Have a lot of fucking friends. Have a lot of life that you can brag about. Not like I got a nice haircut. I got a good hairline. That's me. That's who I am.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what Jaden said. I'm just regurgitating.
I
that.
get what Jaden's saying.
Justin felt that.
I felt it.
The hairline or the beard thing?
The grass part, the hairline. He felt it all.
I am follically challenged.
I did say it.
This is all I got?
No.
It's funny how this
Migrated.
grows thick, but this is like, come on, man.
Dude, my mom's
Do it.
bald.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You come from your mom, like the hairline comes from your mom.
Dude,
Your
we
mom
all
has
came
great
from
hair,
our
I know. But my mom is bald. Wow. As fuck, just like me. But your mom's got that thick.
Yeah, you can really. Wait a second. Wait a second. Gross, man. She's fat. You're disgusting.
Remember I told you how quickly it goes from like an hour and a half to almost 3?
What are we at?
Almost 3.
245.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So if we ever do this again with him and I,
God, no.
can we turn this fucking TV off?
No, it's great.
We can turn the TV off right now.
No.
He's so about
That,
numbers.
used to be just
No.
here.
It's so annoying.
I feel like I'm just sitting here while y'all are talking.
He wants to be so fucking famous.
Well, then let's make him famous.
What do you want us to make you famous about, Craig?
I can pull my wiener out.
Do it.
You have to do
Smallest wiener in the motorcycle industry.
By
it. But
far.
what's funny is guaranteed 300 fucking followers if you pull your dick out on that camera right there.
No way.
Zoom in.
Yeah. You got zoom on that?
Is it on them right quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, brother.
It's not a microscope.
I'm out of beers.
There's cold ones. That's warm. That's warm.
I'll go get a beer when you're finished talking. Talk about something important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your camp out ever going to be cool?
Jesus Christ.
Talk about the highlights of camping. How cheap it is.
It's cheap.
It's so cheap.
Done.
If you got a hobby and you want to spend money, this is a place to get a lot for your money.
Hey, why don't you just show up and party and rage? What I do like about the campouts is you can show up by yourself, and that's kind of fun. I showed up by myself. Justin showed up by himself. Saxon doesn't have a motorcycle. But you can show up at these events by yourself, and it is a very welcoming crowd, and you can come party.
Yeah.
And from that, start a whole new life like me and Justin did. He has a whole company now based on his social media following and him showing up to campouts. He can literally write off campouts because that is literally his bread and butter. That's where he started.
So we made
That's
him.
where he met everybody.
We made him.
That's where Jace made him. He's never going to rewatch this.
I think that the camp out, like what you're saying is actually 100% true, is that if you show up to these events.
It can really change your life.
Yeah, it can. If you're not weird.
I'm still here.
Yeah, but you're.
Cool,
No,
weird.
If you're coming around and you're expecting a fast track to be accepted.
Some people, like when we say, come, we'll accept you. I've seen it too many times where some people are like, hey, I'm here. I'm cool. Let's rage. And we're like, yeah, but you kind of suck. Like, you're not cool. You're not fun. It's not a cool thing. I shouldn't say that. It's don't feel entitled for people to accept you. We still have opinions.
Yeah.
You still got to be kind of nice. Be nice to people. Jaden is, we were talking about earlier, is the most welcoming human being at any camp out. You can show up by yourself, go straight up to Jaden. He'll buy you a drink all night. He'll buy all your beers all night. I'll put that on the record.
Yeah.
I just made that up. Now he's gonna
probably
be
would.
fucking broke as shit. But he probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a great thing about the camp out is people are out there to welcome you and that. I mean, honestly, not to even be gay and like get emotional because I'm not.
But if you want to get gay, I'm into it.
I showed up by myself, completely changed my life.
Yeah.
Really, it's like I just showed up to a camp out, met this Blackbeard fuck, you, and then in all your podcasts, you're like, hey man, you know, you're at a party of mine. Don't show up and try to like get a helmet from me. What did I do? Showed up, tried to get a helmet from him. Best friends. I don't think Jason knows what he wants.
No, he was saying no about the best friends part.
No, he's best friends. He's coming to Tarpon Springs. Oh, when did I ever thought that was going to happen? My Machinist and Jace Hudson coming to Tarpon Springs with Big Wheel Cody
I'm
and
just
Fran.
surprised that like
We'll
we're
back out real quick.
paying for it.
You already bought the tickets.
It's just,
I don't care. I'm still using the Airbnb. That shit's paid for.
it's dropping a bucket. Well, you know we should add to yours, your camp out?
It was so much better when he was gone. Why did we bring him?
You know we should add to yours? Races.
I was going to say that.
Like,
All there is to
Well,
do
we
is
try to
race.
get the apples
get
out
black
of
people
the,
against white people?
out of the water. Not a lot of black people there. That's a thing.
No, drag
Franco's
races.
the black guy
You're racist?
there.
Is that why?
It's not my choice. It's Inglis, Florida.
Why is it there more black people at camp outs?
Dude, I went up to Pennsylvania and hung out with Franco, and he got there before us, right? Franco's badass. He's a Marine, the whole 9 yards, like jacked.
Good dude.
And he's like, I showed up there, and he goes, I looked around, and I'm in the woods. I don't know anybody, and I'm the only black dude. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? He was like a little freaked out when he got there.
It's good to know that white people
we
can still
showed
scare
up, he
black
was
people.
like, oh fuck, like
God damn.
he could handle himself, but he was a little like
You
sketched
lost,
out.
boy?
Yeah. It's kind of
I have black kids, so fuck off.
And I was like,
I can
oh
say
yeah,
that.
I didn't think of it that way.
Races.
Franco's story, not mine.
No,
You're racist for regurgitating it.
we're gonna have races at your camp out.
Oh,
There's no riding. Let's have fucking a drag race.
I'm down.
slow races.
No, you like spend all your beans
Fuck.
on your
You
bike.
think I spent all this money trying to have a 131
You were so
I could
nice
be
to me when he was
slow?
gone. What the fuck?
Yeah, you deserve everything you get.
Well-
but for real, there's no riding. Like I'm being legit.
We gotta find a road.
All of them.
All
are
of them. There's
straight
nobody on them.
Okay, we pretty much did on the way to the bar and back. We pretty much raced our ass off on the way to the bar and back.
But we need
Let's
like
do a
a
winner,
spot to do like
incentive.
at the front of the camp out. We had the races
Yeah.
and people doing wheelies.
The guys
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the clan hats,
See, you had it.
and then it came back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
where did I go wrong?
Like when you open your mouth.
He got one more viewer.
Oh shit! 50.
Something
New
about the
record.
clan just like opened up people's minds.
How are we
like,
breaking
No, I mean,
records
I'm
at
being
3
serious.
hours?
We'll put an incentive.
I'm not organizing shit.
are you giving away $2,500 for the win?
my machinist?
Free
No,
swing
Steve.
arm.
Because I'm not. This can be a my machinist race.
I'm sure we can gather up $1,000 for the winner. Drag races.
Whoa, big money.
No, I think we could gather up between
Fairly
everybody.
easy. $1,000 without nobody
Like
hurting
me and Justin will donate like
Until the
75
cop in
a piece,
town
and then
comes
Big
over and
Trouble will do the other $900 or $850, right?
I'm being serious.
I'm
I think
not,
it'd be fun.
if y'all want to do it, I'll stand behind it. But I'm not organizing anymore. The whole shirt thing and hat thing, I don't want to fucking work anymore.
You do
That is
one
your extent
camp
of
out.
your job?
You do one camp out, bro.
Yeah, I hired people to sell the shirts and hats.
Literally called his mom.
Yeah, and they're working the whole
She better
event.
be hot.
I had to
She
buy
better
a
pull her
cabin.
titties out.
Oh, she's not.
She's got thick hair though.
Yeah,
Thick hair.
we get good hair in our family.
We should do drag races Saturday.
Go for it. Set it up.
Saturday afternoon.
You could set
We
up
will.
a
Advertise it.
bracket.
This
ma-
can be a
like-
my machinist drag race.
No, just outright like street races.
You
Drag
make the
races,
trophies.
Hand drop, drag races. Dude, the fucking roads out there are insanely flat and straight.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. I
You
seen
can-
one cop
you
the
can
whole time I
literally-
was there, and he was
If you
just looking
keep
for
going
meth.
straight, you can actually hit the water and go for another 2 miles.
Inglis has a 2-cop town. That's it. Literally 2 cops. There's like the
So, it'll
main cop and the other guy.
So
How much
$1,500
do you think it would cost to
$500
pay
for
him
the
off?
cops? Exactly. $500 for the cops.
$15? Wait, 5? Bro, this is not Mayberry. This is like English. This is worse.
What if we throw them a black guy?
Free.
I'm not getting that conversation.
Wait. You have mixed children, you piece of
I
shit.
could say that. That's why.
Oh.
Chase with black card. Black kid card.
Black kid card. That's right, brother.
So we'll do races Saturday.
Bring your hood.
We'll do it before the bar. So we'll do like noon to 2.
Okay, I'll be at the bar. Y'all have fun with that shit.
Noon to 2.
We get it. You only know how to drink, not ride your bike. We get it.
But no, if you did like a bracket race, like
Don't
kind
say
of
bracket.
not like
There's no way we can do a
tournament.
whole bracket with a cop. Yeah.
No,
Cop.
just win,
No,
win,
showing
win.
up.
I mean like 10,
hey,
10 to
if
20
20
people.
of y'all want to race, right?
Yeah.
So
Everybody
that's
throws in
10
$50
races,
bucks.
and then just like the winner keeps moving on till the end.
Yeah.
No, we'll do like a $1,000. Just
No Ben Turbo, though,
That's what. So
Well, you
it's-
might not be able to drag
you-
race.
because it's not fair.
He
To
might
who?
not be able
You?
to drag race.
Yeah, me.
okay.
And everybody else is not fast as he is.
It depends how long the drag race is.
uh,
That turbo's got a little bit of a lag.
Yeah,
Can
but
you
Ben's,
hook?
I
Ben's
mean,
a great
even
rider,
a
though.
quarter mile. That's he's gonna get
So
you
you
on a
don't-
quarter.
Oh, quarter for sure.
No, we'll race. We'll do 1,000 foot or some shit,
Yeah, 10 feet.
right?
I want to know if Yonkin's going to be there. Is Yonkin going to be there?
Yeah,
Is Yonkin going to be there?
yeah.
Yeah, he
Has
bought
to.
he
Is
bought
this
like
bike
5
gonna-
shirts. Yeah,
he bought
gonna
like
be there
5
for
shirts,
sure.
but
Dude, and
He's
bless
on
his
the
heart,
shirt.
dude. I feel
He's
so
on
bad.
He's
the
had
heart.
the
He's on the
worst-
shirt.
he's had the worst fucking like luck with.
Dude, Daytona, transmission, tickets, Sturgis, motor.
I heard he beat up a cop.
He should. No, he did.
He did.
It's still not done though. So,
Okay.
so,
All right. So
it
it was the cops. The cop was in the.
It was the cop's fault though.
It was
He's a
brutality.
feisty little fella.
No, like off.
I love him.
He wasn't like in uniform or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a cop's fault.
Yeah. Don't try to. Yeah. Don't big Will bagger my fucking performance bagger party, bro.
Yeah, Steve will fuck you up. Settle down.
Dude, we got to finish this podcast with some fire. We're at 3 hours almost. Mm-hmm. We got 30 minutes left of some real shit.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm just a guest, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go pee. Oh, you want to? Okay.
Both going pee. Okay.
I'm gonna go pee after you.
We're all going to go. We got 30 minutes left. We all leave.
Who just had that FXR on their Instagram? Was it A1 with like the see-through side covers?
That was an older bike.
Was it?
Yeah, he built that.
I
a
never
couple
seen it
years ago.
before.
Yeah, but
Who's it?
you just came around.
A1 Mike. Oh God. A1 Mike.
Did FXR Mike get a new job?
Yep.
With
What did
like
he
a
do?
custom shop?
He's working at like a, from what I understand,
A Goldwing shop.
I haven't talked to him personally, but he's working at a shop where he's
They like build cars.
working on old school cars
Yeah.
and motorcycles, things like that. So he's kind of, and I think it's a really good vibe for him. Hopefully they have, Mike comes from a place with a lot of benefits and options
Yeah.
in that world.
So the railroad,
Yeah.
which is amazing as far as the benefits,
Yeah.
retirement. My grandpa retired from
That's like the oldest fucking job in America.
dude. My grandpa's been dead for years, and his wife still gets that check, bro.
Yeah.
But
Is he got him stored somewhere?
What?
That's a good way to keep the check coming in if you store the body. No.
so
Just saying.
yeah, that's
read a book.
I had the same thing. Like 'cause normally they get bank, right, and for a custom shop to actually like pay the delayedness.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Over here.
Dude,
It's you.
What do you mean?
the TV is fucking y'all. You're watching it and you're paying attention to that and not me.
Yes.
I'm the host.
Don't look at me. I think we're doing pretty good. We're at 3 hours. I think that might be a record for me.
Steve
Usually
had
pass that by
70
now.
something people on his podcast.
Oh, that's Steve.
Sit down.
No. Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's start Venmoing for shotguns then.
Don't do that.
Venmos for shotguns.
He did
Tarpon
get a van.
Turbo at
I'm
Venmo.
excited about his van.
Yeah.
Still
You know
not
what's-
getting us viewers?
You know what's awesome about this, but also scary,
For Venmo.
is things don't last forever. Scenes, things. When you become, I guess, your age and my age, like you look at like these things, these pockets of time that we're operating in and hanging out in, and you realize that like, oh, I also had four other times of this in my lifetime. And you start to look at like this right now, which we all fucking love. We love the camp outs. We love the camaraderie and the connectedness that we all have. But I feel like I'm like, what's going to be the fucking thing that ends this for all?
I think it's happening. I think it's
What do you think it is?
starting to happen right
I'm going to go pee. Hold on.
What a dick.
So I think it's starting to happen right now. I just got ice everywhere.
Really?
Um,
No, not by the ice. You think everything's like on the downfall?
yeah, 100%.
Why?
The memes is putting shit in people's head, which love the memes. I think
No,
they're
no, no, no,
hilarious.
no. They're putting shit in your head. You actually take offense to it. If you
No,
don't
no, no,
laugh
I
and
think
move on,
I think they're hilarious.
They've made memes
Beast
about
Coast, shout out.
sportsters forever, and I still love sports.
Beast Coast shout out. He's doing some funny fucking memes. But the performance bagger shit is now becoming an entire meme in itself.
okay, who cares?
Well, the fact is now people that don't have a sense of humor or aren't smart enough to get an irony joke, are going to be looking at performance baggers at the bars and the shows
Like
and
the
being
big
oh my
wheel.
God, this fucking fag. And then they're going to turn it for. But I just don't see how anything on a performance bagger can be made fun of if you're just taking a big fat bagger and making it better to ride. What is the downside? That's the only thing I can argue is what is the downside?
The only joke can be is the money thrown at it.
The carbon fibers.
No, don't say just carbon fiber, but all in general. You can spend $100,000 very easily on a performance bagger.
Well, I
Right.
mean, even carbon fibers. I mean, you're not really.
It's $6,000.
You're not
$6,000
taking that.
you can carbon fiber.
You're not taking that much
No,
weight
you
off
cannot.
your
With a
bike.
cut tank.
No, you cannot.
7. It's in the area. $6,000-7,000.
Okay.
No,
It's higher.
I've priced it.
Okay.
What?
Good podcast.
To
You can take $6,000-7,000 and carbon a whole bike.
No.
To do a road glide, you're looking at probably close to 9.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to
Cut tank carbon covered.
layover.
Yeah, probably 9-10 grand.
Okay,
'Cause
not crazy.
if you have okay.
When
if
it
you-
comes to that big wheel bagger roll, that's not crazy.
What I was getting at, so when you left,
yeah,
he was saying, hey, he was like, I think it's dying now, this whole scene. I'm like,
No, I don't think it's dying now. I think it's starting
On the
the
down-
plateau.
okay,
Right.
I think we're starting to plateau.
And I asked why. And that was his solution is like,
The carbon fibers.
the carbon fiber.
becoming
And I was
a
like,
joke.
why carbon fiber is not everything.
To his point, though, I will say that the biggest drama in our industry right now is people fighting over carbon fiber.
No, it's throwing money at it. And that's what I said.
It's
Same
carbon
thing.
fiber.
My carbon fiber's lighter. My carbon fiber's better. My carbon fiber's this. But carbon fiber all looks the same on the outside, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
Carbon
who
fiber
does it.
reminds me of car parts you could buy at AutoZone in 2003.
Don't say
I
that.
think that the bigger issue is that we all know like Hoffman was probably one of the first, if not the first.
And
guy.
I run his carbon fiber.
Um,
I just didn't go
But unfortunately, like,
Does he follow you?
accents.
does he follow you?
Of course he does.
When,
I don't know.
when the industry grows the way it has over the last couple of
Over the past couple days.
fucking beer, as the industry has grown over the last couple of years, more people are going to jump into the. I don't want to downplay what Hoffman does, but the easier solution to what people want, which is going to be carbon fiber. A lot of people. I come from a big wheel bagger world. You know how many people made carbon fiber way before this? Right?
And
like,
in the import world.
import world. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. It's like carbon fiber is a different it's the same process as making fiberglass, except the fact that you can do fiberglass and hand lay it. Carbon fiber has a vacuum bag.
Yeah.
So it's like 70% the same process, and you add one more layer to it. It is a complicated layer. I'm not taking it away from people, but when you take the big wheel bagger world, it's been making fenders, dashes, tanks, all these other parts.
It's
and
not a
now
stretch.
and now it's not there anymore. Where do we use all this manpower and material and shit? Where do we do? Oh, I guess we'll make carbon fiber. Let's buy the other components to make vacuum bags, and let's make carbon fiber. And now you have all these carbon fiber companies coming into it, and people from the big wheel bagger world coming into it.
John Choate.
And what you have is drama. You have people, you have originals, you have the new people saying this is better than that. You have one guy like Hoffman that's trying to meet the demand that he's had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a complicated fuckery. I can't imagine what it's like to be in that boat. But I would, as a business guy, I would never put all my eggs in that basket, 100%. I wouldn't. I would try to make other parts, whether it's like machined parts or something, to not live or die by a carbon fiber part. Because in my opinion,
Everything's a fad.
I think that the
Hands down.
carbon fiber parts are I like having a touch of carbon fiber on the bike. I like my front fender. I would like a dash.
I like carbon fiber.
I wouldn't mind having a
accents,
rear
for
fender,
sure.
like a center of the bike kind of vibe.
Yeah, I
But-
like that.
I'm not a full carbon bike guy.
Same boat.
You know
Same
what I
boat.
mean?
I don't like a carbon dash with a carbon tank layover. It's like it's carbon on carbon. There's no accent there. It's just
No, I like.
I
it's
think-
a thing.
I think the guys-
Right.
and you do the right paint job. And
When I
have
replace
a
my
little bit of
black with carbon, I think that's a good touch.
a little peekaboo of carbon
Yeah,
here and
yeah.
there in a paint job, that's done well.
Right.
When you paint over all of it, it's a flex, which I appreciate.
Well,
even
I
more,
think that
but-
the
If you get full carbon and you paint over all of it, that's a fucking flex.
yeah.
I like that.
I asked everybody. I mean, it says it's fine.
Right. So here's the other situation: is that like we were talking about earlier? Like, what do you do on the bikes? Like, how do you make it cool? It's like, do you want to tell somebody to spend $10,000 on carbon so they can be laughed at because they have another black Road Glide? You know what I mean? When it comes to Daytona, we go to Daytona this next year. We do the hardcore cycle show. If you have a complete carbon fiber Road Glide,
You park it next to the other complete carbon fiber road glides.
yeah, it's
They have their own
you spent thousands of dollars to be like everybody else. It's an easy fucking fix.
This goes back to my combination.
But I mean, at the same time, it's all preference. I mean, who gives a fuck what anybody else
Yeah,
thinks?
but like, no, imagine this. It is preference,
does-
right?
it
Think
does
about
matter
this.
what everybody says.
I'm at the hardcore cycle show and I walk in. I'm like, I really like carbon fiber bikes. And then there's a fucking same black Road Glides. The only thing difference is wheels, exhaust pipes, air cleaners, and goddamn rotors on the bike. Everything else is the same. That's not motorcycling. That's
And that's the reason I was asking him, like, what is his goal for his bike for Daytona? Like,
the problem
we know you
is
paint, right?
with performance, right? Performance is one of those words where everybody chalks off like fuck custom made seats, fuck custom paint, fuck powder coating, fuck all these things that make your bikes individualized, right? And so they talk shit about it. Oh, your bike's not putting stupid numbers out. Like, this isn't like bike shows aren't like your horsepower sheets aren't in front of your fucking bike. And even if they were, nobody would give a fuck.
no.
Nobody would walk up and
go
choose
outside
your
there.
bike because you have more horsepower than the other bike. That does not work that way.
yeah.
A bike show is visual. 100%. It's visual.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about a bike show, then yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But not.
What is Instagram? It's fucking visual. Nobody can see horsepower sheets or they don't fill horsepower sheets online.
Yeah.
But it's got to be there.
It does have to be there.
If you spend your 10, 15 grand on your carbon, the fucking motor's got to be there, right? That's a given. So now, like, what's your combination? What are you going to do? That's what I was curious about. What are you going to do? What do you have? Like, you paint. I know you're going to do some crazy paint job. Like,
Well,
what's
the thing is, like,
your combo.
for paint, it's easy because I can paint a bike and win over a guy that spent 20 grand in carbon.
Is it video and voice off?
That's what they're saying.
Or it's off timing? The timing's probably off.
Yeah.
I
As
see
long
that
as
happen all the time.
what's it saying up there? Is it saying good? Like on the back, the bottom corner, is it saying good?
Once in a while when I watch the mouths don't match the voices after like halfway.
I'm sorry. I'm a fucking painter. I'm not a fucking. This isn't goddamn Spike TV. So
Google's actually going to stop.
I just spent a lot of money to try to fix the last problem. So hopefully this problem's.
I hope you don't plan to get paid from this.
I like how it does it right at the end.
Anyway, hopefully, guys, you'll keep listening. If not, the audio's too fucked up. The actual podcast audio only is perfect, so you'll be fine.
No, I think
But-
it's just like off. Like we're a second behind on the video to audio.
No, we've always been a delay, but I think that
No.
they're talking about
No.
like a,
No,
On-
once this popped up, the video and the audio are like just barely off from each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, I've watched it before, and it's
Like
not
a
like,
Chinese- like a
it's
Chinese
still
movie.
it's
Chinese-
still watchable. I've watched it before. When you guys did the recap of Maine, I sat there and watched it, and it was a little bit off, but it wasn't that bad.
At this point, it's not something with us. It's something with YouTube. So we have everything fucking dialed over here. I spent the money. It's fucking
Why don't we
dialed.
just tell them we're ventriloquists?
Anyway,
This is how we talk.
that is the complicated part about this next move on the way to Daytona with building bikes.
I'm
I'm
stoked
excited,
about
though,
Daytona. Yeah,
And I hate when we talk about this and we act like we're talking shit or down or depressed about it.
let's talk shit about some.
I don't think that at all.
I'm not
I
depressed.
enjoy it. I still love going
Yeah.
to these shows. I still love to see what other people do. let's stop making it so negative. And like we compare it to Big Will Bagger dudes, and like we making it negative scene. I don't give a fuck.
You want to know who the people?
I want to see your $200,000 bagger. I want to see it.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it's going to be it's going to be fiberglass, the whole thing.
Who gives
a
fuck?
fuck? Like
Let me see what you see. Let me see what you fucking built. I want to see your ideas, and I'm excited about it going that direction.
You know what is this? I'm going to make this analogy to you, right? So, our podcast, we've been around in the scene in this genre, right, for the last almost 4 years, right? Well, money's coming around, right? And they're putting money into other areas, and now new things are popping up, and there's no talk about the FASTLIFE podcast, right? We've been here. We've been dealing with this, right?
Yep.
Well, it's the same concept. If you've had a set of T-bars and a goddamn 2-in-1 and a fucking My Machinist kickstand block and a goddamn Saddleman, right? You've had that. You've been doing that for 3 years. And now all of a sudden everybody's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on their baggers. You're not even in the game anymore.
Right. That's
the same concept. That's the same boat I'm in with creating content or this media that we're trying to put out for people. Like we're always competing with people with bigger wallets. It's always going to be a thing.
I think with this podcast though,
that's life.
That's life.
If this podcast keeps chugging, it'll be there when the smoke settles.
Chugging?
I did this, not this.
That's life. When you move in a neighborhood, I don't care how big you are, how badass you are. You move. There's always gonna be somebody better, bigger, badder. The house is gonna be bigger. Who gives a fuck about that guy? Do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you can do. And that's what I'm excited to see is like, do what you can do. Like, my wallet's not big, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I have to make what I like.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show it.
Well, that's the thing about being like kind of their, I don't want to say the word OG, but like being people that's been around for a while and like helping these brands grow within it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, when you have the Performance Bagger page on Facebook and there's 34,000 people on here that have no fucking clue what's going on. They're not coming to they're not coming to my camp out.
They're just people.
They're not coming to your camp out.
They're just people who got added to a page to see what's going on.
They're just people that like a thought, right? And some of them make the effort to be a part of that thought. Some of them are just like, I'm into it. I'll follow this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so separated. You know what I'm saying? Like we go to Sturgis every year and we see more and more styles of our style of bikes at Sturgis every year.
Do you not like that?
I love it. I love it, but also I don't dislike it at all. I have no problem with it. I'm stoked with it. I think the unfortunate thing is that like everything we've tried to create with the podcast and this network of awesome individuals like yourself, I just wish they would all find that channel to know all these people that have been breaking their backs to be a part of this industry.
That's not going to happen, though.
It's not going to happen.
You know that, right?
I know
they're
that.
going to overstep everybody and be like, well, we bought this, so we're the big guys now.
But here's the deal. It's like I'm not sitting here saying like me. I'm saying all of us. All of us that put into this pot and made this thing great for the last couple of years. All I'm saying is it'd be dope if everybody that's finding this shit now found it through one of our channels so that they can know who my machinist is or who I am.
Which they probably did, right?
Maybe.
And then went on their own.
When did you get so many beers in front of you? I've been hiding them, but go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, don't forget this one. I'm filled with water now. No. We need to. No, Jace was calling out the. I have more than you earlier.
I'm doing tall boys, so calm down.
I'm
okay,
stoked
2 more ounces.
that more people are getting involved. I'm stoked that when I go to the hardcore performance
4 ounces, faggot.
I feel like I'm dealing with Craig right now.
Hey, you said faggot. You said faggot.
No, I'm deep enough into it.
Yeah, you are.
Jesus Christ.
That's what she said.
I'd rather go to a show like Daytona, hardcore show.
Is that where they do it?
In Daytona.
You do Daytona.
I'm going to say Daytona.
Definitely
And like
not.
there's
Bounce house.
200 bikes in there. So you have something to fucking look at. Something like inspire you. Something that fucking came out of left field that looks great. I like that part of it.
I do too.
I'd rather see that than the 10 people that we are close friends with that we love, that we all support each
Agreed.
that
100%.
we're all there no matter what, and we do support each other.
We do.
But if we had a show just by ourselves, it wouldn't be as fun.
We
have fun.
The thing is, like, the people on the outside of us, and I'm not saying they're outside so they're bad. I'm saying that, like,
right. No, everybody
all
can't.
these,
can you paint every
exactly.
performance pattern?
Everybody's not gonna like the way we do things.
Right. I can't make enough gauge relocation kits for every bike out there.
Yeah.
You can't paint every bike out there.
Exactly.
You say kickstand blocks.
But we can paint. We can enjoy all their bikes.
Yeah. So having these other guys come to these events with their flavor, their style, outside of this little thought bubble that we're in.
Yeah. It might give you a little trigger, like, oh, fuck, I can do something
Exactly.
better than
I agree, and I like that. And you know, having a podcast, so it's like I'm still like, wow, fuck, dude, I want to have you on the podcast. You just did something that blew my mind. I didn't see that.
Right.
And that's kind of like the thing that I think that people don't understand is that I speak on what I know, not what I don't know. So if somebody brings something to the show
Yeah.
or the table, like you said, that I didn't see, I'm not gonna be like, fuck, I thought about that in 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, fuck, that's badass.
Yeah.
This dude fucking changed the fucking game.
So we all have to be open-minded.
Exactly.
We can't shun all the people out. I don't give a fuck. There's going to be millionaires in the scene, right?
Yeah, we need 'em.
It puts me in a
We need
hard
'em.
spot on that
So
fucking
don't
page. though.
downplay them is what I'm getting at. Don't downplay the millionaires.
Don't be mad at the dudes that are willing to spend money. Be mad at the dudes that aren't spending any money but have fucking opinions about everything. Fuck those
That's
guys.
life.
Yeah,
That's
it
life.
is.
And if you don't, yeah.
Delete the page, bro. Fuck those kids.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I've really been thinking about deleting the whole fucking page. But once in a while, I meet somebody like Jake from Thundermax, and he says, that's my favorite page on Facebook. That's the only one I go to and look at shit. And then I'm like,
Jake.
and then I
State
feel
Farm?
like everything I'm doing is worth something. But most of the time, I'm like, I fucking don't like any of you people.
It's not worth anything.
It's such beginner questions, and I'm like,
What's funny is the only thing I've came out of that, I'm not even on Facebook.
oh, fuck you. I've sent you like 30 swing arms. You're just too lazy to make them.
It's all
His microwave's broken or something. He can't.
it's all negative.
No, it isn't. You go through the page. There is negative. There's negative everywhere.
90%.
But we've blocked over 400 people to get rid of
Why?
negative. Over 400 because we don't want the negative shit.
I've never
We
blocked
worked our
anybody from
asses
Instagram.
off to make that page positive, and they're still negative. You can't stop it.
It's a mindset that Facebook brings on. Like,
But okay, we're gonna get rid of the page, and then one of the other performance bagger pages blows up,
And, what,
and then
you
we have no
jealous?
say.
You
We have
jealous?
no say in
We have
which
no say
direction
now.
to go.
If you're not on Facebook, then
Of course
why
you do.
Don't worry about it.
we have no say now. If I was to go on the page right now,
All those other Facebook performance bagger
If I
pages,
said- if I went
you
on
can
that
post
page
whatever
right
you
now
want.
and said,
Tape
hey,
bangers and turbos, all
hey
day.
guys, I have a podcast dedicated to the performance motorcycle industry.
Yeah, you
Some
literally told me to post that earlier. I already posted it.
No, I would do that, and I guarantee you within like 2 or 3 hours, there'll be 40 dudes like, but have you heard of this? Like, it's tribalism.
But 40 of those guys now know your podcast.
I don't. They have to fight, and I have to prove myself to 40 people that I never gave a fuck about. Like, the thing is like, when you have a platform based on like opinions,
It's like a wife you've been with for a while. Like, in a way,
who's never been married. Like, I want to hear
I
this.
was so ready for this comment. I was like,
it's like, in a way, I don't want her anymore. But I'd rather
with
just
the
kill her.
page.
I'd rather
With the
just kill her
page,
so nobody
yeah.
else can have her.
With the page, I get that. He was talking about, do I just give the page up to somebody else, or do I just shut
I'll
it down?
sell the fucker.
why?
I bet
Because
you
I
would.
don't give a fuck about it, and I'm getting backlash about it. Me and Kyle are getting backlash, like, hey, like negative shit every day. I get people like messaging me bullshit because I didn't share their ape hangers with.
That's why I
fucking
asked to
my
not
new
be a part of
my
an
new dual
admin.
exhaust post.
Okay,
and
so-
they're like, bro, fuck you. Oh, I had this one dude. He's like,
But what
he is Saxon style. No offense. And he goes, oh, you get butt hurt, you little bitch. I'm like, I'll fucking murder you. Like, but I'm not even gonna like work it up because I'm like,
murder you.
I just snapshotted his face and I stocked his shit, and I was like, "Oh, cool, he's coming to."
Hey, I still have this saved. I still have this
block
saved
him.
from when I was an admin on the Performance Baggers page.
We get this all day.
December
All day.
17th, 2020.
I had one today.
Oh.
The woman from Sawicki. I had to kick a dude off because he's been threatening her.
So it's stressful.
No. It's a lot of work, and then there's the payment for that work is people being mad at me.
This is good. You want to hear
Why
this?
the fuck do I even do this?
Then delete it.
Hey, check it
But
out.
you know why you don't want to delete it? You know why? Because you're scared you might lose that clout.
No. I don't care about the clout. I don't have
Am I
the clout.
wrong?
Dude,
Zach?
I want to read
Zach,
this.
am I wrong?
Hell
It's
yeah.
Facebook. It's
I want to
Facebook.
read this. Hell yeah, brother.
There's
Please.
no clout. It's Facebook. There's zero
Just
clout.
please read
Can I please read this?
And Craig, don't interrupt.
December 17th, 2020
You
at
interrupt.
7:54 p.m. Hey, Jace. Just wondering why my post wasn't allowed? Question mark. Yes. I have ape hangers.
End of story.
I'm 6'7" and risers don't look right that tall.
Oh, they do.
Oh, tell Mark that.
I got 18s from Mark.
Tell your dad that.
I don't have stretch bags and not sure you even looked well enough at the
already
pic
answered his question.
to see it's a dyno with how fast you deny my post. I never denied anybody's post, but somebody else in the admin circle did.
I did. I do it all.
I've done more fab work, more air quotes, more fab work and performance work to my scoot than I care to remember.
Ooh, Scoot. Don't call it Scoot.
Block,
Say his name.
heads, all done by me. Primary
Wow.
and
you
clutch
unbolted
upgrades,
and unbolted.
as well as secondary chain, also suspension, and the obvious Road Glide fairing.
I was surprised he didn't tell us what stage he was.
Yeah. And all of the custom rear end have all the picks and fab and performance. Most can't even come close to keeping up with it on the Dragon or triple nickel.
Ooh.
I get
So, hey, no.
5 of these a day. 5 a
So
day.
him, I'm like, awesome. Invite. I would invite him to our ride.
Yeah, come to the town.
I want to see how bad you are. And I'm not saying I'm bad, but I want to see how bad you are.
All the fab work and performance work, because they're
Still
different,
going.
was done. Dude, this fucking thing is a goddamn paragraph.
Yeah.
Was
get 5 a
done
day.
by me. I thought this group was a perfect fit before I got the message about my apes and stretch bags, which he said he says, which I don't have.
Oh.
But apparently he does,
The
because people
rules. I just say, hey, you violated this rule.
like my bike's a bolt-on wedding dress piece of shit. So he's talking shit to everybody else like it's a bolt-on piece of shit. Yeah, it has the tour pack and one of the pick, but the bike's been from New England to California and from Paradise up to Michigan to number one. Nice to have some room to pack my camping shit. So tell me what makes my ride anything but a performance bagger.
The first sentence, the ape hangers.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
The second you have to explain yourself, you lost it.
If the reason you're posting
you have
to
to
get
explain
approved
yourself,
was in the
you
fucking
lost it.
thing, you're gone.
If I have to explain myself on any internet forum, you lost it.
That's why we have over 400 block people.
Let's talk shit and shoot the shit in person.
Yeah. Come to the
second I have to-
Campout.
The second I have to explain myself over the internet, I'm done.
I had one guy call me out at the camp out. He was talking to Jaden, and he goes, yeah, man, I'm part of that page, and then my post got deleted. And Jaden goes, well, let's talk to him himself. Hey, Craig, why'd you deny his post? I go, what kind of handlebars you got? And he goes, hey, pingers. I go, there we go. And I walked away. It was pretty bad.
It sucks, man. Like there's people that ride bikes in the world, right? They do badass shit. Like this dude did badass shit allegedly. I don't know. There's no Instagram.
Is it a
stories
performance
prove it.
bagger? Is it a cool touring
Who knows?
bike?
Who gives
cares?
a shit, right?
But it's a performance bagger page.
He
That's
did
my
whatever, right? It wasn't accepted in the big wheel bagger world. Mm-hmm. Nobody gave a shit. So then he comes to this world, and he has the low cost of entry of a simple handlebar exchange.
In duels. And stretch bags.
Man,
I'm not going on this rabbit hole with them motherfuckers.
Dual scrape. I've had them. Scrape like a motherfucker.
Doing wheelies, but not side
No,
to
no,
side.
no, like turns. They scrape.
With you on it?
Turn.
Not with no floor.
Right here. I'm right here.
I'm right here.
There's no winning this battle. I played this game.
So here's the thing.
This dude,
This is why.
this is December.
We
Guess
literally had
what?
this
This is
conversation
why
before
I'm
we started.
debating deleting the page.
This is what happened.
Then
So
delete it.
I went. No, don't do that right
It's
now.
a lot of fucking
He's
work.
grabbing ice. I left the Lakeland bike show, and I made the post about ape hangers are not performance baggers. I made that post on the way home,
And I supported you
and you
100%.
did. A lot of people supported me,
100%.
and that was a
Because I was
post.
kind of trolling.
That was a post that was from that situation, right? I'm not trying to discourage anybody from wanting to ride bikes or do what we're doing, but the problem is that the cost of entry in every group or every scene. Hey, here's the deal. I want to play golf, but I want to do frisbee golf at the golf course. Like, you're not playing the same
Clubs
fucking
are
sport,
too
motherfucker.
expensive.
Yeah, clubs are too expensive. I
Clubs
like
are
buying
expensive,
frisbees, right? There's a cost of entry of everything that people want to be involved
Always
in.
got a burp in my direction.
Pay attention to what you're saying.
God damn it.
But at the same time, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be the gatekeeper of anybody because it's stressful. It's a job and a stress that doesn't get reciprocated, right? It's
So,
not like
yeah,
the,
so
it's
I-
not like the whole like all of us as friends come to your aid.
So I have to approve or deny 40 posts a day. And I'm not an expert.
Whoa, you're saying this like this is your job. You don't
It-
have to do anything.
No, I literally do it. I do it every day.
Do you have to?
Yeah, who else is going to do it?
Delete it.
We could delete it. That's what we were talking about earlier.
What's your benefit from having it?
Somebody offered me a pipe for $400 off today.
It wasn't Sawicki
It was.
because of the page.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
there
an admin
are.
on the page.
You do run into some deals and shit on that page. Like, I don't get them because obviously.
No,
I'm
it
not a
wasn't on the
bagger,
page. It
but
was because I'm an admin.
Oh, really?
They're like, hey,
I
we'll
mean,
give
you're
you a
so-
hookup.
Like
Did you
I
try to peddle his podcast and it didn't work? It just backfired on you?
No, we're great.
Like I said
I got his
earlier,
number, and he's
I'll
going to
tell you
be
what.
talking to the owner of Sawicki to get him on this podcast because I started hearing about Sawicki's new ownership through this podcast, and that's what made me go to their website and check them out. And I'm like, oh, I really like that pipe.
Yeah, and then we had to like try to convince them that our podcast was
Legit.
legit.
She's like, well, we were just on the Torque thing, and I'm like, well, it's a pretty good. It's got a lot of listeners, so you should maybe. He's like, well, and she's like, well, maybe we could do it over the phone. And I understand if she has no clue what the podcast is. I'm like, there's like a studio and a camera involved, and we should probably do it that way. And
Where are they
then-
from?
I don't know where they're from originally, but
a plane ticket away.
exactly, that's where they are.
That's all that matters.
Think about it. Hey, man, I would love to have you on the podcast. This is a
He has D&D
Free?
and all the other people.
this is a free place that you don't have to pay me to be here,
It's free advertising.
but you have
I'm
to.
not arguing the point.
Yeah, you
whatsoever.
have to.
But
You
she
have
was
to
like-
make
yeah,
the
she was
effort
like-
to figure out how to get here, so that I can have a podcast with you, and you can promote your
I'm trying to
product.
sell your product.
Yeah.
for
How much?
you.
How much does advertisement cost? Less than a plane ticket, or more than a plane ticket?
I was confused on the sales pitch on your end.
Yeah.
That's the part I was confused at.
She was basically like, "Well, we've been on Torque show.
Right.
We have more viewers right now than the Torque shows had this week."
Torque show's new.
I can't. You can't say that.
I
Torque
said
show's
it.
new.
I don't know. They're not saying it. I'm saying it. Craig Truman, Turbo is saying it. But I'm like, well, it has a little bit more of a reach than that. Nothing against Torque. It has a little bit more of a reach than that.
It's time.
And
though.
she's like, well,
time will tell.
Well, can he do it on the phone? And I'm like, no. He built a studio.
no. Can I buy Can you send me a pipe over the phone?
How much is a plane ticket? It's worth the.
Well,
it's
what-
worth. It's
the
worth
way
the
I-
exposure.
The way
for a
I
plane
say it
ticket
is,
to get here.
it's worth what you want to put back into the industry, right? Because the industry wants to hear
especially
about
that company.
the
who's
industry
trying
wants to
build
hear
their name
about
around.
Swicky Speed. They want to know what the fuck's up.
What happened?
Right?
Yeah.
What's up? If you can't,
I'm very curious. Me
if
personally,
you cannot make the effort to, okay.
No,
it's like dealing with a child.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna say child. My childs are way better.
I'm just, I'm done. I have no idea what to say. I'm done.
The minute he's engaged into a conversation, he jumps up.
Your childs are tiny.
No,
I
but
apologize for everything Greg's done.
the people that have the like, I'm not trying to talk up to podcasts, but when you have a place where you have our YouTube is a growing place, but our download listens for the podcast.
Time.
Yeah.
Right? How long you been on YouTube?
We've been on YouTube since we started, but we haven't pushed the video until for the last year.
Right? You've been on podcasts for
Our podcast
4
downloads,
years?
like the people that listen to the audio,
from day one. How long has that been? 3?
It'll be 4 years in January.
Okay. Swicky Speed. Right?
Yeah, they started and died within.
Right. So when you come out new, do everything you fucking can to reach this genre, right? And that's the part I don't get. And maybe she doesn't
I don't want to
understand.
beg. I'm not going to beg somebody to come on this
Absolutely
podcast to like.
You're benefiting them.
I'm like, hey, I would love to have you on the show. It's a simple plane
How
ticket.
does he pee so fast?
I don't wash my hands.
Who does? I'm not talking shit about Swiggy Speed. I just want people to understand that, like,
Me neither.
If anything, you've been talking really good about
No, I'm curious of the story. I'm curious of the past owner a little bit, just because I'm like,
this is the
what
biggest
happened?
issue. This is the biggest
And
issue.
what did
Is
you
that
do
like people who
different
listen to this
from-
podcast are like, I'm into podcasts. I listen to everything. Yeah, it makes sense. Why the fuck would they not? But most people in the industry do not listen to podcasts. They don't know who the fuck has a
not?
bigger podcast or not, because most people, other than us small businesses, are not connected to the industry. Hey, this is a job. We need to go to fucking Sturgis and make a statement. Not, hey, I'm going to Sturgis to fucking party with my boys and also go to the fucking bike shows.
Yeah.
There's a difference that I you know, when you're having to compete with people who don't do what you do.
Right.
That's what's annoying. I got to now compete with somebody that doesn't fucking put anything back into the industry.
Right. Which they
Where
do.
were you at Sturgis on Friday night? Were you in downtown partying?
No.
No. You were at home.
Yeah.
You were fucking paying for another Facebook advertisement. You weren't living the bike life that your consumers do. So
And what they don't understand, that shit pays off.
it does pay off.
It pays off big time. And there might not
But
be
they have
the
boats.
superior product, but it pays off. I don't know what you just said, but yeah.
They have boats.
Oh.
Oh, well, here's the deal. We're going to just pay all this money for influencers to be at Sturgis. We don't need to make a presence there, and we don't need to do this and this and this. And, like, the thing I love the most is when marketing doesn't work for fucking people that don't understand marketing.
Which changes day to day.
It changes day to day, and the fact that, like, what was a good place to put your marketing dollars 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago, good luck with that. Let me know how it works out.
A commercial Moto TV is not going to work for you no more.
It doesn't.
So you got to move with the future, and I understand that too. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's a shit show, man. Like, I can go to every fucking brand and be like, hey, we're the #1 motorcycle Harley Davidson podcast in America right now.
You should have to say it.
I shouldn't have to, but at the same time, nobody fucking knows. Like,
You think Discovery Channel
Where-
goes up and like, hey, we're Discovery Channel. No, they don't have to.
yeah, well, unfortunately, because we all just follow Discovery Channel, right?
Right.
Nobody fucking follows the charts
do,
for
though.
podcast. No, they don't.
Not the
People
charts.
don't. Some people go and I want to know what the top motorcycle podcasts are, and I'm going to check that out. We do have people that listen to us because
Actually
they
done
found us that, yeah. But the problem is that we live in a time where nobody's promoting other people, right? My podcast is promoting other people,
Yes.
but who the fuck is promoting my podcast?
The people that are on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Right? So if you decide to do your own podcast, are you going to promote my podcast? No, you're trying to promote your podcast. Right. You're trying to promote your show. Therefore, my show becomes a perpetual thing of like helping other people out, but nobody helps it out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right?
There's
no magazine that comes to me and go, hey, Jace, you have a great podcast. We want to put your shit out there. So now when I'm trying to like have a guest on, like rhymes with Shemiki Speed, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have to prove my fucking validation to a brand.
It's like Walmart. I keep going to Walmart. Like, everything in Walmart, are they, like, promoting Walmart? No, they're promoting themselves, right?
Yeah.
Other than Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart's only promoting Walmart. So,
look, my podcast is about promoting the industry, period. And it doesn't cost you anything to be on this podcast, does it?
No.
How much money have you paid me to be on this podcast?
You drove
On this
400
one?
miles.
On this one? I'm trying to create something that is a place where people that are involved in the motorcycle industry can talk about their products, their brands, their ideas, their vision,
events,
everything.
Yeah.
Events, all that shit. And it doesn't change whether it's from a guy like Craig who has probably 200 followers on certain platforms.
Yep.
240.
To Arlen Ness and his sons and grandsons. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't change the fact it's all free to it's about spreading the message of motorcycling and all the different aspects in between. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to fucking beg people to be in a platform. I don't want to beg people to be on the #1 fucking Harley Davidson podcast. Why the fuck do I have to do that?
I did it for you.
You did it for me. You saw how, like what you did today, I have to do all the time. And you know how weird it is to sit here?
To do it for yourself has to be really weird.
It's super weird.
Me doing it for you, I was like, hey, not trying to brag, but like these are the credentials. Just
It's
trying to put
fucking
it out
weird.
There
You should
to
not
tell
do
you
that.
to tell you that no, it's not a guy in his garage. This is
I'm right here.
He said Paul Yaffe. I'm saying he said Paul.
We had
Yaffe
my
and
machinist
blah,
on
blah,
here
blah.
like
I dropped
3
some big
times.
names to be like, this isn't like some thing. He's like, oh. Because she's like, can we do it over the phone?
You
It's
should've-
nothing against
you
her,
should-
but I understand where
You
she's
should have
coming from
stopped.
also.
You're probably about to leave and go pee right now when I'm about to talk to you, but you should have stopped and said, if I have to explain this to you, then you're not in the scene. So why are you selling pipes?
True. That's
She's
kind of what I
not.
wanted to say.
She is promoting the guy who sells pipes, and that's
Why are
that
you
that,
promoting
that was
the
the
pipes
issue.
that you're selling that you have no idea what you're promoting because you're not
That
in
was
the
the
scene?
issue when I was like,
Like
well, maybe,
there's
maybe
a big difference.
No,
like
You should have said, yes, I've heard of, or yes, I have seen or listened to. That's different. She has no fucking clue.
yeah. If you're selling performance bagger pipes and you don't know
Not
the
even
Fast Life
that.
podcast, it's like, what are you even doing? Have you like even researched the industry? Like, do you know what people are doing?
welcome to my world. Hey, we're in the performance bagger scene. The what scene? The scene that you're trying to sell your fucking pipe in right here
yeah.
now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The
They're
scene
not
that-
selling Smokies at Harley dealerships.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about that.
What about my other cutout?
What am I gonna-
It's
Your
bags are so long.
Nobody would be even saying the name unless they change.
Unfortunately, I think we just made it sound bad for them, so they'll probably never come
Oh,
on.
there's nothing against that. We're just using an example.
And I don't mean to be an
You think
asshole,
they would
but
listen this long.
the problem is that like people that are not connected. Like, all right, I have a small brand. Justin has a small brand. A lot of people have a small brand, right? So we are connected to things. Like the owner listens to what's going on in the industry.
Right.
But when you get to a certain level, you hire somebody to go do that, right? Now that person is also trying to figure out how to be marketable and how to sell their shit to the scene. So they're listening to it. But the owner of the company has no fucking clue what's going on. They paid Joe Schmo over here to go be a representative in the motorcycle industry. So I'm doing a podcast with Joe Schmo, who knows nothing about the owner and why he decided to be a part of the a part of the industry, right? Joe Schmo is just selling pipes or selling air cleaners or selling said product, right? So I'm like, well, hey, we need to get the owner on here because that's the only connection between your product and the consumer. Why did this guy, Joe Blow, not Joe Schmo, Joe Blow. Why did Joe Blow decide to make this part? We want to know that. And Joe Blow's like, I paid Joe Schmo for that. So I'm like,
It's all disconnected.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. What's that motherfucker? I'm trying to help you. I just want to help you sell fucking pipes to the people that like your shit. But why do I have to fight you? I'm not going to fucking Indian burn your arm to come do my podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck up. I'll do it with all my boys. We'll talk about trips and we'll do 2 podcasts a month and be
got a
great.
little taste of it today. I feel like there should be like a script that you can copy and paste every time somebody is like, what podcast? And you'd be like, oh, boom. Then just drop all the credentials.
Shouldn't have to.
If you're in the scene, you should know.
Yeah.
But once you get the big enough guests, which you've had,
how much bigger do you have to go than Ness? How much bigger do you have to go than...
That's what I said. I dropped Ness, I dropped Shope, I dropped Yaffe, I dropped all those names.
You shouldn't have to.
Well, I mean, I was just trying to
basically,
throw it out there.
He's doing what he was just saying as like a representative.
Yes, but you shouldn't have to. If you're in the scene and you know, and you're trying to sell what you're trying to sell, if you're already in the market to sell the shit, right?
She's working for the company, right? But she's not in the scene.
Other than you're just coming out of the blue and then trying to sell to people that you don't know, then you should know.
These aren't performance bagger people. They're investors that bought into a company that thinks they can turn it around. They don't know a lot about the scene.
Then you lost me there.
See what I mean? But I like the fact that he's going around and
righting
all the wrongs. I think that's a cool flex.
Be at a campground with me, or
save yourself.
What'd you say?
No, I really do. That's what turned me on to their pipe, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool.
Save yourself.
No.
That the new owner bought the company, and
that's why I want to talk to him.
The wrongs from the previous owners.
Yo,
I think that's
okay,
cool.
so that's great.
That's why I want to talk to them.
What's the new owner's name?
Jason.
Jason what?
I don't know. She keeps calling him Jason.
Do you know him?
I know the representative, and she told me his name is Jason. Jason said that.
Have you rode with him?
No.
Why that pipe then?
Because he's been righting the wrongs, and I like the look of it. I'm not a power guy.
Obviously.
Oh my god.
It's kind of
Who
going
invited
back to
him?
what I was talking about earlier with the like when you walk up and you see a bunch of baggers and they all have like the same, they're all black or they're all carbon fiber or whatever. It's preference. Like people like what they like. Like not just one man's gonna like all carbon fiber. Somebody else is gonna see that on Instagram and be like, I want to do that too.
That's true. I don't like that people think carbon fiber is a color.
Keep going, Cy. Sorry. I apologize for biting.
You are my guest. You piece of shit.
But kind of like what he was saying, he just likes the look.
Right.
And
Yeah, I like the look.
I do like the look of the pipes.
I like the look too, but there's got to be some backbone to it, right?
Yeah.
It's got a serious curve over
Just
what I
for
have
somebody that's in the industry, yes,
But
it's got to have some backbone to it.
there's
You
gotta
got
be
to
some
know
backbone.
Okay,
the
a good
person.
pipe and a bad pipe is
If
5
the
horsepower
next
difference. Who
millionaire
gives a
was
fuck?
You know what? This company's doing bad. I'm going to invest in that company and turn it around. That doesn't hit me.
But it's not his problem to deal with people who paid for a pipe and never got a pipe.
It is his
It's
problem
not
if
his
he
problem.
wants to make it fucking.
But
If he
he
wants to
is.
use the same name.
He is doing that.
But
He
maybe-
could have bought the pipe and
That
changed
ain't
the
his
name.
problem. Hey, sorry, that was before I owned the company.
He could have
But
bought the
instead, he's
pipe
going
and
through
changed the name, and it wouldn't be his
making
problem.
It right.
He could have
That's
bought.
awesome.
He could have bought Sawiki Speed and said, "We're going to change it to Big
He should have
Big
changed the
Dicky
name, but
Speed."
instead he went through and fixed all the wrongs.
So,
and I think that's pretty admirable.
in that response, I'm stoked. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, I think
that
that's
is a
admirable.
commendable thing that
Yeah.
you fucking took something that had a bad reputation and you're actively trying to fix it. And I'm only
I think
trying
that's
to
awesome.
fucking help you do it.
Well, it's not
for
him,
free.
It's not him responding. It's his rep.
Hey, well, your rep is you.
And she reached out to
Exactly.
him, and he said he was excited to do the podcast. So he's on
Fuck
board.
off. No, I want to hear from himself.
But before it got to him, she was
Was he
like,
like,
"Well, could they do it
I-
over the phone?" I'm like, "How about you ask him?" Okay.
I feel like they're gonna probably be like, hey, you know what, Jace, we want to do your podcast, but you know you're kind of an asshole, so
No.
and we don't drink enough beer to keep up with you guys, so. I look, man. I just want to help the scene grow in a positive direction.
and you have 100%.
I hope so. And
I
I
met
just
you
hope
at Ape
that
Hangers and the whole 9 yards, and now look where I am.
I
I'm
feel
on
like
top
I've made
of the
more
game.
more
Dude,
drama.
You had the gayest bike I've ever seen.
It was a good-looking bike. You buy a bike from Harley, you put exhaust in the seat and the handlebars, and you're happy. And intake. And Thundermax. Before I met you at a Thundermax. Shout out.
What's your goal with Thundermax?
I liked them.
I love them.
They bought me food.
I love Millhouse.
Yeah.
I like Jake, too.
So Jake,
me and Milhouse.
Jake and Millhouse
I
are
don't know
kind of
Jake
like
and State Farm.
They're like the
but I know
dynamic duo.
Millhouse. And Millhouse is my man.
Jake. Dude, we did
Jake's
the
cool as
podcast
fuck.
with them.
Yeah, Jake's cool.
Yeah.
What I loved
Jake's
about
cool
them,
as fuck.
if people haven't
guy,
listened to
great
the Thundermax podcast, what I love the most about it is that these guys come to here to talk about their product,
And
we got fucked up and drank the whole time. We never talked about shit about their product.
First time I rode through.
Millhouse. Stayed in the fucking booth all day.
Yeah.
Came to the pool party.
Partied with us in the pool.
Man, it was weird because he was there and you weren't there.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, how do you remember?
Yeah, and you kept agreeing, but you weren't
Because
there.
nothing happens in the performance bagger industry without me knowing about it.
You didn't see him split his foot open? It was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
we jumped
no,
the fence. He fucked himself
I knew
up
about
so
that.
bad.
I knew about that.
And he was laying on the ground going, help, help. And his wife was like, help him. And I couldn't stop laughing.
I don't think I was saying no.
Hey,
You're doing the, like, I can't breathe. Like,
do you guys feel good? You feel good? Are you too drunk?
No, he wants to ask about Patreon. Do it.
Are you too drunk for Patreon?
No.
Let's
You
do
good?
it.
I've only had 11 beers.
I've been dying to say the N-word.
All right. Well, this
I'm just kidding,
podcast. Let's
Franco.
just wrap it up. This is bullshit, but obviously, we're here to support the Down South
Patreon,
Campout.
we still got more beer. I got one here.
It's like having a podcast with like a ADD.
I can hear you. I'm right here.
Do you have ADD?
Who?
Yeah, he does.
You have ADD.
All right. So the Down South Campout. If anybody wants to know what's going on, we're doing the Florida Bama line. That is Thursday the
4th.
4th.
Sure.
If you don't know what Florida Bama is, get a phone with Google and Google it. You fucking loser.
Just follow the line that goes
Hey,
from
but
Florida to
no
Alabama.
shit. It is a good time there. The first night there is amazing.
Hey, it's a drinkers camp out, and it's a drinkers event. If you're gonna just come party, and if you're sober, that's fine too, because we have some people that show up that
We
have
need
a
people to make
blast.
fun of. So
No, I mean like
Hopefully you got
Cheeks
good
don't drink, and he
jokes.
has a blast all the time.
he brings his chick, so he don't have to deal with this.
It's true. It's true.
Cheeks is way better than you.
He is way better.
Yes.
And it's cheek, one, not plural.
You
He
need to
tells
have-
me that every time I say it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There's no S at the end.
No. I
That
said
blows my mind.
I like how the dudes out of San Antonio ride hard as fuck and they go to everything.
Everything. Cheeks and Charles with their old ladies on the back do everything.
Yeah.
So, I'm
Up
almost like,
north,
I'll text him
everything.
like, Cheeks. He's like, it's goddamn, it's one cheek, not two.
Not if I'm seeing double.
I love him.
I do love them guys.
But
They're greatest.
the Down South Campout, it's a good time. If you caught any of the 30
First
minutes
5
we talked about
minutes,
it,
and then after that, we just went on a tangent.
it's a good time, man. It really is.
And if you ever do a podcast, don't invite Justin. That's what I took from this.
I got your shit up on there.
we're gonna do I think we all feel good. We're not gonna drop N words, right? We're gonna be
come
respectful and we're gonna talk legit conversations that make sense that people would want to hear after this podcast.
Is he talking to me?
Yes.
Oh.
We're gonna do this, right? Before we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's 10 o'clock.
You need to come Patreon.
At night?
It's 10 o'clock almost.
Get the fuck out.
Come to the Patreon.
All right. Wrap it up. Let's do Patreon
I'm
and let's
starting
keep
Patreon
going.
with a shotgun.
We're not gonna do
Every
video.
time my way?
We're not doing video Patreon.
What?
I got to piss. Are you done?